Wraiths in the Fog, a supernatural night drive through the haunted forest. Chapter 1, The Whispering Pines. The night settled over the landscape like a heavy shroud, and as we ventured into the heart of the haunted forest, an otherworldly fog descended, wrapping the towering pines in a spectral embrace. The air, thick with moisture, carried with it an unsettling stillness, broken only by the occasional hoot of an owl or the distant howl of a lone wolf. The old car's headlights cut through the fog, revealing twisted branches that reached out like skeletal fingers. We could sense the forest awakening, its ancient spirits stirred by the presence of intruders. The engine's low hum echoed in the eerie silence, amplifying the sense of isolation as we wound our way along the desolate road. As we delved deeper into the mist-laden wilderness, the pines loomed like sentinels, their trunks disappearing into the ghostly haze. The atmosphere was charged with an otherworldly energy, and a palpable tension clung to the fog, as if the very air was pregnant with secrets. The haunting whispers of the wind through the trees seemed almost like distant voices, carrying tales of the forest's history. Legends spoke of the spirits that wandered these woods, caught between realms, seeking solace or perhaps retribution. It was said that those who dared to venture into the heart of the haunted forest could unveil the mysteries of the wraiths hidden in the fog. As we navigated the winding road, the fog thickened, creating an almost surreal dreamscape. The outlines of the trees blurred, and the path ahead became uncertain. It was as if the forest itself was rearranging its features, leading us into an ethereal realm where reality and the supernatural converged. The radio crackled with static, intermittently punctuated by distorted snippets of music and disembodied voices. The haunting melodies seemed to echo the forest's lament, and we couldn't shake the feeling that unseen eyes were watching our every move. It was as if the wraiths, guardians of the spectral realm, were assessing our intrusion into their domain. The car's headlights revealed fleeting glimpses of shadowy figures moving in the mist, vanishing as quickly as they appeared. We exchanged uneasy glances, each of us questioning the reality of the spectral shapes that seemed to materialize and dissolve in the fog. The whispers persisted, becoming more insistent, as if urging us to unravel the secrets woven into the fabric of the forest. The road, now a ribbon of asphalt disappearing into the spectral unknown, twisted and turned with an almost malevolent intent. It felt as though the forest itself was guiding us, leading us to a destination unknown to the living. The pines, their branches intertwined like ghostly fingers, seemed to reach out as if to beckon us deeper into the heart of the haunted woods. And so, our journey began with the haunting whispers of the wind, the enigmatic fog, and the eerie pines as witnesses. The forest, a realm where the line between the living and the dead blurred, promised an exploration of the supernatural, where the wraiths in the fog waited to reveal their tales of the ethereal and the unseen. Chapter 2, The Ghostly Glow. As the car wound its way through the labyrinthine paths of the haunted forest, the fog grew denser, and an otherworldly glow began to permeate the mist. It was a spectral luminescence, a light that seemed to emanate from the very heart of the ethereal fog. The forest transformed into a realm of ghostly shadows and muted hues, bathed in the eerie radiance. The ethereal glow revealed twisted branches and gnarled roots, casting elongated shadows that danced with spectral abandon. The air grew colder, and an electric energy buzzed, creating an otherworldly resonance that hummed through the very fabric of the forest. It was as if the wraiths themselves were manifesting in the ghostly luminescence, taking shape within the fog. As we ventured further into the heart of the haunted woods, the glow intensified, casting an almost hypnotic spell. Shadows took on a life of their own, contorting and morphing into shapes that seemed to echo the past. The pines, now silhouetted against the radiant mist, appeared as ancient sentinels guarding the secrets hidden within the spectral forest. The road became a ribbon of asphalt suspended in a sea of ghostly radiance. It led us deeper into the heart of the luminescent fog, where the boundary between the earthly and the supernatural blurred. The glow seemed to guide us, revealing hidden pathways and obscured clearings, as if the very essence of the forest was unfolding before our eyes. The radio, crackling with static, emitted a series of distorted tones that harmonized with the ethereal glow. The haunting melodies from the previous chapter returned, now accompanied by an otherworldly chorus that echoed through the mist. It was as if the forest itself was singing, and the wraiths, in their spectral forms, danced to the unearthly symphony. As we continued our journey, ghostly apparitions materialized in the glow. Translucent figures moved in the periphery, their forms flickering like candle flames. Their eyes, filled with an otherworldly wisdom, locked onto ours for fleeting moments before dissolving back into the mist. The forest seemed to come alive with the spirits of those who once walked the same haunted paths. In the heart of the ethereal glow, we encountered a clearing where the luminescence reached its zenith. The spectral light cascaded through the branches, creating an almost cathedral-like ambience. In the center of the clearing, a spectral figure emerged, a wraith cloaked in the ghostly radiance of the forest. The figure, with an outstretched hand, beckoned us forward. Fear and fascination gripped us as we approached the ghostly entity. It was a moment frozen in time, suspended between the earthly and the supernatural. The wraith, a silent guardian of the haunted forest, seemed to communicate through the very essence of the ghostly glow. As we stood in the clearing, the glow intensified, enveloping us in its ethereal embrace. The wraith's form wavered and merged with the radiant mist, becoming one with the luminescence of the haunted woods. It was a communion with the supernatural, a moment where the veil between worlds grew thin, and the forest itself became a gateway to the spectral unknown. The road ahead, now illuminated by the ghostly glow, continued its winding journey through the heart of the haunted forest. The radio, tuned to frequencies beyond the terrestrial, emitted a soft hum, resonating with the energies of the spectral realm. The wraiths, hidden in the mist, accompanied us on our ethereal voyage, their stories waiting to unfold in the ghostly luminescence of the haunted woods. Chapter 3: The Cursed Crossroads. As our night drive through the haunted forest continued, the spectral glow persisted, casting an otherworldly ambience over the twisted landscape. The winding road led us to a clearing, a sinister crossroads where the spirits of the forest converged. The fog, though thick, seemed to part momentarily, revealing a spectral junction that pulsed with supernatural energy. The air crackled with an electric charge as we navigated the cursed crossroads, our headlights cutting through the mist like a beacon in the ethereal darkness. The shadows danced with an unsettling rhythm, and the pines that encircled the clearing loomed like silent witnesses to the mysteries that unfolded at this supernatural intersection. In the heart of the crossroads, the fog seemed to coalesce into ghostly forms, each shadow bearing the weight of an untold tale. The whispers in the wind grew more pronounced, as if the spirits themselves were recounting the tragedies and triumphs that had occurred at this spectral convergence. As the car idled at the crossroads, a cold wind whispered through the trees, carrying with it the spectral voices of the wraith. The radio, now a conduit to the supernatural frequencies, emitted cryptic messages and fragmented melodies that seemed to resonate with the energies of the cursed junction. We became acutely aware that this crossroads held a unique significance within the haunted forest, a nexus where the spirits of the past intersected with the living, and the veil between dimensions grew thin. The pines, their twisted branches forming intricate patterns against the spectral glow, appeared as guardians of this enigmatic space. As we cautiously proceeded through the crossroads, the fog thickened once more, and the road twisted into unseen realms. It was as if the forest itself guided our journey, leading us deeper into the mysteries that the cursed junction harbored. The car's headlights flickered momentarily, and the radio emitted a series of distorted tones, signaling that we were entering a realm where the supernatural held sway. The whispers in the wind became more urgent, as if the wraiths were attempting to convey a message, a warning, or perhaps an invitation into the labyrinthine tales woven within the haunted forest. We felt a palpable tension in the air, a sense that the crossroads were a threshold to the unknown, where the stories of the spectral realm awaited discovery. In the heart of the junction, the fog swirled with an almost sentient intelligence. Shadowy figures emerged, their forms transient and elusive. The radio, now a conduit for the wraith's communication, emitted a symphony of spectral frequencies that harmonized with the ghostly dance of the mist-clad entities. As we traversed the crossroads, we couldn't shake the feeling that the spirits were guiding us through their realm, revealing fragments of their stories and fleeting glimpses. It became evident that the haunted forest held memories, imprints of lives lived and lost, and the crossroads served as a focal point for the convergence of these ethereal narratives. The car's headlights pierced the fog, revealing glimpses of ancient symbols etched into the bark of the surrounding trees, symbols that seemed to resonate with the supernatural energies of the cursed crossroads. The whispers in the wind grew more coherent, and the radio, now attuned to the spectral frequencies, transmitted voices that echoed through the mist, narrating tales of sorrow, redemption, and spectral echoes that lingered in the haunted forest. As we exited the cursed crossroads, the fog clung to the car like a spectral residue. The air, though heavy with the weight of unseen histories, seemed to lighten as we ventured further into the heart of the haunted woods. The road, now a winding trail through the ethereal fog, beckoned us onward, promising more revelations as we delved deeper into the supernatural night drive through the spectral enigma of the haunted forest. Chapter 4: Whispers from Beyond. The winding road through the haunted forest continued its journey into the heart of the spectral unknown. The fog, ever present and ethereal, clung to the trees like a veil between the earthly realm and the supernatural. As we pressed further into the woods, the whispers in the wind intensified, carrying tales of the past, of lost souls and tragic fates that bound them to the haunted landscape. The radio crackled with static, its frequencies now a conduit for the spectral voices that echoed through the mist. We tuned into the otherworldly transmissions, each burst of static revealing fragmented messages and distorted snippets of spectral melodies. The car's interior resonated with the haunting sound, creating an atmosphere where the boundary between the living and the dead blurred. The whispers in the wind seemed to merge with the radio signals, creating a symphony of spectral communication. The voices, though indistinct, carried emotions that transcended the limitations of mortal language. It was as if the spirits themselves were reaching out, their stories woven into the very fabric of the haunted forest. As we navigated the fog-laden road, the shadows beneath the twisted branches seemed to come alive with the echoes of the past. Ghostly apparitions materialized, their ephemeral forms sharing silent tales of heartache, betrayal, and the lingering regrets that bound them to the spectral realm. The wraiths, hidden within the mist, became storytellers of the supernatural, and we were unwitting listeners to their spectral narratives. The car's headlights illuminated ancient markers on the tree trunks, symbols that hinted at a language beyond the comprehension of the living. The whispers in the wind became more distinct, revealing the stories of individuals who once walked these haunted paths. It was a communion with the unseen, a revelation that the forest itself held memories and imprints of lives long gone. The road twisted and turned, leading us to a clearing where the fog momentarily lifted, revealing a spectral congregation of wraiths. The apparitions, their features obscured by the mist, seemed to converse in a language of energies, a communication beyond the audible spectrum. The radio, now a conduit for the collective voices of the spirits, emitted harmonies that resonated with the supernatural energy of the gathering. We felt an invisible thread connecting us to the wraiths, their stories intertwining with our journey through the haunted forest. The fog, now a medium for spectral exchange, whispered tales of battles fought, love lost, and the echoes of emotions that lingered in the spectral realm. The car's interior became a vessel for the supernatural energies, and the boundaries between the living and the dead blurred with each passing moment. As we moved through the clearing, the fog closed in again, and the spectral congregation dispersed like wisps of smoke. The road, now a trail of mist-wrapped memories, guided us further into the heart of the haunted woods. The whispers in the wind, though softer, persisted, carrying the weight of the wraith stories that echoed through the ancient trees. The symbols on the tree trunks became more intricate, forming a language that seemed to narrate the history of the forest itself. The radio, now emitting a melodic hum, transmitted echoes of laughter, sorrow, and spectral echoes that resonated with the supernatural energies of the haunted landscape. As we continued our night drive, the whispers from beyond persisted, creating an ethereal soundtrack to our spectral journey. The haunted forest, a realm where the stories of the past intertwined with the present, promised more revelations as the road wound its way through the mist-clad mystery. The wraiths in the fog, though unseen, became companions on our spectral voyage, guiding us through the enigmatic tales that lingered in the haunted embrace of the ancient woods. Chapter 5. The Phantom Hitchhiker. Our journey through the haunted forest continued, the road winding through the ethereal mist, each curve and bend leading us deeper into the supernatural unknown. As the spectral glow persisted, we encountered a phenomenon that sent shivers down our spines, the appearance of the phantom hitchhiker. In the distance, a figure emerged from the fog, its silhouette hauntingly visible in the ghostly radiance. Dressed in attire reminiscent of a bygone era, the phantom stood at the roadside, a spectral hitchhiker in need of passage through the haunted landscape. The air crackled with an otherworldly energy as we approached, the headlights casting an otherworldly glow upon the mysterious figure. Torn between fear and fascination, we made the decision to offer the spectral hitchhiker a ride. The car slowed to a stop, and the phantom gracefully entered, its form flickering like a candle flame. The interior of the car seemed to chill as the phantom settled into the back seat, its presence both eerie and captivating. The phantom hitchhiker remained silent, its eyes reflecting a wisdom that transcended the boundaries of the earthly realm. The radio, now tuned to frequencies beyond the terrestrial, emitted a soft hum as if responding to the spectral presence in our midst. The car, now a vessel for the living and the dead, continued its journey through the fog-shrouded night. As we drove, the phantom hitchhiker seemed to be a conduit for the stories of the haunted forest. The air within the car became charged with a spectral energy, and the radio crackled with whispered narratives from the other side. The wraiths in the mist, though unseen, communicated through the phantom, sharing tales that echoed through the annals of time. The road, guided by an unseen force, led us through the heart of the haunted woods. The phantom hitchhiker, a silent companion on our spectral journey, pointed toward unseen landmarks, as if guiding us to the epicenter of the forest's supernatural energy. The radio, now emitting ghostly melodies, harmonized with the ethereal presence within the car. As we approached a desolate clearing, the phantom hitchhiker signaled for us to stop. The spectral glow intensified, casting an otherworldly radiance upon the clearing. The air seemed to vibrate with a mystical energy as the phantom stepped out of the car and gestured toward the mist-wreathed expanse. It was in this spectral clearing that the boundaries between the living and the dead became translucent. The wraiths, drawn to the presence of the phantom, materialized in the mist, their ghostly forms a congregation of spectral energies. The radio, now a conduit for the supernatural symphony, emitted a crescendo of harmonies that resonated with the collective voices of the wraiths. The phantom hitchhiker, standing at the epicenter of the clearing, became a nexus for spectral communion. The wraiths, in silent acknowledgement, shared their stories through the phantom's ethereal form. The air pulsed with the energy of spectral echoes, and the clearing itself seemed to be a gateway to a realm where the earthly and the supernatural converged. As the spectral gathering reached its peak, the phantom hitchhiker turned toward us, its eyes filled with a gratitude that transcended words. With a subtle nod, the phantom dissipated into the mist, becoming one with the wraiths in the fog. The clearing, though now void of the spectral presence, retained an otherworldly energy, as if marked by the transient visitation of the phantom hitchhiker. The road, once again guided by the unseen forces of the haunted forest, stretched into the mist-laden night. The radio, though now a mere whisper, continued to transmit the echoes of spectral tales. The phantom hitchhiker, though gone, left an indelible mark on our supernatural journey, a reminder that the haunted landscape held not only the stories of the past but also encounters with the spectral unknown. Chapter 6: Haunting Melodies. As we ventured deeper into the heart of the haunted forest, the fog thickened, and the road became an ethereal trail winding through the spectral unknown. The haunting glow persisted, casting an otherworldly radiance upon the twisted branches and ancient trees. In this supernatural landscape, the very air seemed to resonate with spectral energies, and as we drove, a haunting melody began to permeate the mist-laden night. The radio, now a conduit for the unseen forces, emitted ethereal notes that harmonized with the whispers of the wind. The haunting melody seemed to emanate from the very fabric of the forest, as if the trees themselves were musical instruments, and the wraiths within them played an otherworldly symphony. The car's interior vibrated with the spectral resonance, creating an atmosphere where the earthly and the supernatural converged. The road led us to a clearing bathed in the ghostly radiance. In the center stood spectral figures, their transparent forms swaying in a ghostly dance to the haunting melody. Each wraith seemed to embody a note in the spectral symphony, their movements a choreography that transcended the boundaries of the living and the dead. As we entered the clearing, the wraiths acknowledged our presence, inviting us to join their spectral dance. Hesitation gave way to curiosity, and we stepped out of the car into the mystical space. The fog clung to our forms as if acknowledging our transition into the supernatural realm. The haunting melody intensified, and the wraiths guided us in a spectral dance, each step resonating with the ethereal rhythm. The air pulsed with a spectral energy, and the very ground beneath us seemed to vibrate in harmony with the ghostly symphony. The boundaries between our world and the spectral realm blurred, creating a communion with the wraiths in the fog. The radio, now an integral part of the spectral ensemble, emitted frequencies that melded with the haunting melody. The wraiths, their movements synchronized with the unseen currents of the supernatural, shared the stories of the haunted forest through the dance. It was a visual narrative, a spectral ballet that spoke of ancient tragedies and timeless echoes. As the spectral dance reached its crescendo, the fog swirled with an almost luminescent brilliance. The wraiths, their transparent forms now aglow with ethereal light, seemed to transcend the boundaries of their ghostly existence. The haunting melody reached a sublime climax, echoing through the clearing and resonating with the very essence of the haunted landscape. In the aftermath of the spectral dance, the wraiths dispersed into the mist, their ghostly forms becoming one with the fog that enveloped the clearing. The road, now a path through the aftermath of spectral revelry, continued its winding journey through the haunted forest. The radio, though quieter, continued to emit echoes of the haunting melody, as if the very air retained the spectral notes. As we re-entered the car, the fog seemed to part, revealing the road ahead. The haunting glow persisted, casting an otherworldly ambience on the path that beckoned us to continue our night drive. The wraiths, though no longer visible, left an imprint on our journey, a memory of a spectral dance in a clearing where the earthly and the supernatural intertwine. The car moved forward, guided by the unseen forces of the haunted forest. The haunting melody, now a soft hum in the background, accompanied us on the winding road. The spectral symphony, a transient communion with the wraiths in the fog, lingered in the air, creating an atmosphere where the echoes of the supernatural resonated with the living, inviting us to delve deeper into the mysteries that awaited in the heart of the spectral night. Chapter 7: The Vanishing Trail. Our journey through the haunted forest pressed on, the road winding through the spectral unknown. The fog, an ever-present companion, clung to the twisted branches and ancient trees like a shroud. As we continued our night drive, the road ahead seemed to vanish into thin air, obscured by the thickening mist. The car's headlights struggled to pierce the dense fog, creating an otherworldly glow that outlined the vanishing trail. Uncertainty gripped us as we navigated the ethereal path, the road becoming an elusive ribbon that led us deeper into the heart of the haunted woods. The whispers in the wind grew more insistent, as if urging us to follow the elusive trail into the unknown. The radio, now a beacon for spectral frequencies, emitted a soft hum, the static merging with the haunting melodies that lingered in the mist. It was as if the wraiths in the fog guided us, their unseen hands directing the car along the vanishing trail. The air crackled with an energy that seemed to defy the natural order, creating an atmosphere where the earthly and the supernatural coexisted. As we pressed forward, the fog intensified, creating a surreal dreamscape where reality and the spectral realm intertwined. The vanishing trail, though elusive, revealed glimpses of shadowy figures that seemed to pace alongside the car. The wraiths, hidden within the mist, became spectral escorts, guiding us through the ethereal landscape. The road, now a path into the unknown, twisted and turned with an almost malevolent intent. It was as if the forest itself was a sentient entity, reshaping the trail at its whim. The vanishing path led us through groves of ancient trees, their twisted branches reaching out like skeletal fingers, as if eager to conceal the secrets hidden within the spectral mist. The radio, once a source of spectral melodies, now emitted disembodied voices that murmured words from a realm beyond. The vanishing trail seemed to respond to the ghostly whispers, shifting and winding with an ethereal intelligence. The car became a vessel navigating the unseen currents of the haunted forest, where the boundaries between the tangible and the supernatural blurred. As we continued along the vanishing trail, the fog lifted momentarily, revealing a clearing bathed in an eerie radiance. In the center stood a spectral gateway, an archway of mist that beckoned us forward. The wraiths, their forms merging with the ethereal arch, seemed to invite us to pass through the supernatural threshold. With trepidation and curiosity, we entered the spectral gateway, the vanishing trail now a memory behind us. The air within the gateway pulsated with a spectral energy, and the whispers in the wind transformed into an otherworldly chorus. It was a transition between realms, a passage from the haunted forest into a dimension where the vanishing trail had led, an uncharted realm where the mysteries of the supernatural awaited. The fog, now a veil between dimensions, closed behind us as we ventured into the unknown. The road, though obscured, continued its winding journey through the spectral landscape. The radio, tuned to frequencies beyond mortal perception, emitted echoes of spectral symphonies that resonated with the ethereal energy of the newfound realm. As we embraced the uncertainty of the spectral gateway, the vanishing trail became a testament to the haunted forest's ability to defy conventional reality. The wraiths in the fog, though unseen, continued to guide us through the enigmatic tales that awaited on the other side of the spectral threshold. The car moved forward, propelled by unseen forces, as we delved deeper into the mysteries of the supernatural night drive through the haunted woods. Chapter 8: Shadows of Regret. Beyond the spectral gateway, the road unfolded into a landscape where shadows danced with tales of regret. The fog, now an ever-present companion, clung to the ancient trees and twisted branches like a ghostly tapestry. As our night drive continued, the atmosphere became laden with the weight of unresolved sorrows, and the shadows seemed to embody the lingering regrets of the spirits that haunted the forest. The car's headlights cast elongated shadows on the fog-laden path, each shadow telling a silent story of lives left incomplete. The whispers in the wind became more poignant, carrying with them the echoes of unfulfilled dreams and the weight of choices that reverberated through the spectral realm. The radio, tuned to the frequencies of the haunted forest, emitted mournful melodies that harmonized with the ethereal ambience. As we drove through the shadow-infused landscape, ghostly apparitions materialized, their transparent forms bearing the imprint of the sorrows they carried. Each encounter unveiled a fragment of their stories, and we couldn't escape the feeling that our presence invoked a spectral catharsis, a release of emotions that had been imprisoned in the haunted woods. The road, though obscured by the fog, led us through a series of clearings where the shadows seemed to converge. The wraiths, their forms shifting and merging with the mist, became spectral storytellers, recounting tales of love lost, promises unkept, and the perpetual yearning that bound them to the spectral landscape. In one clearing, we encountered a wraith whose presence resonated with a profound sense of melancholy. The figure, bathed in a soft glow, revealed a life cut short by tragedy. The radio emitted a haunting melody that seemed to accompany the wraith's silent narrative, a musical lament for the regrets that lingered in the spectral realm. The shadows deepened as we moved through the haunted forest, and the car became a vessel for the spectral echoes of remorse. The wraiths, though ethereal, cast shadows that seemed to stretch across time, embodying the regrets that transcended the boundaries between the living and the dead. The fog, dense with the collective sorrows of the haunted woods, became a medium through which the wraiths communicated their eternal remorse. In the heart of the forest, we entered a clearing where the shadows converged into a spectral nexus. The wraiths gathered, their forms merging and separating in a dance of eternal penance. The air buzzed with a supernatural resonance as the shadows became a canvas for the spectral emotions that unfolded in a silent symphony of regret. The radio, now emitting dissonant tones that mirrored the wraith's collective sorrow, seemed to be a conduit for the spectral nexus. The car, surrounded by the shadows of regret, became a witness to the ethereal communion of the spirits. The wraiths, trapped in a perpetual state of longing, shared their stories through the spectral dance of shadows. As we moved through the clearing, the shadows dispersed into the mist, and the fog closed in behind us. The road, though hidden, continued its winding journey through the haunted forest. The radio, now a soft hum in the background, carried the echoes of the wraith's regrets as we ventured further into the heart of the spectral night. The shadows of regret lingered in the air, a testament to the haunted forest's ability to evoke the unresolved emotions of the spirits within. The wraiths in the fog, though burdened by remorse, guided us through the spectral tales that unfolded with each twist and turn of the hidden road. The car, now a vessel for both the living and the dead, pressed on into the depths of the haunted woods, where the shadows of regret intertwine with the enigmatic mysteries that awaited in the spectral night. Chapter 9. The Resonance of Lost Love. As our journey through the haunted forest persisted, the fog thickened, casting an otherworldly shroud over the ancient trees and winding road. In this spectral expanse, the air buzzed with an ethereal energy, and the whispers in the wind carried the resonance of lost love. The car's headlights cut through the mist, revealing shadowy figures that seemed to embody the enduring echoes of romantic entanglements that lingered in the haunted woods. The radio, now tuned to frequencies that transcended the mortal realm, emitted melodies that echoed the heartaches of the wraiths in the fog. It was as if the very air pulsed with the emotional tapestry of love, love lost, love unrequited, and the eternal bonds that transcended the boundaries between the living and the dead. As we navigated the fog-laden road, ghostly apparitions materialized, their transparent forms manifesting the echoes of romantic entanglements that had left an indelible mark on the spectral landscape. The wraiths, their silent narratives woven into the very fabric of the mist, beckoned us to bear witness to the enduring resonance of lost love. In a moonlit clearing, we encountered a spectral couple, a pair of wraiths whose love story seemed to transcend the passage of time. The radio emitted a melancholic melody that harmonized with the wraith's ethereal presence, and the air became charged with the bittersweet emotions that defined their spectral union. The wraiths danced, their transparent forms twirling in a haunting waltz that conveyed the beauty and tragedy of their love. The car, now a spectator to the spectral ballet, became immersed in the emotional currents that pulsed through the clearing. The whispers in the wind carried the whispered promises and the unspoken goodbyes of the wraiths, creating an atmosphere where the resonance of lost love became a palpable force. As we continued our journey, the road led us through groves of ancient trees that seemed to bear witness to countless love stories that had unfolded beneath their twisted branches. The shadows of the wraiths, entangled in spectral embraces, cast fleeting images on the fog-covered canvas. The radio, now a channel for the voices of the lovelorn spirits, emitted harmonies that echoed the timeless tales of romance that permeated the haunted forest. In the heart of the fog-shrouded night, we reached a crossroads where the spectral resonance of lost love intensified. The air became heavy with the collective emotions of the wraiths, and the road split into diverging paths, each leading to a different chapter of romantic entanglements in the haunted woods. The car, guided by an unseen force, chose a path that led us through a series of clearings where the wraiths' love stories unfolded like spectral vignettes. The radio, now emitting a gentle hum, became a soundtrack to the tales of passion, heartbreak, and the eternal yearning that defined the spirit's romantic journeys. As we exited the crossroads, the fog clung to the car like a ghostly veil, and the road continued its winding journey through the haunted forest. The resonance of lost love lingered in the air, a testament to the enduring power of emotions that transcended the boundaries between life and death. The wraiths in the fog, though spectral, became storytellers of the heart, guiding us through the ethereal tales of love that awaited in the spectral embrace of the ancient woods. Chapter 10. Veil of Eternal Mysteries. As the night drive through the haunted forest approached its climax, the fog thickened, creating an almost impenetrable veil of mystery. The road, now an enigmatic path through the spectral unknown, wound its way through groves of ancient trees and shadowy clearings. The air buzzed with an otherworldly energy, and the whispers in the wind hinted at the profound secrets that awaited in the heart of the haunted woods. The radio, attuned to the supernatural frequencies, emitted a soft hum, resonating with the spectral energies that permeated the mist-laden night. It was as if the wraiths in the fog, sensing our journey nearing its culmination, began to communicate in a symphony of whispers and harmonies that echoed through the ethereal landscape. The car's headlights, diffused by the dense fog, cast an eerie glow on the vanishing road. Shadows danced on the periphery, and ghostly apparitions materialized, their forms shifting between the mist and the ancient trees. The wraiths, now a congregation of spectral beings, seemed to guide us toward a clearing where the veil of eternal mysteries awaited. As we entered the clearing, the fog lifted momentarily, revealing an otherworldly tableau. In the center stood an ancient altar, bathed in a ghostly radiance. Symbols etched into the stone glowed with an ethereal light, and the air pulsated with a supernatural resonance. The wraiths, their transparent forms now aglow with spectral energy, encircled the clearing, their silent presence creating an atmosphere pregnant with anticipation. The radio, now emitting celestial melodies, harmonized with the energies of the ancient altar. The whispers in the wind intensified, carrying cryptic messages that seemed to unravel the enigmatic tales of the haunted forest. It was a convergence of spectral forces, a moment when the veil between the earthly and the supernatural grew thin. In the heart of the clearing, a figure emerged, an ethereal being whose presence transcended the wraith's ghostly forms. The air shimmered with an otherworldly luminescence as the figure, cloaked in the mist, beckoned us forward. The radio emitted a melodic hum, its frequencies now a chorus of spectral voices that seemed to narrate the final chapter of our night drive through the haunted woods. The figure, a guardian of the eternal mysteries, communicated through the language of energies. With each step closer to the ancient altar, the whispers in the wind became more coherent, revealing fragments of forgotten lore and untold histories that bound the haunted forest to the supernatural realms. As we approached the altar, the wraiths in the fog merged into a collective entity, their spectral energies converging with the guardian of the mysteries. The radio, now emitting a celestial symphony, reached a crescendo, echoing through the clearing and beyond. It was a communion with the spectral unknown, a moment when the secrets of the haunted forest unfolded in a symphony of ethereal revelation. The road, now a conduit to the spectral realms, stretched into the mist-laden night. The radio, though softer, continued to emit celestial harmonies, resonating with the energies that guided us through the haunted forest. The wraiths in the fog, though unseen, became companions on our final journey through the enigmatic tales that lingered in the spectral embrace of the ancient woods. As the night drive pressed on, the mysteries of the haunted forest enveloped us, creating an atmosphere where the earthly and the supernatural converged. The car moved forward, propelled by the unseen forces that guided us through the spectral unknown, promising that the final chapter of our journey would be an unforgettable encounter with the eternal mysteries that awaited in the heart of the ancient woods. The Vanishing Hiker. Chapter 1. The Lone Expedition. The desert lay bathed in the silver glow of the moon, a vast expanse of sand and solitude stretching beyond the horizon. Underneath the celestial blanket, a lone figure emerged, a solitary explorer drawn to the mystique of the deserted backroads. With each footstep, the sand whispered tales of forgotten secrets, enticing the adventurer to unravel the enigma that concealed itself beneath the desert's quiet exterior. The Vanishing Hiker, garbed in earth-toned attire that blended seamlessly with the desert's hues, carried a backpack laden with provisions for the nocturnal journey. The moonlight cast elongated shadows, creating a surreal silhouette against the dunes. The night held a serene stillness, broken only by the soft crunch of footsteps on the arid terrain. The air was dry, and the cool desert breeze carried with it the scent of sagebrush and distant mysteries. The Vanishing Hiker gazed up at the celestial panorama. The moon, a benevolent guardian, bathed the landscape in ethereal light, revealing the contours of dunes and rocky outcrops that awaited exploration. Guided by the glow of the moon, the traveler navigated through the vast emptiness, each step resonating with the anticipation of undiscovered wonders. The desert, often regarded as an inhospitable void, became a canvas for the Vanishing Hiker's midnight odyssey, an odyssey fueled by the allure of secrets veiled in the silence of the backroads. As the journey unfolded, the Vanishing Hiker marveled at the expanse of the starlit sky. Constellations formed intricate patterns above, celestial guides illuminating the path through the desolate terrain. The universe, with its vastness, seemed to be conspiring with the lone explorer, inviting them to venture deeper into the heart of the desert's mysteries. The backroads, etched with the imprints of time and solitude, beckoned the traveler to uncover the stories buried beneath the shifting sands. With every passing mile, the solitude of the desert intensified, and the hiker felt an intimate connection with the timeless landscape, a connection that transcended the boundaries of the tangible and the ethereal. In the distance, the outline of ancient mesas rose like silent sentinels against the night sky. The Vanishing Hiker, fueled by an insatiable curiosity, adjusted the backpack and ascended the rocky incline. The moonlight carved intricate patterns on the weathered stones, revealing petroglyphs that hinted at a bygone era, a language of the desert's past waiting to be deciphered. The hiker traced the fingers over the ancient etchings, feeling the vibrations of history beneath their touch. The petroglyphs whispered of forgotten civilizations, of nomads and tribes who had traversed these backroads in eras long vanished. The desert, a repository of time's secrets, unveiled a fragment of its enigmatic past to the inquisitive traveler. As the night progressed, the Vanishing Hiker descended from the mesa, guided by the moonlight's luminous tendrils. The expanse of the desert seemed to stretch infinitely, a canvas upon which the mysteries of the backroads were painted with celestial strokes. The solitude, once an echo, now resonated with the profound connection between the lone wanderer and the ancient landscape. In the silent expanse, the hiker noticed a peculiar phenomenon, a shimmering mirage that danced on the edge of perception. The illusion beckoned from a distance, a reflection of an oasis in the moonlit night. The traveler, compelled by the mirage's allure, navigated toward the phantom waters, fueled by a blend of skepticism and an insatiable thirst for discovery. With every step, the mirage seemed to elude the hiker's grasp, a playful tease of the desert's elusive nature. The sands beneath the explorer's boots seemed to shift, creating optical illusions that defied reason. The mirage, an apparition born from the convergence of moonlight and desert heat, added a layer of intrigue to the unfolding expedition. The vanishing hiker, undeterred by the ephemeral nature of the mirage, continued the journey into the heart of the deserted backroads. The moon, a silent witness to the enigma that played out below, cast its watchful gaze upon the lone adventurer. The night held its breath, as if the desert itself anticipated the unraveling of secrets veiled in the shadows. As the first chapter of the Midnight Mystery unfolded, the vanishing hiker ventured deeper into the desolation, guided by the moon, the petroglyphs, and the mirage that flickered on the horizon. The backroads, pregnant with the promise of undiscovered wonders, whispered tales of forgotten secrets that awaited the intrepid explorer beneath the celestial tapestry of the desert night. Chapter 2: The Whispering Sands. Beneath the celestial canvas of the desert night, the vanishing hiker pressed on through the shifting sands. The moon, a constant companion overhead, cast its silver glow on the dunes, creating a mesmerizing interplay of light and shadow. The adventurer, undeterred by the vast emptiness that surrounded them, ventured deeper into the heart of the backroads, where the sands themselves seemed to come alive with an otherworldly resonance. The desert, often dismissed as a barren wasteland, held a silent chorus of whispers. As the vanishing hiker traversed the undulating dunes, the grains of sand seemed to vibrate with an ancient energy, a collective memory of ages past. The traveler paused, kneeling to feel the grains between their fingers, and as the sands slipped through, they carried with them the secrets of the desert's whispered tales. The night breeze, a gentle caress against the vanishing hiker's face, carried with it the subtle murmur of the desert. The sands whispered of nomads and explorers who had tread upon these very dunes, leaving behind echoes that lingered in the moonlit air. Each footstep resonated with the communion of the traveler and the timeless landscape, an intimate exchange between the living and the ancient. Guided by the ethereal echoes, the hiker meandered through the dunes, following the subtle undulations of the terrain. The desert's language, spoken in the rustle of the wind through the sand, hinted at tales long forgotten and mysteries waiting to be unveiled beneath the celestial tapestry. As the journey continued, the vanishing hiker encountered a vast expanse of flat, hardened sand, a natural canvas upon which the whispers of the desert seemed to echo more clearly. The traveler, attuned to the nuances of the backroads, felt the vibrations beneath their feet intensify, as if the very earth sought to communicate its secrets. A strange phenomenon unfolded, a mirage of sorts, not of water, but of spectral voices that seemed to emanate from the very ground. The hiker stood still, listening to the haunting cadence of the whispers rising from the desert floor. The voices spoke of time immemorial, of civilizations lost to the dunes, and of the nomads who had sought solace in the shadows of the moonlit night. Intrigued, the vanishing hiker knelt on the hardened sand, feeling the vibrations resonate through their palms. The desert's whispers grew clearer, forming a spectral symphony that echoed the unseen stories of the backroads. The traveler, now a participant in the ethereal dialogue, listened as the sands unraveled tales of love, loss, and the perpetual dance between life and the desert's eternal embrace. As the night wore on, the vanishing hiker, still surrounded by the whispering sands, continued the solitary expedition. The dunes, like undulating waves frozen in time, stretched out in every direction, concealing the secrets that awaited discovery beneath their shifting grains. The moon, an eternal witness to the dance between the traveler and the desert, cast its silvery light upon the endless expanse. In the midst of the whispering sands, the hiker noticed a peculiar formation, a series of small mounds arranged in a pattern that seemed intentional. The traveler approached with a sense of reverence, recognizing the handiwork of nature or perhaps a forgotten civilization. The mounds, like sentinels of a bygone era, held the promise of answers to the mysteries concealed within the desert's vast embrace. Kneeling beside the mounds, the vanishing hiker uncovered relics that spoke of a time when the backroads were traversed by those who sought solace and sustenance in the heart of the desert. Broken shards of pottery, weathered by centuries of sand and wind, hinted at a nomadic existence intertwined with the rhythms of the dunes. In the quiet solitude of the whispering sands, the traveler felt a profound connection to the ancient echoes that resonated through the relics. The desert, a custodian of time's secrets, whispered of a forgotten people whose stories were woven into the very fabric of the backroads. The vanishing hiker, now surrounded by artifacts and the haunting resonance of the sands, became a witness to the silent dialogue between the living and the timeless desert night. As the chapter unfolded, the vanishing hiker, immersed in the whispering sands, continued to unravel the enigmatic tales of the backroads. The desert's language, spoken in the subtle vibrations beneath their feet, guided the traveler deeper into the heart of the mysteries that lay concealed beneath the shifting dunes. The moon, a silent spectator to the ongoing exploration, cast its ethereal glow on the sands, as if blessing the expedition into the realms of the desert's whispered past. Chapter 3: The Mirage of Shadows. The desert night stretched before the vanishing hiker, a vast canvas illuminated by the silvery glow of the moon. As the traveler continued through the whispering sands, a peculiar phenomenon began to unfold, an optical illusion that teased the edges of reality. The horizon seemed to dance with ethereal shadows, giving rise to mirages that played tricks on the perception of the lone wanderer. Undeterred by the surreal nature of the shifting landscape, the vanishing hiker pressed on, guided by the intrigue sparked by the mirages. The dunes ahead seemed to ripple with a phantom energy, creating elusive shapes that beckoned from a distance. The night breeze carried with it a subtle hint of mischief, as if the desert itself conspired to test the traveler's resolve. The mirages, like wraiths of the night, lured the hiker deeper into their ephemeral grasp. With each step, the illusions transformed, morphing into shapes that defied the laws of nature. The traveler marveled at the play of shadows, a spectral oasis that shimmered on the horizon, an ancient city rising from the sands, and elusive figures that seemed to vanish with every attempt to approach. As the vanishing hiker ventured into the heart of the mirages, a sense of unreality settled over the landscape. The sand beneath their boots became an ever-shifting tapestry, a surreal dreamscape that blurred the boundaries between tangible and illusionary. The moon, a constant companion overhead, cast an otherworldly light on the vanishing shadows that danced along the dunes. In the midst of the mirages, the hiker encountered a spectral apparition, an ethereal figure that seemed to materialize and dissipate like wisps of smoke. The traveler, mesmerized by the mirage of shadows, reached out to touch the elusive presence, only to find emptiness in their grasp. The figure beckoned from the periphery of perception, an enigma woven into the very fabric of the desert night. Driven by an insatiable curiosity, the vanishing hiker pursued the mirage of shadows, guided by the ever-changing illusions that teased the senses. The night became a tapestry of illusion and reality, and the traveler navigated through the shifting sands with a blend of fascination and trepidation. As the illusions persisted, the desert seemed to become a realm where the boundaries between the tangible and the spectral blurred. The mirages spoke a language of the unseen, a dialect of the night that echoed with the laughter of mischievous spirits and the dance of shadows that defied the laws of the material world. Amidst the mirages, the vanishing hiker stumbled upon an ancient well, a relic of a time long past. The structure, weathered by centuries of desert winds, stood as a testament to the illusions that had enticed travelers throughout the ages. The well, an oasis of tangible history in the midst of ephemeral shadows, beckoned the traveler to uncover the secrets concealed within its depths. Peering into the well, the vanishing hiker felt a profound connection to the mirages that surrounded them. The shadows, now both tangible and elusive, played on the edge of perception, inviting the traveler to delve into the mysteries hidden beneath the surface. The moon, a watchful guardian, cast its silvery light on the well, as if granting permission to unlock the secrets that lay dormant in the heart of the mirages. With cautious determination, the traveler descended into the depths of the ancient well. The cool air, a stark contrast to the desert night above, embraced the hiker like the whispers of forgotten tales. The walls of the well revealed layers of history, etched into the stone like a chronicle of illusions and truths that had endured the test of time. As the vanishing hiker ventured deeper, the mirages of shadows seemed to converge into a singular narrative, a story of nomads and explorers who had succumbed to the allure of the desert's illusions. The well became a portal to the echoes of the past, a conduit through which the traveler glimpsed the mirages that had enticed and confounded those who had tread upon the backroads. In the subterranean realm of the well, the hiker felt the weight of history pressing upon them. The mirages, now transformed into vivid visions, painted a portrait of ancient caravans and spectral figures that had vanished into the sands. The illusions, once playful and enigmatic, became a poignant reminder of the transient nature of perception in the heart of the desert's mysteries. With each step back toward the surface, the vanishing hiker carried the echoes of the mirages within their soul. The illusions, though elusive, had imparted a profound lesson, an understanding that reality and illusion were intertwined in the desert's dance of shadows. The moon, now a companion on the ascent from the well, cast its benevolent light on the traveler's silhouette, as if acknowledging the initiation into the mysteries of the mirage of shadows. As the hiker emerged from the well, the desert night continued its silent symphony. The mirages, once a mesmerizing diversion, now held a deeper significance, a reflection of the duality between the tangible and the unseen. The vanishing hiker, forever changed by the encounter with the illusions of the backroads, pressed on through the shifting sand, where the mirages continued to play on the edges of perception, inviting the next curious soul to venture into the dance of shadows beneath the moonlit sky. Chapter 4: The Celestial Guide. The desert night stretched out before the vanishing hiker, a vast expanse of shadow and silver illuminated by the benevolent glow of the moon. The mirages of shadows, now fading into the background, left the traveler with a sense of surreal enchantment. Undeterred by the illusions that had teased the senses, the hiker pressed on through the shifting sands, guided by a new celestial companion, the radiant patterns of stars that adorn the midnight sky. As the vanishing hiker continued the solitary journey, the desert's vastness became a celestial tapestry. The constellations above formed intricate patterns, as if the cosmos itself had laid out a roadmap for the traveler. The moon, a constant guardian, cast its silvery light upon the landscape, revealing the contours of dunes and rocky outcrops that awaited exploration. Embraced by the cosmic glow, the hiker marveled at the beauty of the night sky, a vastness that seemed to mirror the desert's endless horizon. The stars, like celestial lanterns, cast their benevolent light upon the vanishing hiker, inviting them to navigate the backroads guided by the patterns etched into the fabric of the universe. Inspired by the celestial display, the vanishing hiker became attuned to the guiding constellations. The traveler discerned familiar patterns, the steadfast glow of the North Star, the luminous trail of the Milky Way, and the elusive dance of shooting stars that streaked across the night sky like fleeting phantoms. Each constellation held a story, a myth whispered through the ages, and the hiker felt a profound connection to the celestial guide that illuminated the path through the desert's mysteries. The journey continued beneath the cosmic canopy, the vanishing hiker relying on the stars to navigate the undulating dunes. The celestial guide became a steadfast companion, casting its luminous glow upon the backroads and transforming the desert night into a dreamscape where reality and the ethereal converged. As the traveler delved deeper into the celestial embrace, a sense of unity with the universe settled over the landscape. The desert, now a canvas painted with moonlight and starshine, seemed to respond to the hiker's presence with a symphony of stillness and cosmic vibrations. The solitude became a communion with the infinite, and the vanishing hiker embraced the cosmic dance that unfolded in the heart of the backroads. In the midst of the celestial journey, the hiker encountered a vast expanse where the dunes gave way to a rocky plateau. The rocks, weathered by time, held an ancient energy, a resonance that transcended the tangible realm. The vanishing hiker felt drawn to the rocky outcrops, guided by the celestial guide to explore the mysteries concealed within the heart of the desert night. Among the rocks, the traveler discovered an array of ancient petroglyphs, symbols etched into the stone by hands long vanished into the annals of time. The constellations depicted in the petroglyphs mirrored the patterns above, as if the celestial guide had left its mark on the very stones beneath the traveler's feet. The vanishing hiker, captivated by the connection between the celestial and the terrestrial, traced the lines of the ancient symbols, feeling the vibrations of history beneath their fingertips. The petroglyphs spoke of a cosmic dance, a dance between the stars and the nomads who had traversed the backroads in ages past. The celestial guide, manifested in the ancient rock art, became a bridge between the tangible world and the boundless expanse of the universe. The hiker, now a custodian of the petroglyphs' cosmic narrative, continued the journey with a profound understanding of the interconnectedness between the terrestrial and the celestial. As the vanishing hiker ventured deeper into the rocky plateau, the stars above seemed to intensify their luminosity. The cosmic patterns became a guiding beacon, leading the traveler toward a secluded vantage point, a precipice that offered a panoramic view of the desert night. The hiker ascended the rocky pinnacle, where the celestial guide revealed a breathtaking tableau of the backroads beneath the moonlit sky. From the elevated vantage point, the vanishing hiker witnessed the desert's grandeur, a sea of dunes that stretched toward the horizon, bathed in the silvery radiance of the moon. The constellations overhead mirrored the undulating landscape below, creating a harmony between the earthly and the celestial. The traveler, perched on the precipice, felt a sense of oneness with the universe, a moment of transcendence where the desert's mysteries and the cosmic dance converged in a celestial celebration. The winds whispered through the rocks, carrying with them the ancient echoes of the petroglyphs and the cosmic vibrations that permeated the desert night. The vanishing hiker, surrounded by the celestial guide's radiant embrace, experienced a profound connection to the backroads, a connection woven into the very fabric of the cosmos. As the chapter unfolded, the vanishing hiker, guided by the celestial guide, continued the journey through the desert's vast expanse. The stars overhead, like luminous sentinels, cast their benevolent light upon the backroads, revealing the interconnectedness between the terrestrial and the celestial. The cosmic dance continued, and the traveler pressed on, driven by the allure of the desert's mysteries and the guidance of the stars that painted the night sky with celestial wonder. Chapter 5: The Haunting Echoes. Beneath the cosmic expanse, the vanishing hiker continued their solitary journey through the moonlit desert, guided by the celestial patterns overhead. The backroads, now a symphony of shadows and starlight, beckoned the traveler deeper into the heart of the enigmatic landscape. As the hiker ventured forth, a haunting presence filled the night, an ethereal resonance that echoed through the canyon walls and danced upon the desert breeze. The winds, carrying the whispers of the ancients, seemed to harmonize with the celestial guide. The vanishing hiker, attuned to the subtle vibrations of the night, felt the air thicken with the weight of unseen voices, a chorus of haunting echoes that spoke of the desert's past. The journey, now accompanied by the spectral symphony, unfolded with a sense of reverence for the tales that lingered in the shadows. Amidst the rocky terrain, the traveler noticed an unusual phenomenon. a series of natural amphitheaters formed by the towering canyon walls. The contours of the land seemed to create acoustic pockets where the haunting echoes intensified, creating an otherworldly resonance that reverberated through the night. The vanishing hiker, drawn by the mysterious allure, approached the haunting amphitheaters with a mixture of curiosity and trepidation. As the hiker entered the first amphitheater, the silence of the night transformed into a spectral cacophony. The echoes, like ethereal whispers, bounced off the canyon walls in a mesmerizing dance. The traveler, in awe of the haunting symphony, began to experiment with the echoes, uttering words that were returned with a ghostly repetition, creating an ethereal conversation with the unseen voices that lingered in the shadows. The haunting echoes seemed to carry tales of forgotten civilizations, nomadic tribes, and spectral figures that had traversed the backroads in epochs long past. The vanishing hiker, now a participant in the spectral dialogue, listened to the stories etched into the very rocks that surrounded them. The canyon walls, like ancient storytellers, revealed the secrets of the desert's history through the haunting echoes that filled the night. As the traveler moved from one amphitheater to another, the spectral symphony evolved, a crescendo of voices that seemed to transcend the boundaries of time. The echoes spoke of love and loss, triumphs and tragedies, and the eternal dance between the living and the unseen. The hiker, enveloped by the haunting echoes, felt a profound connection to the desert's past, a connection woven into the very fabric of the backroads. In the heart of the haunting amphitheaters, the vanishing hiker noticed a series of petroglyphs adorning the canyon walls. The ancient symbols, illuminated by the moon's glow, resonated with the echoes, creating a synergy between the tangible and the spectral. The traveler traced the petroglyphs with their fingertips, feeling the vibrations of history beneath the touch, a tactile communion with the ancient tales that lingered in the desert night. The haunting echoes intensified as the hiker reached a particularly expansive amphitheater, a natural arena surrounded by towering cliffs that seemed to reach into the starlit sky. The traveler, standing at the center of the spectral stage, became the focal point for the echoes that reverberated through the canyon. The night became a surreal performance, with the vanishing hiker as the unwitting protagonist in the haunting drama of the desert's mysteries. In a moment of inspired spontaneity, the traveler raised their voice in a haunting melody, a song that echoed through the amphitheater and resonated with the ethereal voices that lingered in the shadows. The haunting echoes transformed the desert night into a spectral opera, a collaboration between the living and the unseen. And the hiker felt the music of the backroads vibrating through their very soul. The echoes, now infused with the haunting melody, carried the notes of the hiker's song far into the night. The canyon walls seemed to come alive with spectral figures, dancing in the moonlight as if celebrating the communion between the terrestrial and the celestial. The vanishing hiker, wrapped in the haunting echoes and the cosmic glow, became a conductor of the spectral symphony that echoed through the ages. As the haunting performance reached its zenith, the echoes began to subside, returning the desert night to its silent expanse. The vanishing hiker, standing in the midst of the haunting amphitheater, felt a profound sense of gratitude for the spectral experience, a communion with the ancient voices and a celebration of the desert's timeless tales. The journey through the haunting echoes left an indelible mark on the vanishing hiker's soul. The traveler, now attuned to the spectral symphony that lingered in the shadows, pressed on through the moonlit backroads with a newfound understanding of the interconnectedness between the living and the unseen. The haunting echoes, though subsided, remained a spectral companion, a reminder of the ethereal dance that unfolded in the heart of the desert night. Chapter 6: The Enigmatic Petroglyphs. Embraced by the haunting echoes that still lingered in the night air, the vanishing hiker continued their journey through the moonlit desert. The echoes, now a distant memory, had woven the traveler into the tapestry of the backroads, leaving an indelible mark on the expedition. Guided by the celestial patterns overhead, the hiker ventured deeper into the heart of the enigma, where the desert revealed another layer of its mysteries, the enigmatic petroglyphs. As the traveler traversed the rocky terrain, the canyon walls unfolded before them like ancient manuscripts waiting to be deciphered. The moon, a luminous sentinel in the celestial expanse, cast its glow upon the stones, revealing intricate carvings that adorned the cliff faces. The petroglyphs, etched with a precision that defied the ages, hinted at a language woven into the very fabric of the desert's past. The vanishing hiker approached the petroglyphs with a sense of reverence, recognizing the sacred nature of the symbols that spoke of a time long before. The night, bathed in the ethereal glow of the moon, transformed the rock art into a gallery of mysteries, a gallery where the enigmatic petroglyphs held the keys to stories written in the language of the ancients. The first set of petroglyphs unveiled itself, a depiction of celestial bodies in a cosmic dance. The vanishing hiker recognized the patterns, the same constellations that had served as the celestial guide throughout the expedition. The petroglyphs seemed to connect the terrestrial and the celestial, suggesting a symbiotic relationship between the patterns in the night sky and the ancient symbols etched in stone. With a careful touch, the hiker traced the lines of the petroglyphs, feeling the grooves worn by centuries of wind and time. The stones, weathered but resilient, spoke of a civilization that had sought communion with the stars, a people who had left their mark on the desert's canvas. The vanishing hiker, now an interpreter of the petroglyphs' cosmic language, sought to unravel the stories concealed within the ancient carving. As the journey continued, the petroglyphs revealed a diverse array of symbols, a procession of nomads, wildlife native to the desert, and intricate geometric patterns that seemed to carry a deeper significance. The hiker marveled at the precision of the carvings, realizing that each symbol was a fragment of a larger narrative, a story waiting to be unveiled beneath the celestial tapestry. The moonlit night became a classroom, and the petroglyphs were the textbooks that whispered tales of the desert's history. The vanishing hiker, eager to absorb the knowledge written in stone, moved from one cluster of carvings to another, discovering a chronicle of migrations, celestial alignments, and the cyclical rhythms that governed the lives of those who had once called the backroads their home. Among the petroglyphs, the hiker encountered a particularly intriguing set, a series of concentric circles surrounding a central figure. The symbolism hinted at a connection between the celestial and the earthly, suggesting a ritualistic significance. The traveler, entranced by the enigmatic circles, pondered the possibility of an ancient ceremony, a cosmic dance performed beneath the watchful gaze of the stars. As the hiker delved deeper into the petroglyphs, a realization dawned. The stones were not mere carvings but a spiritual guidebook. The concentric circles, the celestial alignments, and the depictions of nomadic life painted a portrait of a people deeply attuned to the rhythms of the desert and the cosmic forces that governed their existence. The petroglyphs, like a map of the unseen, guided the vanishing hiker toward a deeper understanding of the desert's mysteries. In the heart of the petroglyph gallery, the traveler discovered a colossal carving, an intricately detailed representation of a celestial being with outstretched arms. The figure, adorned with celestial motifs, seemed to bridge the gap between the earthly and the cosmic. The vanishing hiker, captivated by the cosmic deity, felt a resonance with the ancient reverence embedded in the stone. With each passing petroglyph, the hiker's journey transformed into a spiritual pilgrimage, a quest to unlock the secrets of the desert's past. The stones, imbued with the energy of ages, echoed the stories of nomads, celestial ceremony, and the timeless dance between the living and the unseen. The petroglyphs became a testament to the interconnectedness between the terrestrial and the cosmic, a revelation that unfolded beneath the moonlit sky. As the night progressed, the vanishing hiker reached a point where the petroglyphs seemed to converge into a cosmic tableau. The stones formed a mosaic of symbols that painted a panoramic narrative of the desert's history. The hiker, surrounded by the celestial gallery, felt a sense of gratitude for the privilege of witnessing the desert's secrets unfold in the language of the ancients. In the quietude of the petroglyph gallery, the vanishing hiker became a keeper of the desert's enigmatic legacy. The cosmic symbols, the celestial dance, and the stories etched in stone became a part of the traveler's own narrative, a narrative woven into the fabric of the backroads. The moon, a silent witness to the communion between the hiker and the petroglyphs, cast its ethereal glow upon the desert night, as if blessing the expedition into the realms of the ancient language. As the chapter unfolded, the vanishing hiker, enriched by the encounter with the enigmatic petroglyphs, continued the journey through the moonlit backroads. The stones, now a guide and confidant, whispered the tales of the ancients, inviting the traveler to delve deeper into the cosmic mysteries that awaited beneath the celestial tapestry of the desert night. Chapter 7, The Veil of Shadows. Guided by the revelations of the petroglyphs, the vanishing hiker traversed the moonlit desert with a profound understanding of the ancient tapestry that wove through the backroads. The celestial guide remained a faithful companion overhead, casting its luminous glow upon the rocky terrain. As the hiker pressed on, the landscape began to shift, the rocks became more rugged, and the air seemed to thicken with a palpable energy. The desert, once serene, now hinted at the presence of an enigmatic realm, the Veil of Shadows. The terrain, marked by towering rock formations, created a labyrinthine passage that beckoned the traveler into the heart of the Veil of Shadows. The vanishing hiker, fueled by an insatiable curiosity, approached the entrance of the rocky labyrinth. The moon, a watchful guardian, cast elongated shadows that seemed to dance upon the rocks, creating an otherworldly prelude to the mysteries that awaited within. As the hiker ventured deeper into the Veil of Shadows, an ethereal mist enveloped the rocky passages. The air became charged with an unseen force, and the traveler felt the veil between the tangible and the spectral grow thin. The celestial guide, the though still present, seemed to share its dominion with a host of elusive shadows that flitted between the rocks, giving the impression of ancient spirits playing in the moonlight. The veil of shadows unfolded like a realm caught between two worlds, a place where the boundary between reality and the unseen blurred. The rocks, weathered by time and shrouded in mist, bore witness to a convergence of terrestrial and ethereal energies. The vanishing hiker, navigating through the labyrinthine passages, felt a tingling sensation, the touch of the veil's elusive embrace. Among the shadows, the hiker noticed strange markings on the rocks, glyphs that seemed to resonate with an otherworldly language. The glyphs, unlike the petroglyphs encountered earlier, pulsated with an eerie luminosity. The traveler, drawn to the haunting symbols, traced the ethereal lines with their fingertips, feeling a subtle vibration that resonated with the veil of shadows itself. The glyphs, like phosphorescent whispers, seemed to tell a different tale, a story of interdimensional passages, celestial gateways, and the dance of spirits in the liminal spaces. The vanishing hiker, now attuned to the language of the veil, began to decipher the glyphs as if unlocking the secrets of a cosmic code. Each mark on the rocks became a portal to a realm where shadows and substance intertwine. As the journey through the Veil of Shadows continued, the hiker encountered a cavern, a natural chamber hidden within the heart of the rocky labyrinth. The air within the cavern vibrated with an energy that transcended the ordinary. The celestial guide, now accompanied by a chorus of spectral whispers, cast its glow upon a central rock adorned with a peculiar symbol, a gateway that seemed to invite the traveler into the mysteries that lay beyond. Intrigued, the vanishing hiker approached the symbolic gateway, feeling the pull of the veil's unseen forces. The glyph, illuminated by the celestial light, emitted a soft radiance that beckoned the traveler to step through the threshold. With a mixture of trepidation and anticipation, the hiker crossed into the cavern's heart, where the veil of shadows seemed to part like a cosmic curtain. On the other side of the gateway, the hiker found themselves in a realm bathed in an otherworldly luminescence. The rocks, now aglow with ethereal radiance, revealed a surreal landscape, a dimension where shadows danced in harmony with tangible forms. The celestial guide, now a beacon in the veil's embrace, cast its light upon an expanse that seemed to transcend the limitations of the physical world. The vanishing hiker, now a sojourner in the Veil of Shadows, felt a sense of timelessness. The landscape, bathed in a perpetual twilight, held an ambience of both serenity and mystery. The rocks, now imbued with the veil's energy, pulsed with a silent rhythm, a heartbeat that resonated with the dance of shadows that surrounded the traveler. As the hiker explored the veil's dimension, the shadows themselves seemed to take on a life of their own. Ethereal figures, shapes shifting between light and darkness, moved gracefully through the celestial glow. The vanishing hiker, an observer in this spectral ballet, marveled at the symbiotic relationship between the tangible and the unseen. The Veil of Shadows, a bridge between realms. In the heart of the veil, the hiker encountered an ancient chamber, an ethereal sanctuary adorned with celestial symbols and the lingering presence of spirits. The celestial guide, now an integral part of the veil's embrace, cast its light upon a central altar. The altar, inscribed with glyphs that pulsated with radiant energy, seemed to hold the key to the cosmic secrets that permeated the Veil of Shadows. The traveler, compelled by an innate understanding, approached the celestial altar. The glyphs, now resonating with the veil's energy, told a tale of cosmic gateways and the interplay between the living and the ethereal. The vanishing hiker, guided by the silent whispers of the veil, placed a hand upon the altar, feeling a surge of energy that transcended the boundaries of the physical and the metaphysical. As the hiker touched the altar, the Veil of Shadows seemed to ripple with a spectral symphony, a harmony of celestial energies and the echoes of an ancient realm. The traveler, now a conduit for the veil's luminous energy, felt a profound connection to the mysteries that unfolded within the cosmic sanctuary. The celestial guide overhead, a celestial witness to the communion between the living and the unseen, cast its benevolent light upon the vanishing hiker. In the heart of the Veil of Shadows, the traveler became a participant in a cosmic dance, a dance where shadows and substance merged, and the boundaries of reality blurred into an ethereal dreamscape. The celestial guide, a silent witness to the sacred communion, bathed the veil in its celestial glow, as if blessing the expedition into the realms beyond the seen. As the chapter unfolded, the vanishing hiker, forever changed by the encounter with the Veil of Shadows, continued the journey through the moonlit backroads. The veil, now an ethereal companion, lingered in the shadows, inviting the traveler to navigate the boundaries between the tangible and the unseen. The celestial guide remained overhead, casting its radiant light upon the desert night, as the expedition delved deeper into the cosmic mysteries that awaited beneath the celestial tapestry. Chapter 8 The Celestial Convergence. As the vanishing hiker emerged from the Veil of Shadows, the celestial guide still illuminated the moonlit desert, casting its ethereal glow upon the landscape. The traveler, now marked by the mysteries of the veil, continued through the rocky terrain with a sense of purpose, a purpose that seemed to resonate with the cosmic forces that governed the backroads. The journey, now nearing its culmination, hinted at a celestial convergence, an alignment of earthly and cosmic energies that awaited in the heart of the desert night. The terrain, marked by the traces of the veil's influence, became a transitional space where the ordinary and the extraordinary coexisted. The rocks, still aglow with residual energy, seemed to vibrate with the echoes of the traveler's passage through the ethereal realms. The vanishing hiker, guided by the celestial light overhead, pressed on with a heightened awareness of the interconnectedness between the terrestrial and the cosmic. As the hiker approached a particularly expansive plateau, the landscape shifted once again. The rocks gave way to a vast clearing, a celestial arena where the cosmic energies seemed to converge. The celestial guide, now joined by an array of stars that sparkled in the midnight sky, cast its luminous gaze upon the plateau. The moon, a radiant presence overhead, became a silent witness to the impending celestial convergence. In the center of the plateau, the vanishing hiker noticed an arrangement of stones, a cosmic mandala that radiated with an unseen energy. The stones, carefully placed in alignment with the stars above, seemed to echo the patterns of the celestial guide. The traveler, recognizing the significance of the celestial arrangement, approached the cosmic mandala with a sense of reverence. The celestial convergence, hinted at by the petroglyphs and the veil of shadows, now unfolded before the hiker's eyes. The stones, like cosmic conduits, connected the terrestrial with the celestial, creating a bridge between the earthly realm and the vast expanse of the universe. The vanishing hiker, now a custodian of the veil's energy, felt a profound responsibility to participate in the celestial dance that awaited. With a deliberate and ceremonial touch, the hiker contributed to the cosmic mandala. Stones were added to the arrangement, each one placed with a mindful intent. The celestial guide, a benevolent presence overhead, seemed to amplify its radiance in response to the traveler's contribution, as if acknowledging the convergence of energies that resonated through the desert night. As the celestial mandala took shape, the plateau became a nexus of cosmic forces. The stars overhead, aligned in celestial harmony, mirrored the patterns on the ground. The moon, a celestial guardian, cast its glow upon the traveler, and the stones that now formed a luminous gateway to the unseen realms. The vanishing hiker, surrounded by the celestial convergence, felt a surge of energy, an ethereal current that pulsed through the desert night. In the midst of the celestial dance, the hiker noticed a subtle change in the air. The veil of shadows, though a distant memory, seemed to cast its influence upon the plateau. The ethereal mist returned, weaving through the stones and creating a luminous halo around the celestial mandala. The traveler, attuned to the veil's presence, recognized that the convergence was not only a celestial alignment but a bridging of the realms that transcended the boundaries of the seen and the unseen. As the hiker stood at the center of the cosmic mandala, the veil of shadows and the celestial guide worked in tandem. The rocks, now aglow with the veil's energy, became conduits for the celestial forces that pulsed through the traveler. The air vibrated with a symphony of unseen energies, creating a palpable sense of transcendence, a moment where the boundaries between the earthly and the cosmic dissolved. In the heart of the celestial convergence, the vanishing hiker felt a profound connection to the universe, a oneness with the stars, the moon, and the veil of shadows. The cosmic energies, now interwoven with the traveler's essence, created a symbiotic dance that echoed through the desert night. The plateau became a sanctuary of celestial communion, where the earthly and the cosmic exchanged energies in a cosmic ballet beneath the expansive sky. As the celestial dance reached its zenith, the hiker felt a gentle pull, a gravitational force that seemed to draw the traveler toward the heavens. The stars overhead, now a luminous chorus, twinkled with a newfound intensity. The moon, a benevolent guide, cast its light upon the vanishing hiker, as if granting permission to ascend into the cosmic realms. In a moment of surrender, the traveler lifted their gaze to the heavens. The celestial guide, the veil of shadows, and the luminous mandala converged into a singular point of celestial brilliance. The rocks, now infused with the energies of the convergence, seemed to lift the hiker from the earthly realm toward the vast expanse of the universe. As the vanishing hiker ascended into the celestial realms, the desert night held its breath. The cosmic forces, now in perfect alignment, embraced the traveler like a cosmic embrace. The plateau, a sacred nexus between worlds, became a testament to the mysteries that unfolded in the heart of the backroads. The celestial convergence, marked by the petroglyphs, guided by the veil of shadows, and realized on the plateau, left an indelible mark on the desert's tapestry. The cosmic mandala, now a luminous beacon in the night sky, continued to resonate with the energies of the veil and the celestial guide. The moon, a silent witness to the vanishing hiker's journey, cast its silvery light upon the landscape below, as the traveler ventured into the cosmic expanse, forever woven into the celestial dance of the desert night. As the chapter unfolded, the celestial convergence marked a culmination of the vanishing hiker's journey through the moonlit backroads. The cosmic energies, now an integral part of the traveler's essence, continued to ripple through the desert night, inviting future souls to explore the mysteries that lay beneath the celestial tapestry. The celestial guide remained overhead, a radiant guardian of the backroads, as the expedition transcended the boundaries of the seen and ventured into the boundless realms of the unseen. Chapter 9: The Ethereal Odyssey. As the vanishing hiker ascended into the cosmic realms, the celestial convergence left the desert night in a state of sublime stillness. The luminous mandala on the plateau continued to resonate with energies woven from the celestial guide and the veil of shadows, casting its ethereal glow upon the moonlit landscape. The rocks, now charged with the remnants of the convergence, seemed to whisper cosmic secrets to the desert breeze, a breeze that carried the echoes of the traveler's journey through the backroads. In the celestial realms, the hiker traversed a cosmic odyssey, a journey beyond the confines of earthly existence. The stars, like beacons in the cosmic sea, guided the traveler through the vast expanse of the universe. The moon, a constant companion in the celestial dance, cast its silvery light upon the ethereal path, illuminating the way through the boundless cosmic tapestry. The vanishing hiker, now a spectral wanderer in the cosmic realms, felt a sense of weightlessness, a liberation from the earthly constraints that once bound them. The celestial guide, a luminous guidepost overhead, directed the traveler toward distant galaxies, nebulae, and cosmic phenomena that transcended the imagination. The veil of shadows, though a distant memory, lingered as a subtle undercurrent, a reminder of the interconnectedness between the terrestrial and the cosmic. The ethereal odyssey unfolded through star clusters and celestial landscapes that defied earthly comprehension. The hiker marveled at the kaleidoscope of colors that painted the cosmic canvas, a palette of hues unseen by mortal eyes. The celestial realms, a symphony of light and sound, beckoned the traveler to explore the mysteries that awaited beyond the boundaries of the known. As the hiker ventured deeper into the cosmic expanse, they encountered celestial beings, entities of pure energy and consciousness that seemed to dance among the stars. These ethereal beings, custodians of cosmic wisdom, welcomed the vanishing hiker into their celestial realm. Communication occurred not through words but through a profound exchange of energy, an empathic communion that transcended the limitations of language. The celestial beings revealed cosmic truths, the interconnectedness of all life, the dance of energy that permeated the universe, and the cyclical nature of existence. The vanishing hiker, now a participant in the cosmic dialogue, absorbed the cosmic revelations like a sponge soaking up the elixir of universal knowledge. The celestial guide, a silent witness to the exchange, radiated its benevolent light upon the ethereal gathering. In the celestial realms, time lost its linear quality. The vanishing hiker, freed from the constraints of temporal boundaries, became a witness to the cosmic cycles, the birth and death of stars, the ebb and flow of galaxies, and the perpetual dance of celestial bodies in the vast cosmic ballet. The traveler, now a guardian of the cosmic narrative, felt an indescribable connection to the cosmic rhythms that govern the celestial realms. Amidst the celestial odyssey, the hiker encountered a cosmic gateway, an astral portal that shimmered with iridescence. The gateway, a threshold between dimensions, beckoned the traveler to explore the realms beyond. The celestial guide, sensing the traveler's readiness for the next phase of the odyssey, cast its luminous light upon the gateway, as if granting permission to traverse the cosmic thresholds. With a courageous heart, the vanishing hiker approached the cosmic gateway. The energy emanating from the astral portal was palpable, and the traveler felt a magnetic pull, a cosmic force inviting them to step beyond the boundaries of the known. The celestial beings, guardians of the gateway, extended a telepathic farewell, conveying a sense of gratitude for the traveler's presence in their celestial realm. As the vanishing hiker passed through the cosmic gateway, the celestial realms transformed once again. The stars, now a celestial blur, created a tunnel of light that stretched into the cosmic unknown. The moon, a distant gleam in the celestial expanse, witnessed the traveler's transition into uncharted realms. The veil of shadows, now a distant echo, seemed to whisper blessings on the ethereal odyssey that unfolded beyond the cosmic gateway. In the realms beyond, the vanishing hiker encountered landscapes of pure energy, dimensions where thoughts manifested as tangible realities, and emotions resonated as vibrant hues in the cosmic spectrum. The celestial guide, a guiding light in the celestial labyrinth, continued to lead the traveler through the unexplored realms, revealing the intricacies of the cosmic fabric that bound the universe together. As the ethereal odyssey progressed, the hiker encountered cosmic phenomena beyond mortal comprehension, solar storms of transcendental beauty, nebulous realms where thoughts formed constellations, and celestial libraries where the stories of countless civilizations were etched into the fabric of the cosmos. The traveler, a witness to the cosmic wonders, navigated through the celestial landscapes with awe and reverence. The celestial guide, a constant companion in the cosmic journey, conveyed a sense of purpose to the vanishing hiker. The traveler, now a luminary being in the cosmic realms, became attuned to the symphony of the universe, the harmonies of celestial bodies, the melodies of cosmic energies, and the rhythms of existence that echoed through the cosmic expanse. In the celestial odyssey, the hiker reached a cosmic crossroads, a nexus of energies where the paths of destiny converged. The celestial guide, in a final act of guidance, revealed a choice to the traveler, an option to return to the earthly realm or to continue the exploration of the cosmic tapestry. The vanishing hiker, now a sovereign entity in the celestial realms, pondered the cosmic crossroads with a heart attuned to the resonance of the universe. As the chapter unfolded, the vanishing hiker stood at the cosmic crossroads, a luminary being in the celestial realms. The choice, a cosmic decision that echoed through the vastness of the universe, awaited the traveler's conscious intent. The celestial guide, a beacon of guidance, watched over the ethereal odyssey as the hiker's essence shimmered with the cosmic energies that transcended the boundaries of mortal understanding. The moon, a distant witness in the celestial expanse, bathed the traveler in its silvery light, as the odyssey through the cosmic tapestry continued to unfold in the boundless realms of the universe. Chapter 10, The Cosmic Choice. In the celestial realms, the vanishing hiker stood at the crossroads of cosmic destiny, a luminary being surrounded by the harmonies of the universe. The celestial guide, a radiant presence in the cosmic expanse, awaited the traveler's conscious intent. The moon, a distant observer in the celestial dance, cast its silvery light upon the ethereal scene, as the hiker pondered the cosmic choice that lay before them. The celestial crossroads shimmered with a pulsating energy, each path leading to unexplored dimensions and cosmic wonders. The vanishing hiker, now attuned to the symphony of the universe, felt the weight of the cosmic decision, a choice that would shape the destiny of the traveler in the boundless realms beyond the known. As the hiker contemplated the options, the celestial guide communicated through telepathic whispers, a gentle guidance that resonated with the traveler's inner essence. The guide conveyed a profound truth, that the cosmic odyssey, though a mesmerizing exploration of the unknown, was intimately entwined with the earthly realm. The universe, in all its vastness, was a reflection of the interconnectedness between the tangible and the ethereal. The first path beckoned the traveler to continue the cosmic exploration, an endless journey through celestial landscapes, cosmic phenomena, and the mysteries of the universe. The vanishing hiker, drawn to the allure of the unknown, could traverse the cosmic tapestry as a luminary being, exploring the depths of the cosmos and unlocking the secrets that lay beyond the boundaries of mortal understanding. The second path offered a return to the earthly realm, a descent from the celestial heights to the familiar landscapes of the backroads. The hiker, now a bearer of cosmic wisdom, could bring the insights gained from the celestial odyssey back to the terrestrial realm. The luminary being, enriched by the ethereal experiences, could share the cosmic truths with fellow earthbound souls, becoming a bridge between the seen and the unseen. The choice lingered in the cosmic air, and the vanishing hiker felt a resonance with both paths. Each option held the promise of discovery and purpose, an infinite journey through the cosmos or a return to the earthly realm with newfound cosmic insight. The traveler, standing at the intersection of cosmic destinies, realized the profound implications of the choice that would echo through the fabric of the universe. In a moment of cosmic clarity, the vanishing hiker felt a convergence of purpose, a recognition that the cosmic and the earthly were not separate realms but interconnected dimensions of a grand tapestry. The luminary being understood that the celestial guide, the veil of shadows, and the ethereal odyssey were all threads woven into the intricate fabric of existence. The universe, in its expansive majesty, invited the hiker to embrace both paths, a synthesis of the cosmic and the terrestrial. With a heart attuned to the cosmic rhythms, the vanishing hiker chose the third path, an integration of the celestial and the earthly. The celestial guide, a beacon of approval, bathed the traveler in its radiant light, as if blessing the choice that harmonized the cosmic odyssey with the backroads of the earthly realm. The moon, a silent witness to the cosmic decision, cast its glow upon the traveler, signifying a conscious union between the seen and the unseen. As the cosmic choice unfolded, the vanishing hiker felt a gentle descent from the celestial heights. The stars, like celestial companions bidding farewell, shimmered with a cosmic understanding. The luminary being, now a bridge between dimensions, descended through the astral portal that connected the cosmic realms with the earthly realm. The descent, guided by the celestial light, brought the hiker back to the moonlit backroads, a familiar landscape now imbued with the luminescence of the cosmic energies. The rocks, still resonating with the remnants of the celestial convergence, seemed to welcome the traveler back to the earthly realm. The Veil of Shadows, though a distant echo, whispered blessings on the returned luminary being. As the vanishing hiker re-entered the earthly realm, the celestial guide continued to cast its benevolent light upon the backroads. The luminary being, enriched by the cosmic odyssey, carried the wisdom of the universe like a radiant aura. The rocks, the stars, and the moon bore witness to the traveler's journey through the cosmic tapestry, a journey that transcended the boundaries of the known and embraced the limitless possibilities of existence. The luminary being, now a harmonious fusion of the celestial and the earthly, wandered through the moonlit backroads with a newfound purpose. The cosmic wisdom, a beacon within, illuminated the traveler's path, guiding them to share the insights gained from the celestial odyssey with those who traverse the earthly realm. The celestial guide, a constant presence overhead, accompanied the luminary being on the earthly journey, a guide that symbolized the interconnectedness between the seen and the unseen. The Veil of Shadows, though a subtle undercurrent, lingered as a reminder of the ethereal dimensions that coexisted with the tangible realities of the backroads. As the luminary being walked through the moonlit night, the rocks, the celestial guide, and the earthly landscape became a testament to the cosmic choice that harmonized the cosmic and the terrestrial. The vanishing hiker, forever changed by the ethereal odyssey, embraced the role of a cosmic wanderer, a guardian of the cosmic tapestry who traversed the backroads with a heart attuned to the rhythms of the universe. In the cosmic integration, the luminary being understood that the journey through the celestial realms and the return to the earthly realm were not separate chapters but interconnected threads in the grand narrative of existence. The moon, a celestial witness, cast its silvery light upon the harmonious dance between the cosmic and the earthly, as the luminary being continued to explore the boundless realms of the universe while grounded in the moonlit backroads. And so, the vanishing hiker, now a luminary being of cosmic and earthly dimensions, continued the journey through the moonlit backroads, a guardian of the cosmic tapestry, a bridge between realms, and a wanderer whose essence echoed through the vast expanse of the universe. The haunting encounter on Route 666. Chapter 1: The Fateful Decision. The night was enveloped in an inky blackness, the only illumination coming from the dim glow of the car's headlights slicing through the thick darkness. The worn tires of the weary traveler's vehicle hummed a low, monotonous melody as it rolled along the seemingly endless stretch of highway. The gas gauge teetered dangerously close to empty, and the options for refueling were as scarce as the company on the desolate road. The traveler, a solitary figure worn down by the miles, peered through the windshield at the sign ahead, Route 666. It was a name that sparked a shiver down the spine. But desperation clung to the air like a suffocating fog. The decision to take this ominous route was born out of necessity, a gamble to outrun the impending emptiness of the gas tank and the looming isolation of the night. As the car's tires bumped onto the cracked pavement of Route 666, an unsettling feeling settled in the pit of the traveler's stomach. The air seemed to change, thickening with an unspoken tension that whispered through the wind. The road, lined with gnarled trees casting long shadows, stretched out like a serpent winding its way through the desolate landscape. The traveler tightened their grip on the steering wheel, eyes darting nervously from side to side as if expecting something to leap out from the darkness. The highway was devoid of any signs of life, and the only sound was the distant howl of the wind, carrying with it an otherworldly wail that seemed to echo through the night. Miles passed like an agonizing eternity, the only markers of progress being the occasional battered road sign and the relentless tick of the odometer. The car's engine groaned, protesting against the strain of the journey. Glancing at the fuel gauge, the traveler's heart sank as the needle inched perilously closer to the ominous E. A flicker of light on the roadside caught their attention. A dilapidated gas station, long abandoned and left to decay, stood as a ghostly monument to the desolation that surrounded Route 666. The traveler hesitated, weighing the risk of stopping against the certainty of running out of fuel in the heart of the darkness. With a reluctant sigh, they pulled into the overgrown parking lot, the headlights casting long shadows that danced across the crumbling walls of the forgotten station. The air was thick with an unsettling stillness, broken only by the distant howls of unseen creatures in the night. The travelers stepped out of the car, the crunch of gravel beneath their boots punctuating the eerie silence. The skeletal remains of the gas pumps stood like sentinels, their rusted nozzles frozen in a perpetual state of abandonment. As the traveler fumbled with the gas cap, a faint creaking sound echoed through the air, setting their nerves on edge. Glancing around, they caught a glimpse of movement in the shadows. A tattered curtain fluttered in the breeze of an open window, and the traveler's pulse quickened. An inexplicable sense of being watched sent a chill down their spine. But the source of the gaze remained elusive. Filling the gas tank with trembling hands, the traveler couldn't shake the feeling that Route 666 was not just a road but a passage to something unknown and unsettling. With the tank replenished, they hurried back into the safety of the car, the engine roaring to life as if eager to escape the clutches of the haunted gas station. As the tires once again rolled over the cracked pavement, The traveler cast one last uneasy glance at the forsaken station in the rearview mirror. The darkness seemed to cling to the abandoned building, swallowing it whole as if erasing any trace of its existence. The decision to take Route 666 weighed heavy on the traveler's mind as the highway stretched out before them, winding deeper into the heart of the unknown. Chapter 2: The Desolate Stretch. The road stretched out endlessly, a narrow ribbon of asphalt cutting through a desolate landscape. The traveler's car rumbled along the uneven surface, headlights piercing the thick darkness like a feeble attempt to fend off the encroaching shadows. The gnarled branches of skeletal trees reached out, casting twisted silhouettes that danced menacingly in the dim glow of the headlights. The air inside the car was heavy with an oppressive stillness, and an unsettling quiet settled over Route 666. The traveler's gaze flickered between the road ahead and the desolate surroundings, searching for any sign of life in this forsaken stretch of highway. But life seemed to have abandoned this place, leaving only the echoes of the past to haunt the present. Abandoned structures loomed on either side of the road, their broken windows like vacant eyes staring into the abyss. The traveler couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, as if unseen eyes followed their every move. The wind whispered through the twisted branches, carrying with it a mournful melody that seemed to resonate with the desolation of Route 666. A sense of foreboding settled over the traveler, a growing realization that this journey was not just a shortcut but a plunge into the unknown. The road seemed to coil and twist like a serpent, leading them deeper into the heart of the darkness. Each passing mile amplified the feeling of isolation, as if the world outside the car had ceased to exist. The traveler's hands tightened on the steering wheel, knuckles turning white as they navigated the narrow path. The headlights illuminated the cracked pavement, revealing the scars of time etched into the road like a map of forgotten memories. The hum of the tires on the asphalt created a rhythmic pattern that seemed to echo the pulse of Route 666 itself. The wind carried with it a distant howl, a sound that sent a shiver down the traveler's spine. It was a sound that seemed to transcend the natural world, a haunting lament that echoed through the desolation. Unease settled in the pit of the traveler's stomach, a growing awareness that they were not alone on this forsaken highway. As the car rounded a bend, the headlights revealed a figure standing at the roadside. A silhouette, barely visible in the darkness, seemed to materialize out of thin air. The traveler's breath caught in their throat as they passed, the figure unmoving, its features shrouded in darkness. The road ahead seemed to stretch into infinity, the headlights barely penetrating the vastness of the night. The traveler's thoughts raced, haunted by the feeling that this stretch of Route 666 held secrets that defied understanding. The desolation pressed in from all sides, a suffocating weight that clung to the air like a malevolent presence. With each passing mile, the traveler couldn't escape the growing certainty that Route 666 was not just a road but a passage to something beyond the realm of the living. The desolate stretch seemed to pulse with a hidden energy, a force that beckoned the traveler further into the heart of the haunting unknown. As the car pressed on, the shadows deepened, and the road unfolded like a macabre tapestry, weaving a tale of darkness that awaited in the chapters yet to come. Chapter 3: Radio Silence. The air hung heavy with an eerie stillness as the traveler continued down Route 666, the desolate stretch of highway seemingly untouched by the passage of time. The dashboard clock glowed dimly, ticking away the seconds that stretched into minutes, each one laden with the weight of isolation. The rhythmic hum of the tires on the cracked pavement became the only companion in this lonely journey. Fingers absently tapped on the steering wheel as the traveler tried to shake off the unsettling atmosphere that clung to Route 666. The radio crackled to life, emitting a faint melody that seemed to materialize from the ether. A welcome distraction, they thought, reaching to adjust the dial. The haunting notes of a classic tune filled the car, temporarily drowning out the oppressive silence. Yet, as if the highway itself rebelled against the intrusion, the radio signal faltered. The music warped and distorted, transforming into an unsettling cacophony of static. The traveler frowned, their hand hovering over the dial as if trying to coax the signal back to clarity. The static persisted, punctuated by occasional bursts of distorted voices that seemed to whisper secrets from another realm. With a frustrated sigh, the traveler turned the radio off, the sudden silence echoing through the car like a void. The absence of sound was deafening, and Route 666 seemed to react to the abrupt silence. The wind outside carried with it an otherworldly wail, as if mourning the departure of the music that had briefly disrupted the desolation. The traveler's gaze flickered to the rearview mirror, a subtle unease settling in. The darkness behind seemed to thicken, and an inexplicable sensation of being observed took hold. They shook off the feeling, attributing it to the isolation and the eerie nature of the road. As the car pressed on, the monotony of the journey was punctuated only by the occasional flicker of a long-abandoned roadside structure. The radio remained silent, as if the airwaves themselves recoiled from Route 666. The traveler's thoughts drifted, and a sense of isolation intensified with every passing mile. The road stretched out ahead, an unending path into the heart of the night. The car's headlights carved a narrow tunnel through the darkness, revealing the cracked and weathered surface of Route 666. Shadows danced along the periphery of the traveler's vision, their movements seemingly synchronized with the pulse of the road. A peculiar sensation settled over the traveler, a feeling that the boundaries between the physical and metaphysical were blurring. They cast a wary glance at the radio, contemplating whether to break the oppressive silence that enveloped the car. With a hesitant hand, they reached for the power button, half expecting the static to return. As the radio crackled back to life, a chill ran down the traveler's spine. The static had transformed into a series of faint whispers, indiscernible voices that seemed to speak in a language unknown. The traveler strained to understand, their eyes widening as the whispers grew more insistent, as if pleading for attention. Suddenly, a clear voice cut through the chaos, uttering the traveler's name with an unsettling familiarity. The car's interior seemed to contract, and the air turned frigid. The traveler's heart raced as they listened, the voice weaving a narrative that echoed the history of Route 666, a tale of lost souls and spectral wanderers condemned to roam the desolate highway. In a moment of sheer dread, the traveler realized the voice spoke of events that hadn't occurred, a narrative that transcended the boundaries of time. The whispers grew louder, the car seemingly filled with the presence of unseen entities eager to share their haunting stories. In a desperate attempt to regain control, the traveler reached for the radio dial, silencing the voices that echoed through the car. The oppressive silence returned, leaving only the sound of the tires on the desolate road. Route 666, now shrouded in an even thicker darkness, stretched out before the traveler. The radio, once a source of distraction, now lay dormant, its mysterious whispers lingering in the air. The traveler pressed on, haunted by the unsettling encounter with the spectral voices and the realization that Route 666 held more than just the remnants of forgotten memory. It harbored a supernatural force that transcended the boundaries of the living world. The Highway of Shadows had revealed its first secret, leaving the traveler with an unshakable sense that the true horror of Route 666 was yet to be unveiled. Chapter 4: The Vanishing Hitchhiker. The road unfurled like a ribbon of shadows beneath the car's tires, and the traveler's thoughts were consumed by the unsettling encounter with the enigmatic voices on Route 666. The oppressive silence lingered, amplifying the isolation that clung to the desolate highway. As the miles rolled by, the traveler's mind replayed the haunting whispers, their words echoing in the corridors of memory. The wind outside seemed to carry with it a mournful lament, a dirge for those lost to the desolation of Route 666. The traveler's grip on the steering wheel tightened as the road wound its way through the night, each twist and turn revealing more of the haunting unknown. In the distance, a figure appeared on the roadside, a silhouette in the dim glow of the headlights. The traveler's heart skipped a beat as they approached, uncertainty mingling with a twinge of compassion. The silhouette solidified into the form of a hitchhiker, standing alone in the darkness. A moral dilemma unfolded within the traveler's mind. Should they stop and offer assistance, or heed the cautionary tales of mysterious encounters on desolate highways? The wind outside seemed to carry a whispered plea, urging the traveler to acknowledge the lonely figure standing at the roadside. With a cautious hesitation, the traveler pulled over, the crunch of gravel beneath the tires echoing through the night. The hitchhiker approached, their features obscured by the shadows. The traveler rolled down the window, the air outside carrying a chill that seemed to defy the warmth within the car. "Need a ride?" the traveler asked, their voice laced with a mixture of concern and curiosity. The hitchhiker nodded, a silent acknowledgement, and slid into the passenger seat. The car's interior seemed to contract with the newfound presence, and the wind outside whispered secrets that danced on the edge of perception. The hitchhiker was a phantom in the dimness, their features indistinct yet somehow familiar. The traveler's attempts at conversation were met with cryptic responses, as if the hitchhiker existed on the periphery of reality. The air inside the car thickened with an unspoken tension, and the road ahead seemed to stretch into an endless abyss. As the car pressed on, the traveler's gaze flickered between the road and their mysterious companion. The hitchhiker's presence was disconcerting, their aura radiating an otherworldly energy. The wind outside howled with a heightened intensity, as if nature itself warned of the peculiar passenger. A sudden realization struck the traveler, a realization that defied logic and reason. The hitchhiker's words hinted at an intimate knowledge of the traveler's past, as if they were a spectral confidant privy to the secrets of a life lived in the shadows. Anxiety clawed at the traveler's chest, and the headlights illuminated the road like a path through the labyrinth of the unknown. The hitchhiker's silhouette seemed to waver, their form flickering like a phantom caught between dimensions. With a sense of foreboding, the traveler turned to address their passenger, only to find the seat empty. Panic seized them, and they scanned the car's interior, searching for any trace of the mysterious hitchhiker. But the phantom had vanished, leaving behind only the lingering chill of their ephemeral presence. The wind outside carried with it a mournful wail, as if nature itself mourned the encounter on Route 666. The travelers' heart raced, and a sense of isolation settled over them like a heavy shroud. The desolation of the highway seemed to intensify, and the road ahead became a labyrinth of uncertainty. As the car continued its journey, the traveler couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, as if unseen eyes lingered in the shadows. The encounter with the vanishing hitchhiker left them haunted, a spectral enigma etched into the fabric of Route 666. The road stretched out before them, a winding path through the heart of the night. The traveler pressed on, grappling with the enigma of the vanishing passenger and the unspoken secrets that lingered in the air. Route 666 had revealed another layer of its haunting mysteries, leaving the traveler to navigate the spectral landscape with trepidation and an ever-growing sense of dread. Chapter 5. Unearthly Roadside Attractions. The encounter with the vanishing hitchhiker had left an indelible mark on the traveler's psyche, an enigma that clung to the desolate air of Route 666. The road, now winding through a landscape draped in shadows, seemed to pulse with a newfound energy, an energy that whispered of mysteries waiting to be unraveled. As the car pressed on, the headlights revealed peculiar roadside attractions that punctuated the desolation of Route 666. Abandoned structures, long forgotten by time, stood like silent witnesses to the haunting tales woven into the fabric of the highway. Each weathered building and decaying sign hinted at a history steeped in tragedy, and whispered of a past that refused to be erased. The traveler's gaze lingered on a dilapidated motel, its neon sign flickering like a dying ember. The windows were shattered, and the doors creaked in the wind, creating an eerie symphony that echoed through the night. The urge to explore the forsaken establishment tugged at the edges of the traveler's curiosity, but an unspoken warning held them back. The road, like a ribbon of fate, led to an abandoned amusement park, a ghostly remnant of joyous yesteryears now consumed by the encroaching darkness. The skeletal remains of a Ferris wheel loomed against the night sky, its rusted frame casting long, ominous shadows. The traveler couldn't escape the feeling of being watched by the hollow eyes of the deserted attractions. As the car rolled past a faded billboard, a shiver ran down the traveler's spine. The weathered sign advertised a long-gone sideshow, featuring the eternal wonders that once lured visitors to the macabre mysteries of Route 666. The temptation to explore the remnants of the sideshow clawed at the traveler's imagination, but an invisible force warned them against delving into the supernatural history etched into the fabric of the highway. The wind outside carried with it the whispers of forgotten laughter and the distant echoes of bygone revelry. The traveler pressed on, the road unfolding like a sinister tapestry, each mile unraveling the secrets of Route 666. Shadows danced along the roadside, their movements synchronized with the pulse of the traveler's heartbeat. A peculiar fog began to envelop the highway, its ethereal tendrils weaving through the skeletal trees like the fingers of unseen specters. The traveler squinted through the mist, trying to discern the road ahead, but the fog seemed to defy the laws of nature, distorting reality into a surreal dreamscape. Suddenly, the headlights illuminated a spectral figure standing at the roadside, a performer frozen in time, their costume tattered and their gaze hauntingly fixed on the horizon. The traveler's breath caught in their throat as the car passed the apparition, a ghostly reminder of the sideshow performers who once captivated audiences with their mysterious acts. The car rumbled over the cracked pavement, and the fog thickened, enveloping the traveler in an otherworldly haze. The air inside the car felt charged with a spectral energy, and the traveler couldn't escape the feeling of being transported to a realm where reality and illusion blurred into one. The roadside attractions became increasingly surreal, a carnival of the supernatural that defied explanation. The traveler passed by an abandoned diner, its windows reflecting the distorted images of phantom patrons forever frozen in the act of savoring an invisible feast. The scent of phantom food lingered in the air, an olfactory illusion that teased the traveler's senses. As the car approached an ancient cemetery, the headlights revealed weathered tombstones and mausoleums that seemed to whisper the names of the long departed. The air became heavy with the weight of forgotten souls, and the traveler felt the gaze of spectral eyes following their every move. With a sense of trepidation, the traveler continued through the unearthly roadside attractions, the road winding deeper into the heart of Route 666's haunted history. Each mysterious sight left an indelible impression, like fingerprints of the supernatural imprinted on the fabric of the traveler's reality. The fog began to lift, revealing the road ahead. The roadside attractions faded into the distance, but the echoes of the supernatural lingered in the air. Route 666, now a stage for the unearthly and the inexplicable, beckoned the traveler forward. The desolation of the highway had become a canvas for the spectral, and the traveler pressed on, haunted by the unearthly roadside attractions that had revealed glimpses of the supernatural tapestry woven into the very fabric of Route 666. Chapter 6: The Haunting Past. The traveler continued along the winding expanse of Route 666, the unsettling memories of the vanishing hitchhiker and the unearthly roadside attractions lingering like a ghostly presence. As the car navigated the desolate highway, the surroundings morphed into a nightmarish tableau, each mile revealing more of the haunting past etched into the fabric of the road. The wind outside seemed to carry with it echoes of bygone whispers, as if the very air was infused with the residual tales of Route 666. Shadows danced along the roadside, their movements a silent choreography that hinted at the unseen spirits dwelling in the desolation. A flicker of light on the horizon caught the traveler's attention. As the car approached, the glow revealed an ancient graveyard, its tombstones weathered by the passage of time. The atmosphere within the cemetery was suffused with an otherworldly energy, and the traveler couldn't escape the feeling of being watched by the spectral inhabitants resting in eternal slumber. Curiosity mingled with trepidation as the traveler parked the car and stepped into the graveyard. The tombstones, some leaning at odd angles, told stories of lives lived and lost. Names and dates, worn away by the hands of time, hinted at the forgotten histories buried beneath the soil. In the heart of the cemetery, an imposing mausoleum stood as a monument to the past. The traveler hesitated before its entrance, the heavy door creaking open as if inviting them to step into the cryptic mysteries concealed within. With a mixture of fascination and unease, the traveler crossed the threshold. The air inside the mausoleum hung heavy with the scent of decay, a pungent reminder of the passage of years. Dim light filtered through stained glass windows, casting an otherworldly glow on the forgotten artifacts that adorned the crypt. Dust-covered trinkets and faded photographs told a tale of lives that had once thrived within the embrace of Route 666. As the traveler explored the mausoleum, their footsteps echoing in the silence, an old diary caught their attention. Its pages, yellowed with age, revealed the handwritten musings of a soul tormented by the supernatural. The entries spoke of strange occurrences, phantom voices, and a pervasive sense of dread that had gripped the author's heart. The diary hinted at a curse woven into the very essence of Route 666, a curse that ensnared the living and bound them to the desolation. The traveler's hands trembled as they turned the pages, each revelation pulling them deeper into the haunted history of the highway. A faded photograph slipped from the pages, revealing a group of people who had once called Route 666 home. The traveler recognized faces distorted by time, their eyes hauntingly familiar. Among them was the vanishing hitchhiker, frozen in a moment captured by the lens of the past. The revelation sent a chill down the traveler's spine. The hitchhiker, it seemed, was no stranger to the haunting history of Route 666. Their spectral presence was interwoven with the tragic narratives of those who had crossed paths with the highway. As the traveler left the mausoleum, the graveyard seemed to come alive with the whispers of the departed. The wind carried mournful melodies, as if the spirits yearned to share their tales with the living. Shadows played upon the tombstones, their ethereal dance revealing the hidden stories etched into the stone. Returning to the car, the traveler's mind swirled with revelations. The haunting past of Route 666 was not confined to the spectral encounters of the present. It was a tapestry woven with threads of sorrow, curses, and the restless spirits of those who had become entangled in the web of the highway's supernatural allure. The road beckoned once more, and the traveler pressed on with newfound knowledge. Route 666, now a corridor of history and mystery, unfurled its secrets with each passing mile. The haunting past clung to the air, and the car rolled forward into the heart of the night, carrying the weight of revelations that echoed through the desolation. The journey continued, guided by the spectral whispers of the highway's enigmatic past. Chapter 7: The Phantom Vehicle. The night hung heavy with the weight of revelations as the traveler's car glided along Route 666, the desolate highway pulsing with the echoes of its haunting past. The graveyard's whispers lingered in the air, a spectral chorus that seemed to follow the traveler like a phantom companion. As the road unfolded, a new enigma emerged, the phantom vehicle that materialized out of the darkness. The traveler's hands tightened on the steering wheel, their senses heightened by the knowledge of the highway's cursed history. The air seemed charged with an otherworldly energy as the road stretched before them, a twisted ribbon leading deeper into the heart of Route 666's mystery. A distant rumble reverberated through the night. The traveler's eyes widened as the headlights revealed the silhouette of an ancient, black car, a spectral vehicle that seemed to defy the laws of time. It materialized on the road, its ghostly form weaving through the shadows with an ethereal grace. The phantom vehicle moved in eerie synchrony with the traveler's car, its presence casting an unsettling aura over the desolate highway. The wind outside howled, as if heralding the arrival of an otherworldly entity, and the air grew heavy with a sense of foreboding. The travelers' attempts to distance themselves from the phantom car proved futile. No matter how fast or slow they drove, the spectral vehicle mirrored their every move, an elusive companion haunting the periphery of reality. Its headlights flickered like distant stars, casting an ominous glow on the road ahead. As the miles passed, the travelers' unease intensified. The phantom vehicle seemed to defy the natural laws of motion, its movements fluid and unpredictable. The air inside the car crackled with an unseen energy, and the highway itself seemed to respond to the supernatural presence in its midst. The traveler's mind raced with questions. Was the phantom car a harbinger of the highway's curse, an apparition drawn from the depths of Route 666's haunted history? Or was it a manifestation of the spirits that lingered in the desolation, seeking to guide or torment those who dared to traverse its cursed path? The wind carried with it whispers, indistinct voices that seemed to beckon the traveler into the unknown. The phantom vehicle, a silent companion on this spectral journey, cast a shadow that danced on the edges of perception. The road, now a portal between the living and the dead, stretched out like a corridor to the supernatural. As the car navigated a particularly treacherous stretch of the highway, the phantom vehicle's presence became more palpable. Its headlights bore into the traveler's soul, revealing glimpses of the unknown that lurked in the shadows. An eerie resonance hummed through the air, as if the highway itself was a living entity responding to the spectral convergence. In a moment of unnerving clarity, the traveler realized the phantom car was not merely an observer but a guide to the highway's darkest secrets. The wind outside seemed to carry a melodic symphony, an ethereal soundtrack to the unfolding revelation. The traveler, compelled by an irresistible force, followed the spectral vehicle into the heart of Route 666's enigma. The road twisted and turned, a labyrinthine journey into the supernatural unknown. The phantom vehicle led the way, its ghostly form a beacon through the desolation. Shadows clung to the roadside, their movements a silent dance choreographed by the spirits that called Route 666 home. As the traveler and the phantom car ventured deeper into the night, the air became thick with anticipation. The wind whispered forgotten tales, and the echoes of the graveyard's chorus resonated in harmony with the spectral symphony of the highway. Suddenly, the phantom vehicle slowed to a halt, its black form fading into the darkness. The traveler's car rolled forward, alone on the desolate road. The wind outside carried with it a mournful sigh, as if the spirits bid the traveler farewell, leaving them at the threshold of a revelation that awaited in the shadows. The road stretched out, a canvas for the supernatural, and the traveler pressed on with a newfound sense of purpose. Route 666, now a conduit to the unknown, beckoned them forward. The phantom vehicle, a transient guide through the haunted expanse, had unveiled a glimpse of the highway's spectral secrets. The journey continued, each mile carrying the traveler deeper into the mysteries that awaited in the chapters yet to unfold. Chapter 7, The Phantom Vehicle. The night hung heavy with the weight of revelations as the traveler's car glided along Route 666, the desolate highway pulsing with the echoes of its haunting past. The graveyard's whispers lingered in the air, a spectral chorus that seemed to follow the traveler like a phantom companion. As the road unfolded, a new enigma emerged, the phantom vehicle that materialized out of the darkness. The traveler's hands tightened on the steering wheel, their senses heightened by the knowledge of the highway's cursed history. The air seemed charged with an otherworldly energy as the road stretched before them, a twisted ribbon leading deeper into the heart of Route 666's mystery. A distant rumble reverberated through the night. The traveler's eyes widened as the headlights revealed the silhouette of an ancient, black car, a spectral vehicle that seemed to defy the laws of time. It materialized on the road, its ghostly form weaving through the shadows with an ethereal grace. The phantom vehicle moved in eerie synchrony with the traveler's car, its presence casting an unsettling aura over the desolate highway. The wind outside howled, as if heralding the arrival of an otherworldly entity, and the air grew heavy with a sense of foreboding. The travelers' attempts to distance themselves from the phantom car proved futile. No matter how fast or slow they drove, the spectral vehicle mirrored their every move, an elusive companion haunting the periphery of reality. Its headlights flickered like distant stars, casting an ominous glow on the road ahead. As the miles passed, the travelers' unease intensified. The phantom vehicle seemed to defy the natural laws of motion, its movements fluid and unpredictable. The air inside the car crackled with an unseen energy, and the highway itself seemed to respond to the supernatural presence in its midst. The traveler's mind raced with questions. Was the phantom car a harbinger of the highway's curse, an apparition drawn from the depths of Route 666's haunted history? Or was it a manifestation of the spirits that lingered in the desolation, seeking to guide or torment those who dared to traverse its cursed path? The wind carried with it whispers, indistinct voices that seemed to beckon the traveler into the unknown. The phantom vehicle, a silent companion on this spectral journey, cast a shadow that danced on the edges of perception. The road, now a portal between the living and the dead, stretched out like a corridor to the supernatural. As the car navigated a particularly treacherous stretch of the highway, the phantom vehicle's presence became more palpable. Its headlights bore into the traveler's soul, revealing glimpses of the unknown that lurked in the shadows. An eerie resonance hummed through the air, as if the highway itself was a living entity responding to the spectral convergence. In a moment of unnerving clarity, the traveler realized the phantom car was not merely an observer but a guide to the highway's darkest secrets. The wind outside seemed to carry a melodic symphony, an ethereal soundtrack to the unfolding revelation. The traveler, compelled by an irresistible force, followed the spectral vehicle into the heart of Route 666's enigma. The road twisted and turned, a labyrinthine journey into the supernatural unknown. The phantom vehicle led the way, its ghostly form a beacon through the desolation. Shadows clung to the roadside, their movements a silent dance choreographed by the spirits that called Route 666 home. As the traveler and the phantom car ventured deeper into the night, the air became thick with anticipation. The wind whispered forgotten tales, and the echoes of the graveyard's chorus resonated in harmony with the spectral symphony of the highway. Suddenly, the phantom vehicle slowed to a halt, its black form fading into the darkness. The traveler's car rolled forward, alone on the desolate road. The wind outside carried with it a mournful sigh, as if the spirits bid the traveler farewell, leaving them at the threshold of a revelation that awaited in the shadows. The road stretched out, a canvas for the supernatural, and the traveler pressed on with a newfound sense of purpose. Route 666, now a conduit to the unknown, beckoned them forward. The phantom vehicle, a transient guide through the haunted expanse, had unveiled a glimpse of the highway's spectral secrets. The journey continued, each mile carrying the traveler deeper into the mysteries that awaited in the chapters yet to unfold. Chapter 8, Voices in the Wind. The traveler's car continued its solitary journey along Route 666, the phantom vehicle fading into the shadows, leaving only the haunting echoes of its spectral presence. The desolate highway, now a conduit to the supernatural, stretched out before the traveler like a passage to the unknown. As the night deepened, a new enigma emerged, the ethereal voices that whispered through the wind. The air carried with it an otherworldly melody, a symphony of whispers that seemed to transcend the natural realm. The traveler strained to discern the words, the voices blending into a haunting chorus that echoed through the desolation. The wind, now a vessel for the spirits that dwelled in the shadows, carried their secrets to the ears of the living. The traveler's heart quickened, attuned to the supernatural frequencies that permeated the night. The voices spoke of forgotten tales, of lost souls bound to the highway, and of the curse that veiled Route 666 in an eternal shroud of mystery. Each whispered revelation added another layer to the tapestry of the haunted history that clung to the road. As the car rolled on, the voices became more distinct, each ethereal utterance resonating with the energy of the spirits. The wind outside seemed to carry conversations from the past, fragments of lives intertwined with the desolation of Route 666. The traveler, now a reluctant audience to the spectral narrative, listened with a mixture of awe and trepidation. The voices spoke of love lost and promises unfulfilled, their spectral words weaving through the air like threads of forgotten memories. The traveler's surroundings blurred, and the road became a conduit to the ethereal, a gateway to a realm where time and space converged in a dance with the supernatural. A sudden flash of light illuminated the roadside, a phantom apparition materializing on the periphery of the traveler's vision. The figure, cloaked in a ghostly glow, beckoned from the shadows. The traveler, drawn by an unseen force, stopped the car and stepped into the night. The apparition, a specter of a bygone era, revealed itself as a restless soul yearning to share its untold story. The voices in the wind intensified, a chorus of spirits converging in an ethereal communion. The traveler, now a participant in the spectral dialogue, listened as the apparition recounted a tale of love and betrayal that had unfolded beneath the haunted skies of Route 666. The wind carried with it the phantom scent of blooming roses, the fragrance of a love that had withered with the passage of time. The apparition's voice trembled with emotion, its spectral presence a testament to the enduring bonds that lingered in the desolation. As the tale unfolded, the air seemed to vibrate with the echoes of heartbreak. The traveler could feel the pain etched into the fabric of Route 666, a residual energy that clung to the very essence of the highway. The voices in the wind harmonized with the spectral apparition's narrative, creating a symphony of sorrow that reverberated through the night. In a moment of spectral clarity, the traveler realized the voices in the wind were not mere echoes of the past but living echoes, the souls of the departed yearning to share their stories with the living. The wind became a conduit for their unspoken truths, a channel through which the highway's haunted history flowed. The spectral apparition faded into the night, its ethereal presence merging with the whispers in the wind. The traveler, now both witness and participant in the supernatural narrative, returned to the car with a heart heavy with the weight of the tales shared by the spirits of Route 666. The voices in the wind continued their haunting symphony as the car pressed on, the road unfolding like a spectral pathway through the heart of the night. Shadows danced along the roadside, their movements synchronized with the ethereal voices that echoed in the traveler's ears. The wind outside howled with a heightened intensity, as if the spirits, having shared their tales, urged the traveler forward. Route 666, now a tapestry woven with the threads of spectral narratives, guided the car through the haunting expanse, each mile carrying the echoes of the voices in the wind. As the journey continued, the traveler became a custodian of the highway's secrets. The voices in the wind, the apparitions in the night, and the phantom vehicle that had guided them, all were threads in the supernatural tapestry of Route 666. The traveler, now a reluctant participant in the spectral drama, pressed on, propelled by a sense of destiny written in the voices that lingered in the night. The road, a conduit to the unknown, beckoned with a promise of revelations yet to be unveiled. Chapter 9. The Desperation of Shadows. The desolation of Route 666 deepened as the traveler's car continued its journey into the heart of the night. The ethereal voices in the wind had subsided, leaving behind a silence that seemed pregnant with anticipation. Shadows clung to the roadside like desperate apparitions, their movements synchronized with an unseen rhythm that pulsed through the very fabric of the haunted highway. The traveler, now attuned to the supernatural currents of Route 666, felt a growing sense of unease. The road stretched out before them, a serpentine path weaving through the desolate landscape. The air was thick with an unseen energy, and the wind outside howled in a mournful lament that seemed to echo the desperation of the shadows. As the car pressed forward, the headlights illuminated a dilapidated gas station standing alone in the darkness. The flickering neon sign cast an eerie glow, creating dancing shadows that seemed to whisper forgotten secrets. The traveler hesitated, then decided to pull over, compelled by an invisible force to explore the forsaken oasis. The gas station, frozen in time, exuded an air of melancholy. Abandoned pumps stood like sentinels, and the faint scent of gasoline lingered in the air, a phantom reminder of a bygone era. The traveler's footsteps echoed through the silence as they explored the desolate space, the shadows playing tricks on the edges of perception. Amidst the wreckage of forgotten dreams, a tattered map caught the traveler's attention. It revealed an alternate route, a clandestine path veering off Route 666 into uncharted territory. The wind outside whispered of secrets concealed beyond the known, and the traveler, driven by a curious mix of dread and fascination, decided to follow the enigmatic trail. As the car veered onto the clandestine route, the atmosphere shifted, the air became charged with an unsettling energy, and the shadows deepened, clinging to the car like spectral passengers. The road, now a narrow ribbon through a twisted forest, seemed to pulse with a life of its own. The wind carried with it the distant cries of unseen creatures, and the branches overhead formed a skeletal canopy that obscured the moonlight. The traveler's gaze flickered between the road ahead and the encroaching darkness, a sense of vulnerability settling in as the car ventured into the unknown. The clandestine route unraveled like a nightmare, each mile revealing the desperation of the shadows that clung to the forest. Unearthly whispers seemed to emanate from the very trees, a chorus of spectral voices that echoed through the eerie silence. The traveler, now immersed in a world beyond the known, pressed on with a mixture of trepidation and morbid curiosity. Abruptly, the road widened into a clearing, revealing a forgotten village enveloped in an oppressive mist. The skeletal remains of houses stood like silent witnesses to a tragedy shrouded in time. The traveler's car rolled through the desolate streets, the headlights illuminating abandoned memories that seemed to crumble beneath the weight of despair. As the car approached the village center, an apparition materialized, a spectral figure, its features obscured by the mist. The traveler's breath caught in their throat as the ghostly entity beckoned with ethereal hands. A sense of recognition tinged with dread settled over the traveler. They had encountered the village's lost soul. The apparition spoke in hushed tones, its words a lament for a life interrupted by tragedy. The village, it seemed, had fallen victim to a malevolent force, its inhabitants condemned to a shadowy existence between the realms of the living and the dead. The traveler, now entangled in the village's sorrowful history, listened as the apparition revealed the harrowing tale of Route 666's hidden curse. The wind outside howled in sympathy, carrying with it the anguished cries of the village departed. The traveler's surroundings blurred as the apparition's narrative unfolded, a story of lost love, betrayal, and a pact with the supernatural that had sealed the village's fate. The mist thickened, and the village seemed to merge with the shadows, becoming an ephemeral manifestation of the haunted history woven into Route 666. 6. The traveler, a transient witness to the desperation of shadows, felt the weight of the village sorrow settle upon their shoulders. With a final, mournful gaze, the spectral figure dissipated into the mist, leaving the traveler alone in the forsaken village. The air hung heavy with the residue of the supernatural encounter, and the road beckoned the traveler back to Route 666, the clandestine route now a haunted detour into the depths of despair. As the car retraced its path, the wind outside carried the whispers of the village's lost souls. The shadows, once desperate apparitions, clung to the roadside like lingering phantoms. Route 666, now a nexus of haunted tales, stretched out before the traveler, each mile a reminder of the desolation that concealed the secrets of the supernatural. The journey continued, the car rolling along Route 666, the road unfolding like a tapestry of spectral narratives. The desperation of shadows lingered in the air, and the wind carried with it the melancholic melodies of the forsaken. The traveler, now burdened with the sorrow of the haunted village, pressed on into the heart of the night, guided by the unseen forces that danced on the edge of the supernatural. The road, a vessel for the spectral, awaited the revelations that lay hidden in the chapters yet to unfold. Chapter 10, The Convergence. The traveler's car continued its passage along Route 666, the haunted highway pulsing with the residual energy of the village despair. The clandestine detour had unveiled a layer of the supernatural tapestry woven into the fabric of Route 666, leaving the traveler with a lingering sense of the desperation of shadows. As the road stretched out before them, the air became charged with an otherworldly resonance. The wind outside carried a haunting symphony, the echoes of spectral voices, the melancholic wail of the forsaken, and the unseen forces that stirred in the shadows. The traveler, now a reluctant participant in the highway's enigmatic narrative, pressed on, guided by an invisible hand that seemed to beckon them deeper into the supernatural abyss. The landscape morphed into a dreamscape of distorted reality. The car's headlights carved through the darkness, revealing twisted trees and gnarled branches that reached out like skeletal fingers. Shadows danced along the roadside, their movements an otherworldly ballet synchronized with the pulse of the traveler's heartbeat. In the distance, an ethereal glow illuminated the horizon, a convergence of supernatural forces that beckoned the traveler toward an unknown destination. The air became thick with anticipation, and the car rolled forward, the road now a threshold between the living and the spectral. As the traveler approached the luminous convergence, the wind outside carried with it whispers that seemed to transcend the boundaries of the natural world. The voices, a chorus of the departed, spoke of the highway's ancient curse and the intertwining fates of those who dared to traverse Route 666. The traveler, now a captive audience to the supernatural narrative, listened with a sense of reverence and fear. The luminous glow intensified, revealing an otherworldly gateway, an ethereal archway that seemed to ripple with the energies of the supernatural. The convergence beckoned like a portal to the unknown, and the traveler, driven by a magnetic force beyond their control, passed through the spectral threshold. The world on the other side was surreal and surrealistic. The road transformed into a ribbon of iridescent mist, and the surroundings became a shifting panorama of spectral landscapes. The traveler's car glided through the supernatural realm, carried by the currents of the highway's hidden magic. The wind outside whispered secrets of forgotten realms, and the voices in the air harmonized with the unseen energies that permeated the ethereal expanse. The traveler, now a voyager through the supernatural, marveled at the surreal beauty that unfolded like a kaleidoscope of the otherworldly. As the car pressed forward, the luminous convergence gave way to a spectral city, a metropolis of translucent towers that seemed to reach into the heavens. The city's glow pulsed with a rhythmic energy, casting an iridescent light that painted the surroundings in ethereal hues. The voices in the wind spoke of a spectral civilization, lost to the annals of time but preserved in the supernatural tapestry of Route 666. The traveler navigated the spectral city's streets, the car passing through transparent buildings and encountering phantasmal echoes of lives once lived. The wind outside carried the whispers of ghostly conversations, the remnants of laughter and sorrow that lingered in the air. In the heart of the spectral metropolis, the road widened into a plaza adorned with an otherworldly monument, a structure that seemed to defy the laws of physics, its form shifting between solid and ephemeral. The traveler, drawn to the enigmatic centerpiece, stepped out of the car and approached the spectral monument. The monument pulsed with an ancient energy, and as the traveler touched its surface, a flood of visions enveloped their senses. The highway's history unfolded in kaleidoscopic fragments, a chronicle of lost souls, curses, and the convergence of the supernatural forces that had shaped Route 666 through the ages. The wind outside howled, carrying with it the collective memories of the spectral city and the haunted tales etched into the highway's essence. The traveler, now a witness to the convergence of supernatural forces, felt the weight of Route 666's history pressing upon them. In a crescendo of unearthly energies, the traveler's surroundings blurred, and the spectral city faded away. the luminous convergence reappeared, its archway pulsating with an otherworldly brilliance. The car rolled through the threshold, returning to the familiar terrain of Route 666. The road, now a conduit between the living and the spectral, stretched out before the traveler. The wind outside carried the whispers of the highway's ancient curse, the voices of the forsaken, and the echoes of the supernatural convergence. The traveler, forever changed by the journey through the ethereal realms, pressed on with a profound understanding of the haunted history woven into the very fabric of Route 666. As the car rolled through the night, shadows danced along the roadside, their movements a spectral celebration of the supernatural. Route 666, now an amalgamation of haunted tales and spectral wonders, awaited the next traveler willing to venture into the convergence of the unknown. The journey continued, the road unfolding like a spectral tapestry that stretched beyond the boundaries of time and reality. The secrets of Route 666, hidden in the desperation of shadows and the luminous convergence, remained a testament to the supernatural mysteries that lingered in the heart of the haunted highway. The Phantom Hitchhiker, a terrifying tale of the vanishing passenger. Chapter 1, The Desolate Stretch. The night hung over the highway like a heavy shroud, the moon a feeble lantern in the vast expanse of darkness. John Stevens gripped the steering wheel, his tired eyes fixated on the narrow road ahead. The hum of the engine and the rhythmic thud of tires against asphalt were the only companions in this desolate journey. Having driven for hours, John found himself on a forsaken stretch of highway, a road that seemed to vanish into the shadows. The sparse trees on either side loomed like spectral sentinels, their skeletal branches reaching for the inky sky. It was the kind of road one would pass without a second thought during daylight. But in the dead of night, it took on an ominous character. As John navigated the winding path, the isolation began to settle in. No other vehicles dared to share this desolate stretch, and even the crickets in the fields seemed to hush their chirping as if acknowledging the eerie solitude. The occasional flickering of his headlights revealed nothing but an endless ribbon of asphalt disappearing into the unknown. An unsettling stillness hung in the air, and John felt an unspoken tension building within him. The radio, tuned to a frequency offering nothing but static, added to the disquieting ambience. He glanced at the clock, 2:37 a.m., a time when the veil between the mundane and the supernatural seemed at its thinnest. Just as John contemplated the next rest stop, a faint glow appeared in the rearview mirror. At first, he dismissed it as a trick of the tired mind, a play of light on the darkness. Yet, as the glow persisted, he couldn't ignore the figure that materialized on the roadside. The sight of a solitary figure standing in the moonlit night sent conflicting signals through John's mind. Sympathy tugged at his conscience, urging him to offer a ride to the wayfarer left to the mercy of the desolate highway. Simultaneously, a prickle of unease crawled up his spine, whispering warnings of the unknown. As John approached the hitchhiker, he noticed something peculiar. The figure seemed almost ethereal, as if it existed at the edge of reality. The glow surrounding it wasn't the reflection of the moon but an unearthly luminescence that seemed to defy the laws of the physical world. Torn between caution and compassion, John slowed his car to a stop. The hitchhiker, a silhouette veiled in moonlight, approached the passenger side. Hesitating only for a moment, John unlocked the door, and the mysterious figure slid into the car without a word. The moment the hitchhiker settled in, a chill permeated the car's interior, and John couldn't shake the feeling that an otherworldly presence now shared the confined space. The hitchhiker's features remained hidden in the shadows, adding to the enigma of their identity. "Thanks for stopping." A voice, soft and distant, finally broke the silence. John acknowledged the gratitude with a nod, his curiosity now mingling with a growing sense of trepidation. "Where are you headed?" John asked, attempting to engage in casual conversation. But the response was a mere shrug. It seemed the hitchhiker had little interest in dialogue. The road stretched ahead like a ribbon of uncertainty, and John's unease grew with each passing mile. Glancing at the hitchhiker through the corner of his eye, he noticed an unsettling stillness about them. It was as if the figure existed at the periphery of reality, a passenger from a realm beyond the reach of mortal understanding. As the minutes turned into an hour, John attempted to pierce the veil of mystery surrounding the hitchhiker, asking about their destination, their name, anything that might elicit a response. The hitchhiker, however, remained elusive, their presence casting a pall over the car like a specter from forgotten folklore. The desolate stretch of highway seemed to extend endlessly, and John's mind began to play tricks on him. Shadows danced at the edge of his perception, and the rhythmic hum of the engine took on an eerie undertone. The hitchhiker, now an inscrutable passenger, stared into the abyss beyond the window with an intensity that sent shivers down John's spine. As the moon hung low in the sky, casting long shadows on the road, John noticed a subtle change. The ethereal glow surrounding the hitchhiker began to fade, like a dying ember in the night. Bewilderment etched across John's face as he stole glances at the rearview mirror. The passenger, once a luminous enigma, was now fading into the shadows. A realization struck John with a sudden, chilling clarity. The hitchhiker was vanishing. In a panic, John checked the back seat, finding it empty. No trace of the mysterious figure remained. The desolate highway, now devoid of the otherworldly presence, seemed to mock his perception. Panic gripped John as he pulled the car to a screeching halt. He stumbled out, scanning the surroundings with wide eyes. The moon hung indifferent in the sky. The trees whispered secrets only they understood, and the desolate stretch of highway lay silent, holding onto its spectral secrets. The phantom hitchhiker had vanished, leaving John alone on the road, questioning the very fabric of reality. The car's engine ticked as it cooled, a lonely sound in the vast emptiness that now surrounded him. In the unsettling stillness of the night, John Stevens stood at the crossroads of the known and the inexplicable, haunted by the vanishing passenger on the desolate stretch. Chapter 2: The Eerie Encounter. The night air hung heavy with an unsettling stillness as John Stevens stood by the side of the desolate highway, the echo of his footsteps the only sound breaking the silence. The phantom hitchhiker, an enigma that had materialized from the shadows, had left him in a state of bewildered disbelief. A chill permeated the air, and the spectral glow of the vanished passenger lingered in John's mind. Recovering from the initial shock, John returned to his car, its doors creaking in the oppressive quiet. He hesitated before getting behind the wheel, a nagging sense of foreboding settling over him. Glancing at the rearview mirror, half expecting to see the mysterious figure reappear, John took a deep breath, attempting to shake off the uncanny encounter. The road stretched ahead, an unending ribbon of uncertainty. As John resumed his journey, the car's engine hummed with an uneasy melody. The moon, now a solitary witness to the unfolding events, cast its cold light on the asphalt below. Miles passed in monotonous succession, the desolate highway continuing its journey into the heart of the night. John's mind, however, remained trapped in the spectral echoes of the phantom hitchhiker. The memory of that ethereal glow, the wordless encounters, and the inexplicable vanishing act replayed in his thoughts like a haunting melody. As the road wound through a dense thicket of trees, shadows danced along the edges, playing tricks on John's fatigued mind. His grip on the steering wheel tightened, and every rustle of leaves and creaking branch seemed to echo with the phantom's enigmatic presence. Just as doubt and weariness threatened to overwhelm him, a flicker of light in the distance caught John's attention. A solitary figure stood by the roadside, their forms shrouded in darkness. A hitchhiker, another wanderer left to the mercy of the desolate highway. An inexplicable mix of trepidation and curiosity gripped John, the memory of the vanished phantom hitchhiker still fresh. He debated whether to stop or accelerate past the shadowy figure. The eerie glow of the previous encounter seemed to seep into his decision-making, tainting even the most rational thoughts. In a moment of internal conflict, John succumbed to a sense of empathy. The desolate stretch seemed to demand the company of the forsaken, and against his better judgment, he slowed the car to a stop once more. The hitchhiker approached, their silhouette an indistinct form against the night. "Need a ride?" John asked, the words escaping his lips hesitantly. The hitchhiker, like the previous phantom, nodded in gratitude and entered the car without uttering a word. The door creaked shut, sealing John once again in the confines of the vehicle with a mysterious passenger. This time, John stole glances at the hitchhiker from the corner of his eye as he drove. The figure sat in silence, their features hidden in the shadows. The spectral glow that had accompanied the previous encounter was conspicuously absent, yet an unspoken tension lingered in the air. Attempting to break the uneasy silence, John initiated small talk, asking the hitchhiker's name and destination. The responses were minimal, a monosyllabic acknowledgement or a faint nod. The hitchhiker's enigmatic nature seemed to invite more questions than answers, leaving John to grapple with the eerie company in the confined space of his car. As the car moved along the desolate stretch, John couldn't shake the feeling that the night held secrets, and the hitchhiker was a key to unraveling the mysteries that clung to the shadows. The spectral glow might have faded, but an otherworldly energy still pulsed beneath the surface. In an attempt to pierce the veil of the hitchhiker's silence, John ventured into more personal topics. He asked about the night, the weather, anything that might elicit a response. The hitchhiker, however, remained a stoic presence, as if the desolate highway had swallowed their voice along with the glow. With each passing mile, the road seemed to narrow, the trees crowding closer as if conspiring with the shadows. John's gaze frequently darted to the rearview mirror, half expecting the hitchhiker to vanish into thin air like their spectral predecessor. The tension in the car thickened, and an invisible barrier separated John from the enigmatic passenger. The eeriness reached its zenith as the car approached a particularly isolated stretch of the highway. The moon, a distant sentinel, cast elongated shadows that played tricks on the edges of perception. John felt a subtle shift in the air, a prelude to something ominous. The hitchhiker, without warning, turned their gaze toward John. In the dim light, their eyes held an intensity that seemed to pierce through the veil of reality. A chill ran down John's spine, and he sensed an unspoken communication, a connection that transcended words. The road, now a narrow corridor of uncertainty, curved through a thicket of gnarled trees. The hitchhiker's silent scrutiny continued, and John's instincts screamed at him to look away. Yet, an invisible force seemed to hold his gaze, a force that carried an unsettling weight of the supernatural. Abruptly, the hitchhiker turned their gaze forward, and the tension in the car dissipated as quickly as it had arisen. The shadows retreated, and the desolate stretch of highway regained a semblance of normalcy. The spectral episode left John questioning his perception, wondering if the hitchhiker held the key to the mysteries that clung to the road. As the miles passed, the hitchhiker remained an enigmatic companion, their silence a riddle that echoed through the confines of the car. John, now entangled in the supernatural dance of the night, drove onward into the unknown, the desolate stretch of highway revealing its secrets one eerie encounter at a time. Chapter 3. A Silent Companion. The desolate stretch of highway unfurled like a ribbon through the heart of the night, and John Stevens found himself navigating the road with an unspoken companion beside him. The hitchhiker, shrouded in shadows, sat in silence as the car cut through the darkness. The moon, a distant witness in the night sky, cast a silver glow on the asphalt, illuminating the enigmatic passenger. As John continued his journey, a sense of disquiet settled within him. The hitchhiker's silence, once a mere curiosity, now felt like a weighty presence in the car. The air seemed charged with an otherworldly energy, as if the passenger held secrets that transcended the boundaries of mortal understanding. Glancing at the rearview mirror, John attempted to catch a glimpse of the hitchhiker's face, but the shadows clung to their features like a protective cloak. The road, now a winding corridor of uncertainty, seemed to stretch endlessly into the unknown. The rhythmic hum of the engine became a haunting soundtrack to the enigmatic journey. In an attempt to break the oppressive silence, John spoke, his words cutting through the quiet like a hesitant melody. "Are you from around here?" he asked, his voice carrying the weight of curiosity. The hitchhiker, however, remained unmoved, a silent specter beside him. The road twisted and turned, the trees crowding close as if conspiring with the shadows. John's unease grew with each passing mile, the enigmatic nature of the hitchhiker fueling a sense of foreboding. He pondered the strangeness of the situation, questioning the decision to pick up this silent passenger on the desolate highway. As the car approached a stretch where the moon's glow danced on the asphalt, the hitchhiker's eyes, hidden beneath the veil of shadows, seemed to gleam with an ethereal light. John caught a glimpse of an intensity that sent a shiver down his spine. A gaze that hinted at a connection to the mysteries that cloaked the night. Unable to shake off the feeling of being watched, John focused on the road ahead. The hitchhiker's presence, though silent, felt like an unseen force weaving through the fabric of the night. The air inside the car crackled with an energy that transcended the mundane, and John found himself navigating the thin line between curiosity and trepidation. As the miles stretched on, the hitchhiker's silence became a palpable entity in the car. John attempted to engage in conversation, sharing snippets of his own life, asking about the hitchhiker's experiences, and seeking to unravel the mysteries that clung to the enigmatic passenger. Yet, the responses, if any, were minimal: a nod, a subtle movement, or a faint acknowledgement. The car's headlights cut through the darkness, revealing the twists and turns of the desolate highway. The moon, a silent witness in the celestial expanse, cast its glow on the road like a spectral guide. The hitchhiker, a silent companion on this nocturnal journey, remained a puzzle that eluded John's understanding. A subtle change in the atmosphere drew John's attention. The air inside the car seemed to vibrate with an otherworldly resonance. The hitchhiker, without uttering a word, extended a hand toward the window. John, uncertain but compelled by an unseen force, followed the gesture, glancing at the moonlit landscape beyond. To his surprise, the hitchhiker's outstretched hand seemed to interact with the passing scenery. Fingers trailed through the moonlight, and as they did, the shadows of the trees danced in response. It was as if the hitchhiker wielded an unseen influence over the elements, a connection to the mystical forces that lay dormant in the night. As John observed this strange display, a realization dawned on him. The hitchhiker was not merely a passenger, they were a conduit to the supernatural, a bridge between the tangible and the ethereal. The desolate highway, once a mundane thoroughfare, now felt like a portal to a realm where the boundaries of reality blurred. Driven by a mix of fascination and trepidation, John decided to delve deeper into the mysteries that surrounded the hitchhiker. He asked about the nature of the enigmatic passenger, the source of their otherworldly connection, and the purpose behind their silent presence on this desolate road. The hitchhiker, in response, offered cryptic gestures and subtle movements that hinted at a story beyond the grasp of mortal comprehension. The moon, a celestial witness to the unfolding drama, cast its silvery light on the dance between the ordinary and the extraordinary. In the midst of this spectral journey, John felt a surge of emotions, an amalgamation of fear, wonder, and a strange sense of camaraderie with the hitchhiker. The road, now an endless ribbon through the night, became a theater for the mysterious interplay between the mundane and the supernatural. The car continued its nocturnal pilgrimage, the desolate highway winding through the heart of the unknown. The hitchhiker, a silent companion with a hand that wove moonlit spells, guided John through the shadows that clung to the road. The air resonated with an otherworldly energy, and the car became a vessel navigating the currents of the mystical. As the night unfolded, the enigmatic journey with the hitchhiker took on a surreal quality. John, once a weary traveler on a desolate stretch, now felt like a reluctant protagonist in a tale that defied the boundaries of logic. The moon, a benevolent observer in the cosmic theater, witnessed the unfolding mysteries that lay concealed in the night. And so, the desolate highway became a stage for a silent communion between the ordinary and the extraordinary. The hitchhiker, a conduit to the supernatural, and John, an unwitting participant in the unfolding saga, continued their nocturnal odyssey through the mysteries that cloaked the night. The road, stretching into the unknown, held the promise of revelations that transcended the limits of human understanding. Chapter 4: The Vanishing Act. The desolate highway, now wrapped in the ethereal silence of the night, carried John Stevens and the enigmatic hitchhiker through a dreamscape that blurred the lines between reality and the supernatural. The moon, a celestial guardian, cast its silvery glow on the road as the car ventured deeper into the mysteries that clung to the desolate stretch. As the miles unfolded, the air inside the car crackled with an otherworldly energy. John's curiosity mingled with a growing sense of trepidation, unsure of the nature of the hitchhiker's silent communion with the mystical forces that seemed to envelop them both. Glancing at the rearview mirror, John sought clues in the hitchhiker's demeanor. The passenger sat in stillness, their features veiled in shadows, the moonlight dancing on the contours of their enigmatic presence. The road, winding through the heart of the night, beckoned to the unfolding saga with an eerie allure. The hitchhiker, seemingly attuned to the cosmic rhythms, extended their hand once again, as if beckoning to the unseen forces that lingered in the moonlit night. John, caught in the gravitational pull of the supernatural, observed the spectral dance between the hitchhiker's outstretched fingers and the interplay of shadows on the road. In this surreal tableau, a realization dawned on John. The hitchhiker was not a mere traveler on the desolate highway, but a conduit to a realm where the mundane and the mystical intertwine. The ordinary rules of the world seemed suspended in this nocturnal odyssey, and John found himself navigating uncharted territories of the supernatural. As the car approached a particularly secluded stretch, the hitchhiker's presence intensified. The air grew thick with an unseen force, and John felt a weight on his chest as if the boundaries between the physical and the metaphysical were collapsing. The moon, a silent spectator to this cosmic drama, bathed the road in an otherworldly glow. The hitchhiker, with a gesture both graceful and haunting, seemed to draw upon the moonlight itself. Their fingers traced patterns in the air, weaving an invisible tapestry that mirrored the celestial dance above. The car, now a vessel adrift in the currents of the mystical, moved through the night with an almost spectral grace. As the supernatural display reached its zenith, an unspoken understanding passed between John and the hitchhiker. The road, the moon, and the enigmatic passenger became integral parts of a cosmic symphony, each note resonating with the ethereal energies that permeated the night. In this heightened state of awareness, John sensed a shift in the hitchhiker's presence. The air quivered with anticipation, and an invisible force seemed to gather around the passenger like a storm on the horizon. A chill ran down John's spine, and a whisper of unease brushed against his consciousness. Without warning, the hitchhiker's form began to waver, as if caught in the ebb and flow of unseen currents. The moonlit glow that clung to their silhouette flickered, and an inexplicable sense of dissolution hung in the air. John's eyes widened as he witnessed the vanishing act unfold before him. The hitchhiker, once a tangible presence in the car, now seemed to slip through the fabric of reality. Fingers, once tracing patterns in the moonlit air, dissipated like mist. The shadows absorbed the enigmatic figure, leaving behind an emptiness that echoed through the confines of the car. In a state of bewildered disbelief, John slammed on the brakes, bringing the car to an abrupt halt. He stared at the vacant spot where the hitchhiker had been just moments before. The desolate highway, now devoid of the spectral passenger, stretched ahead in haunting silence. The vanishing act left John grappling with the impossible. He scanned the car's interior, half expecting the hitchhiker to reappear in the back seat or materialize on the roadside. But the cosmic forces that had enveloped the passenger seemed to have taken them beyond the realm of mortal perception. A profound sense of solitude settled over John as he sat in the stationary car, the weight of the uncanny encounter sinking in. The moon, a distant witness to the enigmatic vanishing act, bathed the scene in its cold light. The road, now an empty expanse, seemed to hold the echoes of the supernatural performance that had unfolded in the night. As John grappled with the surreal reality of the vanishing hitchhiker, he became acutely aware of the thin veil that separated the known from the unknown. The desolate stretch of highway, once a mundane thoroughfare, had become a stage for a cosmic drama that defied rational explanation. With a mixture of awe and disquiet, John restarted the car and continued down the moonlit road. The emptiness in the back seat served as a haunting reminder of the transient nature of the supernatural encounter. The car moved through the night, a vessel sailing through the mysteries that clung to the desolate highway. The moon, now a solitary beacon in the sky, cast its indifferent gaze on the solitary traveler navigating the ethereal currents of the night. The vanishing act, though perplexing, left John with a sense of having glimpsed a dimension beyond the grasp of mortal understanding. As the miles unfolded, the desolate highway became a winding path through the cosmic unknown. John, forever changed by the enigmatic encounter, continued the nocturnal journey with a heart attuned to the mysteries that lurked in the shadows. The moonlit road, now an enigmatic tapestry, beckoned to the traveler as if inviting further exploration into the realms that lay beyond the threshold of ordinary perception. Chapter 5, Haunting Whispers. The desolate highway stretched on, its winding path cutting through the heart of the night like a river of shadows. John Stevens, now a solitary traveler haunted by the memory of the vanishing hitchhiker, continued his journey into the unknown. The moon, a spectral witness in the sky, cast its silvery light on the asphalt, revealing an empty backseat that echoed with the absence of the enigmatic passenger. As the car hummed through the silence, the air inside seemed to carry the weight of the supernatural encounter. John's thoughts were a tumultuous sea of questions, each wave crashing against the shores of uncertainty. The hitchhiker's vanishing act, an inexplicable event etched into the fabric of the night, left John with a profound sense of bewilderment. The desolate stretch seemed to echo with whispers, haunting murmurs that danced on the edge of perception. John strained to catch the elusive voices, unsure if they emanated from the shadows or if they were the echoes of his own disquieted mind. The moonlit road, now a corridor of spectral echoes, beckoned to the traveler with an eerie allure. The car's headlights cut through the darkness, revealing the gnarled branches of the trees that lined the highway. John, seeking solace in the rhythmic hum of the engine, found himself entangled in a tapestry of memories that weren't his own. Faces flashed before his eyes, anguished, tormented, and marked by the tragedies of the desolate road. The whispers in the air grew more pronounced, as if the very fabric of the night held secrets that begged to be unraveled. John, caught in the undertow of the supernatural, listened intently, hoping to decipher the cryptic messages that wove through the darkness. The moon, a distant sentinel, cast long shadows on the road, and with each passing mile, the whispers gained coherence. The hitchhiker's vanishing act seemed to be intertwined with a tapestry of tragic tales, accidents, lost loves, and the anguished faces of those who had encountered the enigmatic passenger. As the spectral voices in the night gained clarity, John felt an inexplicable connection to the stories that unfolded around him. The desolate highway, it seemed, held the imprints of past tragedies, and the moonlit night served as a stage for the lingering echoes of sorrow. In the midst of the haunting whispers, a realization dawned on John. The hitchhiker, a spectral figure with a hand that wove moonlit spells, had been a messenger of the tragic tales that clung to the desolate stretch. The vanishing act was a door to a realm where the past and present intersected, where the boundaries between the living and the departed blurred. The car moved through the night, guided by the spectral glow of the moon. John, now a reluctant medium between the realms, felt the weight of the stories that lingered in the air. The hitchhiker's silence, once an enigma, became a poignant expression of the sorrows that haunted the desolate highway. As the miles unfolded, the whispers in the night reached a crescendo, recounting tales of lives cut short, of loves lost, and of the spectral figures that had traversed the moonlit road. John's mind became a canvas upon which the stories painted themselves, leaving indelible imprints of heartache and despair. Haunted by the echoes of the past, John found himself in a surreal dance between the living and the departed. The moon, now a witness to the unfolding tragedies, bathed the car in a silvery glow that seemed to both illuminate and obscure the desolate road. In a moment of profound connection, John felt the hitchhiker's presence, the spectral figure that had vanished into the night. The enigmatic passenger, now an ethereal guide through the tapestry of sorrows, whispered in the wind, offering glimpses into the lives that had left their mark on the desolate stretch. The car became a vessel navigating the currents of the supernatural, and John, a witness to the haunting tales, listened with a heart heavy with empathy. The moonlit road, now a repository of memories, unfolded like a spectral scroll, revealing the tragedies that had unfolded on this forsaken highway. As the night wore on, the whispers of the past began to fade, leaving John in a contemplative silence. The desolate highway, once a stretch of mundane asphalt, had become a canvas on which the stories of the departed were painted. The moon, a silent witness to the spectral drama, hung low in the sky, casting a melancholic light on the road. With each passing mile, John carried the weight of the haunting whispers in his heart. The hitchhiker's vanishing act, once a puzzle, now made sense in the context of the sorrows that clung to the desolate stretch. The car moved through the night, a vessel sailing through the echoes of tragedy, with the moon as its distant guide. The spectral tales lingered in the air, a melancholy symphony that intertwined with the hum of the engine. John, forever changed by the encounter, continued his nocturnal journey on the haunted highway, a solitary traveler navigating the realms where the living and the departed shared the same moonlit road. Chapter 6: The Unseen Threads. The desolate highway, now a tapestry woven with the haunting whispers of the past, carried John Stevens deeper into the heart of the night. The moon, a silent witness to the spectral tales that clung to the road, cast its cold light on the asphalt. The car, a vessel adrift in the currents of the supernatural, moved with an almost ethereal grace through the shadows that whispered tales of sorrow and loss. The haunting voices in the air, once an indistinct murmur, now took on a more palpable form. Faces and figures materialized in the moonlit darkness, their silent stories etched into the very fabric of the desolate stretch. John, caught in the crosscurrents of the living and the departed, felt the weight of the unseen threads that connected the present to the tragic past. As the car ventured into a particularly secluded stretch, the whispers grew more pronounced. The moon, a distant luminary in the night sky, seemed to cast its light with an intentional focus on the spectral stories that unfolded around John. Shadows danced on the road, their movements synchronizing with the ethereal narratives that lingered in the air. Guided by the unseen threads, John felt an inexplicable compulsion to pull over. The whispers, now urgent and imploring, seemed to beckon him toward a patch of darkness where the moonlight struggled to penetrate. Hesitant but driven by a force beyond his understanding, John brought the car to a stop at the roadside. The air was thick with an otherworldly energy as John stepped out of the car. The whispers surrounded him, weaving through the night like a chorus of ethereal voices. Faces emerged from the shadows, their expressions frozen in moments of anguish and despair. The desolate highway, now a stage for the supernatural, revealed the tragedies that had unfolded in its silent embrace. In the dim moonlight, John saw the spectral figures more clearly. A young couple, their hands entwined, stood at the edge of the road. Their eyes, filled with a sadness that transcended the mortal realm, implored him to bear witness to the love that had been severed by an untimely fate. A child, lost and wandering, appeared at the periphery of John's vision. The innocence in the eyes of the apparition tugged at his heart, a poignant reminder of a life interrupted by circumstances beyond control. The unseen threads that connected the departed to the living pulsed with an intensity that left John breathless. As he navigated the silent crowd of spectral onlookers, John felt the weight of their stories pressing against him. The moonlit night, now a theater for the supernatural, bore witness to the tragedies that had left imprints on the desolate stretch. The hitchhiker, a messenger between realms, had led him to this intersection of the living and the departed. The whispers grew louder, guiding John toward a specific point on the road. The unseen threads pulled him with a gentle insistence, like a current leading a sailor through uncharted waters. The moon, a silent accomplice in this spectral journey, cast its glow on the chosen spot, a space where the boundary between the two worlds seemed to blur. As John reached the designated area, the spectral figures gathered around him, their presence a chorus of longing and unfulfilled destinies. The whispers now coalesced into a collective plea, a silent invocation for John to bridge the gap between the realms and offer solace to the departed. The hitchhiker, the ethereal guide whose vanishing act had initiated this journey, materialized from the shadows. Their form, once elusive, now stood before John with a solemn grace. The spectral figures, guided by the unseen threads, turned their gaze toward the enigmatic passenger as if acknowledging a shared purpose. In the charged silence, the hitchhiker extended a hand toward John, a silent invitation to partake in the cosmic dance between the living and the departed. The air crackled with a mystical energy as John hesitantly took the offered hand, feeling a surge of warmth that transcended the physical touch. The moon, now a witness to the convergence of worlds, bathed the scene in a soft glow. The spectral figures, their stories etched in the fabric of the night, gathered in a circle around John and the hitchhiker. The unseen threads, now a tangible force binding them all, pulsed with a resonance that seemed to echo through the very essence of the desolate highway. As the hitchhiker and John stood at the nexus of the supernatural convergence, the whispers in the air reached a crescendo. The spectral figures, once burdened by the weight of unresolved tales, now exuded a sense of liberation. The unseen threads, no longer confined to the shadows, shimmered with an ethereal light that illuminated the night. With a subtle gesture, the hitchhiker guided John to share in the stories of the departed. Faces flashed before him, families torn apart, lovers separated by tragedy, and the innocent souls caught in the crossfire of circumstances. The moonlit night became a theater of remembrance, and John, a conduit for the spectral narratives that sought acknowledgement and release. As the stories unfolded, a profound connection forged between the living and the departed. The hitchhiker, their purpose fulfilled, stood at the center of the spectral congregation, a guardian of the unseen threads that connected the two realms. The moon, a silent witness to the cosmic drama, cast its light on the transformative encounter. With a final, silent exchange, the spectral figures began to fade into the shadows. The whispers in the air subsided, leaving behind a serene stillness. The unseen threads, having served their purpose, gently released their hold on John, allowing him to step back from the threshold between worlds. The hitchhiker, now a luminous silhouette in the moonlight, nodded in acknowledgement. The spectral congregation dispersed into the night, their stories woven into the very fabric of the desolate highway. The moon, having overseen the convergence of the living and the departed, resumed its solitary vigil in the cosmic expanse. As John stood alone on the moonlit road, he felt a sense of profound gratitude and reverence. The unseen threads, once taut with the weight of sorrow, now lingered in the air like a gentle breeze. The desolate highway, forever changed by the encounter, stretched ahead with an aura of quiet acknowledgement. The car, now an empty vessel, awaited John's return. He stepped inside, the echoes of the supernatural encounter still resonating in his heart. The moonlit road, now devoid of spectral whispers, invited him to continue his nocturnal journey through the mysteries that clung to the desolate stretch. With the hitchhiker's vanishing act and the spectral convergence behind him, John drove into the night, a solitary traveler on the moonlit road. The unseen threads, though intangible, remained woven into the fabric of his memories, a testament to the transformative encounter that had bridged the realms of the living and the departed. The desolate highway, forever imprinted with the echoes of spectral tales, unfolded like a cosmic tapestry, inviting the wanderer to navigate its mysteries with newfound understanding and reverence. Chapter 7: Echoes of Redemption. The moon, a spectral guardian in the night sky, cast its silvery glow on the desolate highway as John Stevens continued his nocturnal journey. The car, now a vessel carrying the echoes of spectral encounters, hummed through the shadows with a quiet reverence. The unseen threads that had connected the living and the departed lingered in the air, a gentle reminder of the transformative convergence on the moonlit road. As the miles unfolded, John felt a sense of introspection settle over him. The spectral tales, the haunting whispers, and the ethereal communion with the departed had left an indelible mark on his consciousness. The desolate highway, once a mere conduit for travel, had become a realm where the boundaries of the known and the unknown blurred with cosmic significance. The hitchhiker, whose vanishing act had initiated this supernatural odyssey, remained a vivid memory in John's mind. The enigmatic passenger, a guide between realms, had led him to a junction where the living and the departed converged. The moon, a silent witness to the cosmic drama, bathed the road in a soft light that seemed to carry the weight of profound revelation. The car moved through the night, guided by a subtle energy that lingered in the air. The desolate highway, now a sacred corridor, invited John to reflect on the mysteries that had unfolded. The unseen threads, though intangible, pulsed with an energy that connected him to the spectral narratives etched into the fabric of the moonlit night. As John navigated the winding road, he contemplated the nature of the encounters with the departed. The spectral figures, their stories now part of his own, had sought acknowledgement and release. The hitchhiker, a guardian of the unseen threads, had facilitated a communion that transcended the boundaries of mortality. With each passing mile, the moonlit road became a canvas for John to reconcile the supernatural with the mundane. The echoes of redemption, a theme woven into the spectral tales, resonated in his thoughts. The desolate stretch, now an avenue for contemplation, offered a sanctuary for the wanderer to explore the depths of his own understanding. As John approached a stretch where the moonlight painted a haunting tableau, he felt a subtle shift in the air. The car's headlights illuminated a figure standing by the roadside, a solitary soul with an air of quiet desperation. The hitchhiker, it seemed, had returned in a new form, seeking solace on the moonlit road. A mix of recognition and empathy welled up in John as he slowed the car to a stop. The figure approached, their features obscured by shadows. The air crackled with a familiar energy, and John felt a resonance with the unseen threads that lingered in the night. "Need a ride?" he asked, the words carrying a weight of understanding. The hitchhiker, in silent acknowledgement, entered the car without uttering a word. The door creaked shut, sealing the enigmatic passenger once again in the vessel that traversed the cosmic currents of the desolate highway. As the car resumed its journey, John stole glances at the hitchhiker, a silent companion whose presence seemed to carry the echoes of redemption. The moon, a benevolent witness in the celestial expanse, cast its glow on the road like a celestial guide. The spectral encounter, though different from the previous ones, bore the same ethereal quality that bridged the living and the departed. In a departure from the silent stoicism of their earlier encounters, John decided to break the ice. "What's your story?" he ventured, a question laden with curiosity. The hitchhiker, though silent, exuded a sense of gratitude, as if the simple act of acknowledgement held a redemptive power. As the car moved through the night, John and the hitchhiker entered into a silent communion. The unseen threads, still woven into the fabric of the moonlit road, pulsed with a quiet energy that spoke of redemption and solace. The desolate highway, a stage for the supernatural, unfolded like a cosmic tapestry, inviting the wanderer to explore the mysteries with an open heart. In the absence of words, a shared understanding blossomed between John and the hitchhiker. The moon, a celestial witness to the ongoing saga, cast its benevolent glow on the enigmatic duo. The spectral figure, though silent, seemed to convey a narrative of seeking and redemption, a journey that transcended the limitations of language. The car wound through the shadows, the road stretching into the heart of the night. John, now a participant in a story that echoed with redemption, pondered the nature of the encounters that had unfolded on this desolate stretch. The hitchhiker, a figure of mystery and solace, became a symbol of the unseen threads that connected disparate lives on the cosmic loom. As the night wore on, the car approached a quiet spot on the highway where the moonlit glow seemed to intensify. The hitchhiker, with a subtle gesture, indicated a desire to depart. John brought the car to a stop, and the enigmatic passenger stepped out into the moonlit night. A silent exchange passed between them, a wordless acknowledgement of the shared journey through the supernatural realms. The hitchhiker, now a spectral figure bathed in the moon's glow, nodded in gratitude. The unseen threads, though intangible, shimmered with a sense of completion as the figure slowly dissipated into the shadows. Left alone on the desolate highway, John felt a mixture of awe and gratitude. The echoes of redemption, now imprinted in the very essence of the road, resonated with a cosmic harmony. The car, once a vessel of solitude, continued its nocturnal pilgrimage, carrying the wanderer through the mysteries that clung to the moonlit stretch. The moon, a benevolent guide in the cosmic expanse, watched over the solitary traveler. The unseen threads, having served their purpose, lingered in the air like a gentle breeze. The desolate highway, forever transformed by the encounters with the departed, unfolded ahead with a sense of quiet reverence. As John navigated the road, he carried with him the echoes of redemption, a theme woven into the spectral tales that had unfolded on this haunting stretch. The moonlit night, now a tapestry of memories and mysteries, invited the wanderer to explore the depths of the unknown with a heart attuned to the cosmic symphony that echoed in the silence. Chapter 8, Veil of Departure. The desolate highway, now a stage for the cosmic drama that unfolded in the moonlit night, stretched into the heart of the unknown. John Stevens, a solitary traveler on this spectral journey, continued to navigate the road with a sense of introspection. The echoes of redemption, imprinted on the fabric of the desolate stretch, resonated in his thoughts. As the car hummed through the silence, John pondered the nature of the encounters with the departed. The hitchhiker, now a lingering memory in the recesses of his mind, had become a symbol of the unseen threads that connected the living to the departed. The moon, a distant sentinel in the celestial expanse, cast its silvery glow on the road, a silent witness to the mysteries that clung to the desolate stretch. In the absence of the hitchhiker, John felt a peculiar mixture of solitude and gratitude. The car, a vessel navigating the ethereal currents, seemed to carry the weight of the encounters like a silent burden. The spectral tales, the haunting whispers, and the redemptive moments lingered in the air, creating a tapestry of memories that defied the boundaries of the ordinary. As John approached a particularly secluded stretch, a subtle change in the atmosphere drew his attention. The air seemed charged with an unseen energy, and the moonlit night took on a surreal quality. The desolate highway, bathed in silvery light, became a corridor leading to the unknown, an invitation to explore the depths of the supernatural once more. In the stillness of the night, a figure materialized on the roadside, a spectral presence that seemed to shimmer with an otherworldly light. The hitchhiker, or a manifestation thereof, stood with an air of quiet expectation. John, recognizing the enigmatic figure, felt a sense of both familiarity and reverence. With a wordless understanding, John slowed the car, and the hitchhiker stepped inside. The door creaked shut, sealing the ethereal passenger in the vessel once again. The air crackled with a subtle energy, and the car resumed its journey through the moonlit night. The hitchhiker, though silent as ever, exuded a palpable sense of purpose. The desolate highway, now a conduit for supernatural encounters, stretched ahead like a cosmic ribbon leading to realms beyond mortal perception. John, embracing the surreal nature of the night, ventured into the unknown with a heart open to the mysteries that awaited. The moon, a benevolent witness to the ongoing saga, cast its glow on the spectral duo as they navigated the road. The unseen threads, now a tangible force in the air, pulsed with a resonance that seemed to guide the car toward a destination known only to the enigmatic passenger. As the car wound through the shadows, John stole glances at the hitchhiker, seeking clues in the silent demeanor of the spectral figure. The moonlit night, with its haunting beauty, seemed to hold the answers to questions that lingered in the depths of John's consciousness. The car approached a secluded clearing where the moon's glow bathed the surroundings in an ethereal light. The hitchhiker, with a subtle gesture, indicated a desire to stop. John brought the car to a gentle halt, and the enigmatic passenger stepped out onto the moonlit ground. The air crackled with a heightened energy, and the unseen threads, woven into the fabric of the night, seemed to converge at this sacred point. The hitchhiker, now a luminous silhouette in the moonlight, turned to face John with a silent acknowledgement. A profound stillness settled over the clearing as the hitchhiker extended a hand, a gesture that invited John to step into the cosmic dance once more. The air seemed charged with anticipation, and the moon, a silent maestro in the celestial symphony, cast its glow on the transformative encounter. With a mix of reverence and curiosity, John accepted the silent invitation. The hitchhiker's hand, though intangible, conveyed a connection that transcended the physical. The moonlit night became a theater for a spectral communion, an exchange that unfolded in the language of the unseen threats. As the two figures stood in the moonlit clearing, a subtle transformation occurred. The hitchhiker, now bathed in an ethereal radiance, seemed to merge with the cosmic energies that permeated the night. The air pulsed with a quiet intensity, and the boundaries between the living and the departed blurred in the luminous glow. A gentle wind rustled through the clearing, carrying with it whispers that echoed with a sense of departure. The hitchhiker, now a radiant silhouette against the moonlit expanse, conveyed a silent farewell. The unseen threads, having served their purpose, seemed to loosen their hold on the spectral figure. With a final, wordless exchange, the hitchhiker dissipated into the night, becoming one with the cosmic currents that wove through the moonlit expanse. The air, now devoid of the enigmatic presence, held the echoes of the spectral encounter, a moment of departure that transcended the limitations of mortality. Left alone in the moonlit clearing, John felt a sense of awe and wonder. The desolate highway, forever imprinted with the echoes of supernatural encounters, stretched ahead like a path through the mysteries of the cosmos. The car, now an empty vessel, awaited his return as the moon, a silent witness to the spectral saga, bathed the road in its celestial glow. With a heart attuned to the cosmic rhythms, John stepped back into the car. Chapter 9, Whispers of Return. The moonlit road stretched before John, a desolate ribbon winding through the heart of the night. The echoes of the hitchhiker's departure lingered in the air, leaving a subtle melancholy that danced with the shadows. The car, now an empty vessel once more, carried the lone traveler through the mysteries of the desolate highway. As John continued his nocturnal journey, a sense of introspection settled over him. The encounters with the departed, the spectral tales, and the ethereal communion all had left indelible imprints on his consciousness. The moon, a constant companion in the celestial expanse, cast its glow on the road, a silent witness to the cosmic drama that unfolded in the night. In the quiet solitude of the car, John reflected on the transformative encounters with the hitchhiker, the unseen threads that had connected the living to the departed, the whispers of redemption, and the moments of departure all seemed to weave a tapestry of cosmic significance. The desolate highway, now a conduit for supernatural communion, unfolded like a chapter in a celestial narrative. As the car ventured into a particularly secluded stretch, a subtle change in the atmosphere caught John's attention. The air seemed to crackle with an otherworldly energy, and the moonlit night took on a mystical hue. The desolate road, now a sacred path through the unknown, beckoned to the wanderer with an invitation to explore the depths of the supernatural once more. A figure materialized on the roadside, a silhouette that seemed to shimmer with an ethereal light. The hitchhiker, or a manifestation thereof, stood with an air of quiet expectation. John, recognizing the enigmatic presence, felt a mixture of anticipation and curiosity. The moon, a celestial guide in the cosmic expanse, cast its glow on the spectral figure. With a wordless understanding, John slowed the car, and the hitchhiker entered once again. The door creaked shut, sealing the ethereal passenger in the vessel that traversed the cosmic currents of the desolate highway. The air, charged with a subtle energy, carried a sense of reunion and continuity. The car resumed its journey through the moonlit night, the spectral duo navigating the shadows with a silent understanding. The unseen threads, though intangible, seemed to pull the car toward a destination known only to the enigmatic passenger. The moon, a benevolent witness to the ongoing saga, cast its glow on the road as if bestowing its cosmic blessing. The hitchhiker, though silent as ever, exuded a sense of purpose. The desolate highway, now a conduit for supernatural encounters, unfolded like a cosmic tapestry. John, embracing the surreal nature of the night, ventured into the unknown with a heart open to the mysteries that awaited. As the car wound through the shadows, John stole glances at the hitchhiker, seeking clues in the silent demeanor of the spectral figure. The moonlit night, with its haunting beauty, seemed to hold the answers to questions that lingered in the depths of John's consciousness. The car approached a secluded clearing where the moon's glow intensified, casting a luminous sheen on the surroundings. The hitchhiker, with a subtle gesture, indicated a desire to stop. John brought the car to a gentle halt, and the enigmatic passenger stepped out onto the moonlit ground. The air crackled with a heightened energy, and the unseen threads, woven into the fabric of the night, seemed to converge at this sacred point. The hitchhiker, now a luminous silhouette in the moonlight, turned to face John with a silent acknowledgement. A profound stillness settled over the clearing as the hitchhiker extended a hand, a gesture that invited John to step into the cosmic dance once more. The air seemed charged with anticipation, and the moon, a silent maestro in the celestial symphony, cast its glow on the transformative encounter. With a mix of reverence and curiosity, John accepted the silent invitation. The hitchhiker's hand, though intangible, conveyed a connection that transcended the physical. The moonlit night became a theater for a spectral communion, an exchange that unfolded in the language of the unseen threads. As the two figures stood in the moonlit clearing, a subtle transformation occurred. The hitchhiker, now bathed in an ethereal radiance, seemed to merge with the cosmic energies that permeated the night. The air pulsed with a quiet intensity, and the boundaries between the living and the departed blurred in the luminous glow. A gentle wind rustled through the clearing, carrying with it whispers that echoed with a sense of return. The hitchhiker, now a radiant silhouette against the moonlit expanse, conveyed a silent reassurance. The unseen threads, having served their purpose, seemed to guide the spectral figure back from the cosmic currents. With a final, wordless exchange, the hitchhiker began to dissipate into the night, becoming one with the cosmic energies that wove through the moonlit expanse. The air, now devoid of the enigmatic presence, held the echoes of the spectral encounter, a moment of return that resonated with a sense of continuity. Left alone in the moonlit clearing, John felt a sense of wonder and awe. The desolate highway, forever imprinted with the echoes of supernatural encounters, stretched ahead like a path through the mysteries of the cosmos. The car, now an empty vessel, awaited his return as the moon, a silent witness to the spectral saga, bathed the road in its celestial glow. With a heart attuned to the cosmic rhythms, John stepped back into the car. The echoes of return, now imprinted in the very essence of the road, resonated with a cosmic harmony. The moonlit night, now a tapestry of memories and mysteries, invited the wanderer to explore the depths of the unknown with a renewed sense of wonder and anticipation. Chapter 10: Celestial Farewell. The car rolled along the moonlit road, the spectral aura of the hitchhiker still lingering in the air. John, a lone voyager in the cosmic expanse, navigated the desolate highway with a sense of awe and reflection. The unseen threads, now a gentle presence woven into the fabric of the night, seemed to guide the way toward the culmination of this ethereal journey. As the miles passed, the moon cast its silvery glow on the road, illuminating the path that stretched ahead. The encounters with the departed, the whispers of redemption, and the moments of departure all played in John's mind like fragments of a celestial symphony. The desolate highway, now a sacred conduit for the supernatural, beckoned the wanderer toward a destination known only to the cosmic currents. A subtle shift in the atmosphere drew John's attention. The air crackled with a serene energy, and the moonlit night seemed to hold a quiet anticipation. The desolate stretch, bathed in celestial radiance, transformed into a liminal space where the boundaries between the mortal realm and the cosmic unknown blurred with ineffable grace. As the car approached a secluded clearing, a figure materialized at the roadside, an ethereal presence bathed in the soft glow of the moon. The hitchhiker, or a manifestation thereof, stood with an air of tranquility. John, recognizing the radiant silhouette, felt a sense of both familiarity and reverence. With a wordless understanding, John slowed the car, and the hitchhiker entered once again. The door creaked shut, sealing the ethereal passenger in the vessel that traversed the cosmic currents of the desolate highway. The air, charged with a serene energy, carried a sense of culmination and closure. The car continued its journey through the moonlit night, the spectral duo moving in harmony with the unseen threads that pulsed with a cosmic rhythm. The moon, a benevolent guide in the celestial expanse, cast its glow on the road, bestowing a celestial blessing on the unfolding encounter. The hitchhiker, though silent as ever, radiated a tranquility that seemed to transcend the boundaries of mortal existence. The desolate highway, now a conduit for supernatural communion, stretched ahead like a luminous pathway leading toward the heart of the cosmic unknown. John, embracing the surreal nature of the night, ventured into the unknown with a heart open to the mysteries that awaited. As the car wound through the shadows, John stole glances at the hitchhiker, seeking understanding in the silent demeanor of the spectral figure. The moonlit night, with its haunting beauty, held a sense of celestial grace that whispered of an impending celestial farewell. The car approached a clearing where the moon's glow intensified, casting an ethereal luminosity on the surroundings. The hitchhiker, with a subtle gesture, indicated a desire to stop. John brought the car to a gentle halt, and the enigmatic passenger stepped out onto the moonlit ground. The air, pregnant with a serene energy, held a sense of cosmic significance. The unseen threads, woven into the fabric of the night, seemed to converge at this sacred point. The hitchhiker, now a radiant silhouette in the moonlight, turned to face John with a silent acknowledgement. A profound stillness settled over the clearing as the hitchhiker extended a hand, a gesture that invited John to step into the celestial dance once more. The air seemed charged with a tranquil anticipation, and the moon, a silent maestro in the celestial symphony, cast its glow on the transformative encounter. With a mix of reverence and gratitude, John accepted the silent invitation. The hitchhiker's hand, though intangible, conveyed a connection that transcended the physical. The moonlit night became a theater for a celestial communion, an exchange that unfolded in the language of the unseen threads. As the two figures stood in the moonlit clearing, a subtle transformation occurred. The hitchhiker, now bathed in an ethereal radiance, seemed to merge with the cosmic energies that permeated the night. The air pulsed with a quiet intensity, and the boundaries between the living and the departed blurred in the luminous glow. A gentle wind rustled through the clearing, carrying with it whispers that echoed with a sense of farewell. The hitchhiker, now a radiant silhouette against the moonlit expanse, conveyed a silent reassurance. The unseen threads, having served their purpose, seemed to guide the spectral figure back into the cosmic currents. With a final, wordless exchange, the hitchhiker began to dissipate into the night, becoming one with the celestial energies that wove through the moonlit expanse. The air, now devoid of the enigmatic presence, held the echoes of the spectral encounter, a moment of celestial farewell that resonated with a sense of cosmic continuity. Left alone in the moonlit clearing, John felt a profound sense of gratitude and wonder. The desolate highway, forever imprinted with the echoes of supernatural encounters, stretched ahead like a path through the mysteries of the cosmos. The car, now an empty vessel, awaited his return as the moon, a silent witness to the celestial saga, bathed the road in its ethereal glow. With a heart attuned to the celestial rhythms, John stepped back into the car. The echoes of farewell, now imprinted in the very essence of the road, resonated with a cosmic harmony. The moonlit night, now a tapestry of memories and celestial mysteries, invited the wanderer to explore the depths of the unknown with a renewed sense of wonder and reverence. And so, with the echoes of the hitchhiker's celestial farewell lingering in the air, the car resumed its journey through the moonlit night, a solitary vessel traversing the cosmic currents of the desolate highway, forever bound to the mysteries that unfolded in the celestial dance of the night. The Cursed Crossroads, where lost souls roam after dark. Chapter 1: The Haunting Invitation. The small town of Ravenscroft lay nestled in the embrace of ancient woods, its streets winding like forgotten paths through the shadows of towering trees. Whispers of a cursed crossroads had long circulated among the townsfolk, a tale passed down through generations, a story of lost souls condemned to wander after dark. In the heart of Ravenscroft, John Hastings, a weary traveler with an unquenchable thirst for the unknown, found himself drawn to the local tavern. The air was thick with the scent of age-old secrets, and the flickering candlelight cast dancing shadows on the tavern's worn, wooden walls. A hushed conversation at the bar caught John's attention, an invitation, spoken in low tones and laden with an air of mystery. The town's elder, a weathered figure named Elias Blackthorne, approached John with an outstretched hand and a cryptic smile. "You seek the path less traveled, my friend," Elias murmured, his eyes gleaming with ancient knowledge. "At the stroke of midnight, follow the winding road to the Cursed Crossroads. There, the lost find their solace, and the living glimpse the realms beyond." Intrigued and guided by a curious mix of skepticism and fascination, John accepted the invitation. As the town slept beneath the veil of night, he ventured into the shadows, following the winding road that led to the fabled crossroads. The night hung heavy with an otherworldly stillness as John approached the junction. Moonlight filtered through the dense canopy of trees, casting an ethereal glow on the ancient stones that marked the cursed crossroads. The air crackled with an unseen energy, and a sense of foreboding settled over John. As the clock struck midnight, the atmosphere shifted, a spectral mist curled around the stones, and the crossroads seemed to come alive with an eerie resonance. Whispers, soft and haunting, carried through the night air, narrating tales of souls entwined in the tapestry of the cursed junction. A figure emerged from the shadows, its form flickering like a flame in the moonlit darkness. The lost soul, with hollow eyes and a countenance etched with sorrow, beckoned John closer. A shiver ran down his spine as he heard the ghostly voice recount a tale of a tragic demise at the crossroads, a tale that echoed with a malevolent force that lingered long after death. The encounter left John both mesmerized and unsettled. The haunted crossroads, it seemed, held secrets that transcended the realms of the living and the dead. The spectral figure dissipated into the night, leaving John standing alone at the junction of fate. As he pondered the implications of the haunting invitation, the air around the cursed crossroads pulsed with an unseen power. The tales of lost souls and the ancient curses woven into the very fabric of the junction began to intertwine, creating a tapestry of darkness that begged to be unraveled. With a mix of trepidation and curiosity, John Hastings prepared to embark on a supernatural sojourn into the heart of the cursed crossroads. The journey had just begun, and the mysteries that awaited him promised to reveal the true nature of the spectral tales that clung to the junction like a malevolent shadow. Chapter 2: The Eerie Encounter. The night deepened as John stood at the cursed crossroads, the air heavy with the weight of unseen forces. The moon, a silent witness to the unfolding mysteries, cast its pale glow upon the ancient stones that marked the junction. The invitation had led him to this supernatural nexus, where the boundary between the worlds blurred into a realm of spectral uncertainty. As the clock struck midnight, a spectral mist began to rise from the ground, enveloping the crossroads in an ethereal shroud. Shadows danced across the worn cobblestones, and a haunting melody, carried by the night wind, echoed through the stillness. The tales of the lost souls seemed to materialize in the very air, weaving into the fabric of the haunting junction. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the spectral mist, a silhouette with an otherworldly aura. The lost soul, the same one that had beckoned John earlier, stood before him once again. Its eyes, hollow and filled with an ancient sorrow, locked onto John's with an intensity that sent shivers down his spine. "Traveler," the lost soul spoke, its voice a haunting whisper that echoed in the darkness. "You tread upon the crossroads of fate, where the living and the dead converge. The tales of our anguish are etched into the stones beneath your feet. Will you listen, seeker of the unknown?" John, captivated by a blend of fascination and trepidation, nodded in silent agreement. The lost soul's tale unfolded like a spectral tapestry, a narrative of despair, betrayal, and an unfulfilled destiny. The figure recounted the events that led to its tragic demise at the crossroads, revealing the malevolent force that lingered, an ancient curse binding the departed to the junction. As the spectral tale unfolded, John found himself drawn deeper into the web of the supernatural. The lost soul's words resonated with a cosmic truth, and the junction itself seemed to respond to the recounting of its dark history. Shadows coiled and whispered, and the very ground beneath John's feet pulsed with an unseen energy. With the conclusion of the ghostly narrative, the lost soul fixed its gaze on John with a haunting intensity. "The curse binds us to this junction, a realm where time is but a fleeting illusion," it spoke, its voice carrying the weight of centuries. "Yet, you, seeker, have the power to unravel the threads of destiny. Will you confront the malevolence that holds us captive?" The challenge hung in the air, and the crossroads seemed to hold its breath. John, feeling an inexplicable connection to the supernatural forces at play, took a deep breath and nodded in solemn determination. The lost soul's form wavered, and a subtle energy pulsed through the junction, an acknowledgement of John's acceptance of the otherworldly quest. As the spectral mist began to dissipate, the junction transformed into a threshold between the realms. The moonlit night, now infused with an otherworldly glow, became a backdrop to John's journey into the heart of the cursed crossroads. The lost soul, a spectral companion in the cosmic dance, gestured toward the winding paths that branched off from the junction. "Follow the echoes of our torment, seeker, and unveil the malevolence that binds us," the lost soul implored, its voice a whisper on the night wind. With those words, it dissipated into the shadows, leaving John standing alone at the haunted crossroads. Guided by an unseen force, John began to traverse the winding paths that radiated from the junction. Each step echoed with the haunting tales of the lost souls, and the air carried a sense of both sorrow and anticipation. The supernatural forces that held sway over the cursed crossroads seemed to guide him toward an inevitable confrontation with the malevolent entity that had ensnared the departed in its spectral grip. As John delved deeper into the labyrinthine paths, the air crackled with an otherworldly energy. The junction, now a nexus of supernatural convergence, revealed glimpses of its ancient history through ghostly apparitions and ethereal whispers. The tales of despair and betrayal painted a vivid picture of the curse's origin, a pact forged in darkness, a malevolent force unleashed upon unsuspecting souls. The winding paths led John to a clearing bathed in an eerie light. At its center, a weathered monument stood, a monument that bore inscriptions of ancient symbols and cryptic sigils. The malevolence that permeated the cursed crossroads seemed to coalesce around the monument, creating an ominous presence that hung in the air. As John approached the monument, a realization dawned. The key to unraveling the curse lay in deciphering the ancient symbols and breaking the malevolent sigils. With a sense of purpose, he began to study the inscriptions, drawing upon his knowledge of the arcane and the supernatural. The night air seemed to hold its breath as John, guided by a mix of intuition and ancient lore, worked to unravel the intricacies of the malevolent hex. The symbols, once cryptic and foreboding, began to reveal their hidden meanings. A surge of unseen energy pulsed through the clearing, signaling a moment of cosmic significance. With each symbol deciphered, the malevolent force that lingered around the monument weakened. The junction, attuned to the unraveling of the curse, responded with a subtle vibration. Shadows recoiled, and the spectral mist that clung to the crossroads began to dissipate, unveiling the ethereal beauty of the moonlit night. As the final sigil fell into place, a surge of energy coursed through the monument, resonating with the very heart of the cursed crossroads. A celestial light bathed the clearing, and the malevolence that had bound the lost souls began to disperse into the cosmic currents. The junction, now freed from the malevolent force, exuded an aura of tranquility. The spectral mist faded away, and the tales of the lost souls, once filled with anguish, transformed into echoes of redemption. The crossroads, no longer haunted by the weight of the curse, stood as a testament to the cosmic dance between the living and the departed. John, surrounded by the newfound serenity, felt a profound sense of accomplishment. The journey into the heart of the cursed crossroads had unveiled the mysteries that lingered in the shadows, and the malevolent force that had bound the lost souls had been vanquished. The junction, now a symbol of cosmic harmony, beckoned him to return to the winding paths and continue his sojourn through the supernatural realms. As he ventured back into the moonlit night, John sensed a subtle shift in the air. The crossroads, once a nexus of darkness, had become a beacon of ethereal light. The lost souls, released from the shackles of the curse, whispered words of gratitude on the night wind, a celestial chorus that resonated with the cosmic rhythms. The journey into the heart of the cursed crossroads had only just begun, and John Hastings, now a guardian of the supernatural balance, prepared to navigate the winding paths that led to further revelations and cosmic mysteries. The night, once fraught with malevolence, embraced him with an otherworldly warmth as he embarked on the next chapter of his supernatural sojourn. Chapter 3, Whispers in the Wind. As John Hastings continued his journey through the winding paths that radiated from the once cursed crossroads, a profound sense of tranquility enveloped the night. The malevolent force that had bound the lost souls had been vanquished, and the junction now stood as a sanctum of cosmic harmony. The moon hung low in the night sky, its silvery glow casting long shadows that danced along the moonlit paths. The air, once thick with the echoes of despair, now carried a gentle breeze that whispered through the ancient trees. The tales of the lost souls lingered as ethereal echoes, transformed from narratives of anguish into whispers of redemption. Guided by the unseen forces that wove through the supernatural realms, John felt drawn to a particular path that led deeper into the heart of the enchanted woods. The moonlight filtered through the dense foliage, creating an otherworldly canopy that bathed the path in an ethereal glow. As he ventured farther, the air seemed to shimmer with a cosmic energy, and the very essence of the enchanted woods came alive with a spectral resonance. The winding path led John to a secluded clearing, where a circle of ancient stones stood in silent reverence. Symbols and sigils, reminiscent of those at the once cursed crossroads, adorned the stones. The air in the clearing vibrated with an unseen energy, and a feeling of sacredness permeated the space. As John approached the circle, he sensed a presence, an ethereal force that seemed to linger among the ancient stones. A soft voice, carried by the night wind, spoke words that resonated with a celestial wisdom. Seeker of the unknown, you have unraveled the threads of malevolence and brought redemption to the lost. The enchanted woods are a realm of cosmic convergence, a sanctuary where the living and the departed coexist in harmony. The voice, though disembodied, conveyed a sense of benevolence. John, humbled by the unfolding mysteries, felt a connection to the sacred energy that pulsed through the clearing. The symbols on the stones, intricately woven into the fabric of the enchanted woods, seemed to tell a story, a narrative of balance, redemption, and the cosmic dance between realms. As John traced the symbols with his fingertips, a subtle transformation occurred. The very air in the clearing shimmered with a celestial light, and the symbols on the stones began to glow with an otherworldly radiance. The enchanted woods, attuned to the harmony that John had restored at the once cursed crossroads, responded with a cosmic resonance that transcended the boundaries of the mortal realm. The voice in the wind spoke again, its words carrying the ancient wisdom of the enchanted woods. Through your journey, Seeker, you have become a guardian of the supernatural balance. The tales of the lost are now woven into the very fabric of these woods, where their spirits find solace and redemption. The cosmic dance continues, and you are a steward of the realms beyond. With a profound understanding of his role in the cosmic tapestry, John embraced the cosmic energies that pulsed through the enchanted woods. The very ground beneath him seemed to vibrate with the echoes of the supernatural convergence, and the moonlit night became a theater for a celestial dance. As he continued his sojourn through the enchanted woods, John felt a gentle guidance. The spirits of the lost, now freed from the shackles of the curse, whispered words of gratitude and guidance on the night wind. The path, once fraught with shadows, now unfolded as a journey of enlightenment and exploration. The moonlit night became a canvas for the unfolding mysteries, and the enchanted woods revealed hidden realms where the boundaries between the living and the departed blurred with ineffable grace. John, now a custodian of the supernatural balance, ventured into the heart of the woods with a heart open to the cosmic currents that pulsed through the very essence of the enchanted realm. As he followed the moonlit paths, the whispers in the wind carried tales of cosmic significance, stories of celestial encounters, benevolent spirits, and the timeless dance of souls through the realms beyond. The enchanted woods, now a haven of redemption and harmony, beckoned John to explore the depths of the unknown with a renewed sense of wonder and reverence. And so, in the heart of the enchanted woods, where whispers in the wind revealed the secrets of cosmic convergence, John Hastings embraced the cosmic dance that unfolded with each step of his supernatural sojourn. The moon, a silent witness to the unfolding mysteries, cast its glow on the enchanted paths, inviting the seeker to navigate the realms beyond and continue the celestial journey that had begun at the once cursed crossroads. Chapter 4, The Forgotten Pact. As John ventured deeper into the heart of the enchanted woods, the moonlit paths guided him toward a place of ancient significance. The air crackled with a celestial energy, and the very essence of the enchanted realm seemed to vibrate with the echoes of forgotten tales. The winding path led him to a clearing bathed in a soft, silvery glow. At its center stood a weathered stone altar, adorned with intricate symbols and surrounded by flickering candles that danced in the night breeze. The air in the clearing held a mysterious stillness, and John sensed that this place held the key to unraveling further cosmic mysteries. As he approached the stone altar, a subtle resonance filled the air, a whisper of a forgotten pact that lingered within the sacred space. The symbols on the altar seemed to pulse with an unseen energy, inviting John to delve into the ancient wisdom concealed within their intricate patterns. With a sense of reverence, John traced the symbols with his fingertips. The very act seemed to awaken dormant energies, and the air hummed with a spectral resonance. Whispers, carried by the night wind, revealed fragments of a story, a tale of an age-old pact forged in desperation and darkness. The voice in the wind spoke of a time when the enchanted woods were a sanctuary for seekers of forbidden knowledge. Desperate souls, thirsting for power beyond mortal comprehension, had gathered at the stone altar to invoke cosmic forces. The symbols, etched into the very fabric of the pact, bore witness to the exchange between the living and the ethereal realms. As John delved deeper into the echoes of the forgotten pact, a vision unfolded. A spectral congregation gathered around the stone altar, their faces contorted by the desperation that drove them to seek communion with forces beyond their understanding. The air crackled with an ominous energy, and the symbols on the altar glowed with an otherworldly light. In the vision, a figure emerged from the shadows, an enigmatic presence that seemed to embody the cosmic forces invoked by the pact. The figure, draped in a cloak of ethereal radiance, spoke words of power and consequence. A malevolent force, entwined with the very fabric of the enchanted woods, responded to the invocation, sealing the fate of those who had dared to forge the pact. As the vision dissipated, John found himself standing alone in the moonlit clearing, the stone altar before him holding the residual energy of the forgotten pact. The air seemed charged with the echoes of a cosmic exchange, and the symbols on the altar whispered secrets that begged to be unraveled. With a blend of curiosity and caution, John began to decipher the symbols. Each stroke of his hand unveiled layers of ancient wisdom, exposing the intricacies of the pact that had once bound desperate souls to the enchanted woods. The symbols, now a conduit to the cosmic forces that pulsed through the realm, revealed the true nature of the malevolent energy that lingered within the enchanted realm. As John worked to unravel the forgotten pact, the air in the clearing became charged with an otherworldly intensity. Shadows coiled around the stone altar, and the very ground seemed to tremble with the release of cosmic energies. The symbols, now deciphered, glowed with a radiant light, dispelling the malevolence that clung to the enchanted woods. In that transformative moment, a revelation emerged. The forgotten pact, once a source of darkness, now held the key to restoring balance and harmony to the enchanted realm. The malevolent force, bound to the symbols etched into the very fabric of the pact, began to dissipate, replaced by an ethereal radiance that bathed the clearing in a celestial glow. The voice in the wind spoke again, carrying words of gratitude from the cosmic forces that had witnessed the unraveling of the forgotten pact. The enchanted woods, now liberated from the remnants of desperation and malevolence, seemed to rejoice in a cosmic dance of renewal and redemption. With a sense of fulfillment, John Hastings stood at the heart of the clearing, the stone altar now a monument to the restoration of cosmic balance. The moon, a benevolent witness to the unfolding mysteries, cast its glow on the enchanted woods as a silent acknowledgement of the seeker's role in the cosmic tapestry. As he continued his journey through the moonlit paths, John felt a profound connection to the enchanted realm. The tales of forgotten pacts and cosmic exchanges echoed in the air, transformed from narratives of darkness into whispers of redemption. The enchanted woods, now free from the lingering malevolence, invited the seeker to explore the depths of the unknown with a renewed sense of wonder and purpose. And so, with the unraveling of the forgotten pact, the enchanted woods revealed further layers of cosmic significance. John Hastings, now a guardian of the supernatural balance, prepared to navigate the winding paths that led to further revelations and cosmic mysteries. The moonlit night, bathed in an ethereal glow, became a canvas for the unfolding tales that whispered through the enchanted realm, beckoning the seeker to explore the realms beyond with an open heart and a steadfast spirit. Chapter 5: Shadows of Regret. The moonlit paths in the enchanted woods led John Hastings to a realm where the echoes of cosmic energies intertwined with the stories of those who had once sought solace and power within the sacred groves. As he walked deeper into the heart of the enchanted realm, the air pulsated with an ethereal energy, a reminder of the cosmic dance that unfolded in the moonlit night. The winding paths guided John to a clearing adorned with ancient trees whose branches seemed to reach for the celestial canvas above. In the center of the clearing stood a spectral fountain, its waters reflecting the silvery glow of the moon. The air in the clearing was charged with an atmosphere of both melancholy and anticipation. Approaching the fountain, John noticed shadowy figures lingering in the moonlit mist. The lost souls, now freed from the once cursed crossroads, stood in a spectral congregation. Their eyes held traces of the regrets that had bound them to the enchanted woods, and their apparitions seemed caught in a perpetual loop of anguish. The whispers in the wind carried tales of decisions gone awry, of choices that had led these lost souls to a destiny entwined with the cosmic forces of the enchanted realm. Each figure in the spectral gathering bore the weight of its own narrative, a tapestry woven with threads of despair and remorse. As John listened to the whispers of regret, the air seemed to grow heavy with the emotions of the lost souls. The enchanted woods, attuned to the cosmic rhythms, resonated with the echoes of their stories. The moon, a silent witness to the unfolding cosmic drama, cast its glow on the spectral congregation, revealing the shadows of regret etched into the very fabric of the enchanted realm. In the midst of the spectral gathering, a figure emerged, a spectral guide whose countenance held a wisdom that transcended the mortal realm. The guide, with a gesture of invitation, beckoned John to witness the tales of regret that played out in the moonlit clearing. As if transported into the memories of the lost souls, John found himself immersed in a series of spectral vignettes. Each apparition shared its story, a narrative of decisions that had led to unfulfilled destiny, betrayals that had left scars on the soul, and the haunting echoes of paths not taken. One lost soul, a spectral maiden with eyes filled with sorrow, spoke of a love lost to the ravages of time. Another, a stoic figure whose gaze bore the weight of untold burdens, recounted a tale of loyalty betrayed. The stories unfolded like fragments of a cosmic tapestry, each contributing to the collective symphony of regrets that echoed through the enchanted woods. The guide, a spectral guardian of the cosmic balance, explained that the shadows of regret, though haunting, held the potential for redemption. The enchanted realm, now a haven of renewal, invited John to help these lost souls find solace and closure, to weave their stories into a tapestry of cosmic harmony. Embracing the cosmic responsibility, John began to converse with the lost souls. Through words of empathy and understanding, he sought to untangle the threads of regret that bound them to the enchanted woods. The spectral congregation, though trapped in the echoes of their past, responded to John's compassionate presence with a sense of hope. As the moon reached its zenith, the atmosphere in the clearing shifted. The spectral fountain, now infused with a celestial energy, began to emanate a gentle light. The shadows of regret, once heavy in the air, seemed to lift, replaced by an ethereal radiance that enveloped the lost souls. One by one, the lost souls found release from the spectral congregation. The spectral guide, with a nod of acknowledgement, gestured toward the fountain, the cosmic wellspring of redemption. The lost souls approached the fountain, and as they immersed themselves in its waters, the shadows of regret dissipated, leaving behind a sense of peace and resolution. The moonlit clearing, now free from the weight of spectral regret, glowed with an otherworldly luminosity. The enchanted woods, bearing witness to the cosmic dance of redemption, resonated with the harmonious energies that pulsed through the realm. The tales of the lost souls, once entwined with regret, transformed into echoes of closure and renewal. John, standing at the heart of the moonlit clearing, felt a profound sense of fulfillment. The enchanted realm, now liberated from the shadows of regret, seemed to acknowledge the seeker's role in the cosmic balance. The spectral guide, with a final gaze filled with cosmic wisdom, vanished into the moonlit mist, leaving John to continue his journey through the realms beyond. As he ventured deeper into the enchanted woods, the moonlit paths beckoned him to explore further cosmic mysteries. The whispers in the wind, now carrying the echoes of closure and redemption, guided John toward the next chapter of his supernatural sojourn. The enchanted realm, bathed in the glow of celestial harmony, awaited the seeker's exploration of the depths of the unknown, where each step unfolded the secrets of the cosmic tapestry that bound the living and the departed in a dance of cosmic significance. Chapter 6, Midnight Vigil. The moonlit paths of the enchanted woods unfolded like a celestial labyrinth, guiding John Hastings to a place of profound significance. As he traversed deeper into the heart of the enchanted realm, the air became charged with an otherworldly energy. The whispers of cosmic forces seemed to beckon him toward a clearing where the moon cast its silvery glow on a mysterious altar. In the center of the clearing stood an ancient monument, its surface adorned with celestial symbols that seemed to shimmer in the moonlight. The air hummed with an ethereal resonance, and the very essence of the enchanted woods seemed to converge at this sacred site. Approaching the altar, John felt a subtle vibration beneath his fingertips as he traced the intricate symbols. The symbols, reminiscent of those he had encountered at the once cursed crossroads and the Forgotten Pact, told a tale of cosmic convergence, a nexus where the living and the departed, the mortal and the ethereal, merged in a dance that transcended the boundaries of the known. As the clock struck midnight, the air in the clearing became charged with a heightened energy. Shadows coiled around the ancient monument, and the moon, now at its zenith, cast an otherworldly glow on the celestial symbols. The enchanted woods seemed to hold its breath, awaiting the cosmic dance that was about to unfold. Suddenly, a spectral figure emerged from the shadows, an entity bathed in a radiant light that seemed to emanate from the very fabric of the cosmic tapestry. The figure, a guardian of the midnight vigil, spoke in a voice that resonated with the wisdom of the ages. Seeker of the unknown, you stand at the convergence of realms, where the cosmic dance of the enchanted woods unfolds. Midnight is the hour of cosmic resonance, and you are invited to witness the celestial tapestry that binds the living and the departed. As the guardian spoke, the symbols on the altar pulsed with an unseen energy. The air shimmered with the echoes of cosmic forces, and the moonlit clearing transformed into a theater for a celestial spectacle. The guardian gestured toward the moonlit paths, and John, feeling a cosmic calling, followed the ethereal guide deeper into the heart of the enchanted woods. The moonlit paths led them to a mystical grove, where ancient trees stood like sentinels, their branches reaching toward the star-studded canopy above. In the center of the grove, a cosmic portal manifested, a swirling vortex of celestial energies that seemed to connect the earthly realm with the ethereal beyond. As the guardian of the midnight vigil and John approached the cosmic portal, the air crackled with a potent energy. The symbols on the altar, now reflected in the celestial dance of the portal, glowed with an otherworldly radiance. The moon, a celestial witness to the unfolding events, cast its glow on the grove as the cosmic dance prepared to commence. The guardian spoke words of invocation, ancient and laden with cosmic power. The celestial symbols on the altar resonated with the vibrations of the incantation, and the cosmic portal pulsed with increasing intensity. Shadows danced in harmony with the cosmic forces, and the enchanted woods seemed to merge with the celestial realms beyond. As the clock struck the last chime of midnight, the cosmic portal reached its peak of luminosity. A transcendent energy enveloped the grove, and the boundaries between the living and the departed, the mortal and the ethereal, blurred in a dance of cosmic convergence. The moonlit night became a canvas for a celestial ballet, a symphony of cosmic energies that unfolded with breathtaking beauty. Spectral figures, drawn from the realms beyond, materialized within the grove. Ethereal beings, each bearing the essence of the once cursed crossroads, the forgotten pact, and the shadows of regret, gathered in the moonlit clearing. The lost souls, now touched by redemption, joined the cosmic dance, and their spectral forms moved in rhythmic harmony with the celestial currents. As John Hastings stood at the epicenter of the cosmic convergence, he felt a profound connection to the unfolding spectacle. The guardian of the midnight vigil, now a spectral conductor orchestrating the celestial ballet, gestured toward the moonlit paths. The enchanted woods, now a nexus of cosmic energies, beckoned the seeker to join the ethereal dance. With each step, John became a participant in the cosmic ballet, a dance that transcended time and space. The once cursed crossroads, the forgotten pact, and the shadows of regret wove into the tapestry of the enchanted woods, creating a cosmic symphony that resonated with the mysteries of the supernatural realms. As the cosmic dance continued, the guardian spoke words of cosmic wisdom. Seeker of the unknown, you have become a witness to the celestial tapestry that binds the realms. The enchanted woods, now a sanctuary of cosmic convergence, invite you to explore the depths of the unknown with an open heart and a spirit attuned to the rhythms of the cosmos. The moonlit night, now infused with the energies of the cosmic dance, embraced John Hastings as a participant and guardian of the enchanted realms. The ethereal beings, the lost souls, and the very essence of the enchanted woods celebrated the midnight vigil, a cosmic communion that transcended the boundaries of the known. And so, as the cosmic ballet unfolded in the heart of the enchanted woods, John Hastings prepared to continue his supernatural sojourn. The moon, a benevolent witness to the unfolding mysteries, cast its glow on the cosmic tapestry that bound the living and the departed in a dance of cosmic significance. The seeker, now a steward of the enchanted realms, ventured forth into the moonlit paths, where each step promised further revelations and cosmic mysteries awaiting exploration. Chapter 7, Echoes of Eternity. As John Hastings continued his journey through the enchanted woods, the moonlit paths guided him toward a realm where the boundaries of time and space seemed to blur. The air crackled with an ethereal energy, and the very fabric of the enchanted realm resonated with the echoes of eternity. The moon hung low in the night sky, casting its silvery glow on a mystical grove that unfolded before John. The ancient trees, their branches intertwined like cosmic constellations, seemed to whisper secrets carried from the depths of the ethereal realms. The air, infused with a timeless resonance, beckoned the seeker to explore the mysteries that lingered in the heart of the enchanted woods. In the center of the mystical grove stood a cosmic portal, an ephemeral gateway that shimmered with the energies of the celestial dance. The symbols etched into the altar at the clearing's center now seemed to echo in the patterns of the portal, creating a connection between the earthly realm and the realms beyond. As John approached the cosmic portal, a voice echoed in the wind, a spectral guide who appeared to be a custodian of the timeless energies that permeated the enchanted realm. Seeker of the unknown, you stand at the threshold of eternity, where the past, present, and future converge in a cosmic dance. The echoes of eternity resonate through the enchanted woods, inviting you to witness the unfolding tapestry of time. The guardian gestured toward the cosmic portal, And with a silent acknowledgement, John stepped through the threshold of the timeless gateway. The air shimmered with unseen currents, and the very essence of the enchanted woods seemed to ripple with the echoes of ages long past and ages yet to come. As John traversed the ethereal realms beyond the cosmic portal, he found himself amidst scenes from bygone eras. Spectral images unfolded like chapters in a cosmic book, revealing tales of ancient civilizations, forgotten realms, and the interplay of mortal lives with the eternal forces that shaped the enchanted woods. The first scene revealed a lost kingdom, its towering spires reaching toward the heavens. Ethereal echoes carried the voices of a bygone era, a time of splendor and grandeur. The spectral guide explained that the enchanted woods had borne witness to the rise and fall of civilizations, its cosmic energies intertwining with the destinies of those who had walked the earthly realms. In the next ethereal tableau, John witnessed a convergence of mystical beings who had sought solace and enlightenment within the enchanted woods. Wise sages, ethereal guardians, and seekers of arcane knowledge gathered in communion, their destinies interwoven with the cosmic currents that pulsed through the realms beyond. As the scenes unfolded, the Guardians spoke of the interconnectedness of time, a cosmic tapestry where every event, every choice, resonated through the ages. The enchanted woods, a nexus of supernatural convergence, held the echoes of eternity within its very essence. The spectral guide guided John through scenes of forgotten epochs and cosmic turning points. Each tableau revealed the threads of destiny, weaving a story that transcended the limitations of mortal understanding. The seeker witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the forging of pacts that echoed through the ages, and the dance of lost souls whose tales resonated with the timeless energies of the enchanted realm. In one poignant scene, John glimpsed a moment of cosmic significance, the very genesis of the enchanted woods itself. A celestial event, ancient and profound, had given rise to the supernatural nexus that now stood as a guardian of cosmic balance. The symbols etched into the altar, now reflected in the patterns of the cosmic portal, held the key to the origins of the enchanted realm. As the spectral guide led John back through the cosmic portal, the air seemed to vibrate with the weight of cosmic history. The mystical grove, bathed in the silvery glow of the moon, stood as a testament to the timeless energies that pulsed through the enchanted woods. The guardian spoke words of cosmic wisdom. Seeker of the unknown, you have witnessed the echoes of eternity, the intertwining of mortal destinies with the timeless currents of the enchanted realm. The symbols on the altar, now etched into the very fabric of your journey, carry the cosmic history of the woods. As a steward of the supernatural balance, you are bound to the echoes of eternity, a witness to the cosmic dance that transcends the limitations of mortal existence. With a sense of reverence, John Hastings absorbed the cosmic wisdom bestowed upon him. The symbols on the altar, now imbued with the echoes of eternity, seemed to resonate with a newfound significance. The enchanted woods, a repository of cosmic history, invited the seeker to explore the depths of the unknown with a heart attuned to the timeless rhythms that pulse through the realms beyond. As he continued his sojourn through the moonlit paths, John felt a profound connection to the echoes of eternity. The mystical grove, now bathed in the silvery glow of the moon, held the secrets of ages past and ages yet to come. The enchanted woods, a guardian of the cosmic balance, awaited the seeker's exploration of the depths of the unknown, where each step promised further revelations and cosmic mysteries awaiting unraveling. Chapter 8, The Celestial Convergence. The moonlit paths of the enchanted woods guided John Hastings to a place where the cosmic energies of the supernatural realm reached a crescendo. The air vibrated with an ethereal resonance, and the very fabric of the enchanted woods seemed to pulse with anticipation. As the seeker ventured deeper into the heart of the mystical grove, the silvery glow of the moon revealed a celestial gathering. In the center of the grove stood an ancient amphitheater, a cosmic arena where spectral figures, ethereal beings, and lost souls gathered in communion. The amphitheater's tiers, carved from ancient stone, seemed to echo with the whispers of countless tales that had unfolded within the enchanted woods. The air, now charged with celestial currents, crackled with an energy that transcended the boundaries of the known. At the pinnacle of the amphitheater, a celestial platform awaited John. Ethereal symbols adorned the platform, mirroring the cosmic patterns etched into the altar at the clearing's center. The moon, a benevolent witness to the unfolding cosmic convergence, cast its glow on the celestial gathering as the seeker ascended to the platform. As John reached the pinnacle, a spectral figure emerged, a cosmic oracle whose countenance radiated with the wisdom of the ages. The oracle, with a voice that echoed through the enchanted woods, spoke of a celestial convergence, a moment when the cosmic energies of the realm would align, revealing the profound tapestry that bound the living and the departed. The celestial convergence, the oracle explained, was a rare occurrence, a cosmic dance where the boundaries between realms blurred and the supernatural energies reached their zenith. The symbols on the altar and the platform, now resonating in unison, held the key to unlocking the secrets of the enchanted woods in this celestial moment. As the clock struck midnight, the celestial convergence commenced. The symbols on the altar and platform pulsed with an otherworldly radiance, and the cosmic energies surged through the amphitheater. Spectral beings, lost souls touched by redemption, and ethereal guardians gathered in harmony, becoming part of the cosmic ballet that unfolded with breathtaking beauty. The celestial convergence revealed glimpses of realms beyond the mortal understanding. The once cursed crossroads, the forgotten pact, the shadows of regret, and the echoes of eternity intertwined in a cosmic symphony that transcended time and space. The amphitheater, now a nexus of supernatural energies, resonated with the stories and destinies that had unfolded within the enchanted woods. As the cosmic dance continued, John felt a profound connection to the celestial currents. The symbols on the platform seemed to respond to the seeker's presence, vibrating with an intensity that mirrored the beating heart of the enchanted realm. The moonlit night became a canvas for the cosmic ballet, a tapestry woven with threads of redemption, cosmic wisdom, and the eternal dance of souls. The oracle, standing beside John, gestured toward the celestial patterns. Seeker of the unknown, you are a steward of the cosmic balance. The symbols, now attuned to your journey, carry the stories of the enchanted woods. As the celestial convergence unfolds, embrace the energies that pulse through the realm. The enchanted woods, a guardian of cosmic harmony, acknowledges your role in the cosmic dance. Embracing the cosmic responsibility bestowed upon him, John extended his senses to the celestial currents. The amphitheater, now a vortex of supernatural energies, resonated with the seeker's connection to the enchanted realms. The once cursed crossroads, the forgotten pact, the shadows of regret, and the echoes of eternity converged in a harmonious display that seemed to transcend the limitations of mortal existence. The lost souls, drawn to the cosmic convergence, moved in ethereal patterns that echoed the stories of their redemption. The celestial beings, guardians of the supernatural balance, gestured in rhythmic harmony with the cosmic currents. The moon, now a radiant focal point in the night sky, bathed the amphitheater in a silvery glow, casting a celestial spotlight on the unfolding cosmic drama. As the celestial convergence reached its zenith, a celestial portal manifested at the center of the amphitheater, a swirling vortex that connected the enchanted woods to realms beyond. The oracle, with a nod of cosmic acknowledgement, indicated that the portal offered a passage to further cosmic mysteries. Guided by the celestial energies, John approached the portal. The symbols on the platform, now imbued with the essence of the cosmic convergence, seemed to resonate with a celestial chorus that echoed through the enchanted woods. With a sense of anticipation, the seeker stepped through the portal, leaving the amphitheater behind. On the other side of the celestial gateway, the moonlit paths unfolded into uncharted realms. The cosmic currents guided John toward the next chapter of his supernatural sojourn. The enchanted woods, now infused with the energies of the celestial convergence, beckoned the seeker to explore the depths of the unknown with an open heart and a spirit attuned to the cosmic rhythms. And so, as John Hastings ventured into the realms beyond, the moon, a silent witness to the unfolding mysteries, cast its glow on the enchanted woods. The celestial convergence, a celestial ballet woven into the very fabric of the supernatural realm, became a chapter in the seeker's journey, a journey that promised further revelations, cosmic encounters, and the exploration of the cosmic tapestry that bound the living and the departed in a dance of cosmic significance. Chapter 9, The Astral Nexus. The moonlit paths led John Hastings to a realm within the enchanted woods where the cosmic energies coalesced into an ethereal nexus, an astral convergence that transcended the known boundaries of the supernatural realm. As the seeker traversed through the mystical grove, the air hummed with an otherworldly resonance, and the silvery glow of the moon illuminated a celestial altar at the center of the clearing. The altar, adorned with symbols that seemed to shimmer with astral radiance, held an aura of profound significance. As John approached, a celestial mist enveloped the clearing, and the very fabric of the enchanted woods seemed to vibrate with the rhythms of the astral realms. The symbols on the altar pulsed in synchrony with the cosmic currents, inviting the seeker to unlock the mysteries of the astral nexus. At the convergence of the astral energies stood a spectral guardian, an ethereal entity whose presence radiated with astral wisdom. The guardian, with eyes that held the secrets of the cosmos, greeted John as a steward of the astral convergence. Seeker of the unknown, you stand at the threshold of the astral nexus, a place where the energies of the cosmos converge and weave the tapestry of the enchanted woods. The symbols on the altar are the key to unlocking the astral mysteries that await your exploration. With a cosmic gesture, the guardian invited John to engage with the symbols on the celestial altar. As the seeker traced the patterns with his fingertips, the astral currents responded, creating a harmonic resonance that echoed through the mystical grove. The symbols seemed to come alive, revealing glimpses of astral realms beyond mortal comprehension. The Guardian spoke of the astral convergence, a celestial dance where the energies of the enchanted woods intertwine with the cosmic forces of the universe. The once cursed crossroads, the forgotten pact, the shadows of regret, the echoes of eternity, and now the astral nexus, all converged in a symphony of supernatural energies that echoed through the realms beyond. As the astral currents intensified, the celestial altar transformed into a cosmic observatory, a platform that allowed John to witness the astral tapestry that unfolded above. The moonlit night, now a celestial canvas, revealed constellations that seemed to pulse with astral energies, connecting the enchanted woods to distant realms in the cosmos. The Guardian guided John to focus his senses on the astral patterns above. As the seeker gazed into the celestial expanse, visions unfolded. Astral realms populated by celestial beings, cosmic gateways that connected galaxies, and ethereal landscapes where the astral currents flowed like rivers of starlight. In one astral vision, John witnessed the once cursed crossroads as a focal point where astral energies converged, shaping the destinies of those who walked the earthly realms. In another, the forgotten pact revealed itself as a cosmic contract inscribed into the fabric of the astral tapestry, binding mortal souls to ethereal forces beyond. The shadows of regret manifested as ethereal echoes that resonated through the astral realms, a cosmic ballet where lost souls sought redemption in the luminous currents of the cosmos. The echoes of eternity became a melody, each note representing a moment in time woven into the eternal fabric of the enchanted woods. Embracing the astral energies, John became attuned to the cosmic rhythms. The Guardian, with a celestial resonance, spoke of the seeker's role in the astral convergence. Seeker of the unknown, the astral nexus acknowledges your presence as a guardian of cosmic balance. The symbols on the altar resonate with the astral forces, and you are now a part of the cosmic dance that shapes the destinies of the enchanted woods. As the astral currents reached their zenith, the Guardian gestured toward a cosmic portal that manifested within the celestial observatory. The portal, swirling with astral energies, offered a passage to realms beyond the enchanted woods, realms where the seeker's journey would continue to unravel the cosmic mysteries. With a sense of purpose, John Hastings stepped through the astral gateway, leaving the celestial observatory behind. The moonlit paths, now infused with the astral energies of the enchanted woods, beckoned the seeker to explore further into the realms beyond. As John ventured into the astral realms, the cosmic currents guided him toward the next chapter of his supernatural sojourn. The enchanted woods, now a nexus of astral convergence, held the promise of further revelations, cosmic encounters, and the exploration of the cosmic tapestry that bound the living and the departed in a dance of celestial significance. Chapter 10, The Cosmic Epiphany. Guided by the astral currents, John Hastings emerged from the celestial portal into a realm beyond the enchanted woods. The moonlit path stretched into uncharted territories, and the air shimmered with astral energies that echoed the cosmic dance witnessed within the mystical grove. As the seeker journeyed through the astral realms, a sense of anticipation filled the air. The moon, a constant companion in the night sky, cast its glow on a landscape where celestial landscapes unfolded. Ethereal constellations formed intricate patterns, connecting the enchanted woods to distant galaxies and cosmic gateways. The astral currents guided John toward a cosmic destination, a place where the cosmic tapestry would unveil its final revelations. In the heart of the astral realms, John discovered a celestial temple, a structure that seemed to transcend the limitations of mortal architecture. The temple, bathed in the radiance of astral energies, stood as a nexus where the once cursed crossroads, the forgotten pact, the shadows of regret, the echoes of eternity, and the astral convergence all converged in a symphony of supernatural significance. Approaching the celestial temple, John felt a resonance with the cosmic forces that permeated the astral realms. Ethereal symbols adorned the temple's facade, mirroring the patterns encountered at the clearing's celestial altar. As the seeker traced the symbols, a cosmic energy pulsed through the temple, and a spectral figure emerged, a cosmic entity whose luminous form held the wisdom of the cosmos. The cosmic entity spoke with a voice that resonated through the astral realms. Seeker of the unknown, you stand at the culmination of your supernatural sojourn, a journey that has woven the threads of the enchanted woods into the cosmic tapestry of the universe. The symbols on the temple reflect the cosmic dance that has unfolded within and beyond the realms you have traversed. The symbols on the temple's facade seemed to come alive, projecting visions that encapsulated the essence of the seeker's journey. The once cursed crossroads, now bathed in astral radiance, revealed its role as a nexus where mortal choices resonated through the astral currents. The forgotten pact manifested as a celestial contract, its ethereal words etched into the very fabric of the cosmos. The shadows of regret transformed into astral echoes, a harmonious melody that represented the redemption of lost souls in the celestial ballet. The echoes of eternity echoed through the temple, portraying the interconnectedness of time and the timeless currents that pulsed through the enchanted woods. As John absorbed the cosmic revelations, the celestial temple underwent a transformation. Astral energies converged, forming a cosmic vortex at its center. The cosmic entity gestured toward the vortex, indicating that it offered a passage to the cosmic epiphany, the final revelation that would complete the Seeker's odyssey. Stepping into the astral vortex, John felt a surge of ethereal energies. The astral currents enveloped him, and visions unfolded, a cosmic panorama that revealed the interconnected destinies of the living and the departed. The enchanted woods, now a focal point of cosmic balance, resonated with the energies of redemption, wisdom, and the eternal dance of souls. As the astral vortex reached its zenith, John Hastings found himself suspended in a celestial void, a place where time and space seemed to lose their meaning. The cosmic epiphany unfolded in a kaleidoscope of astral visions, revealing the mysteries that bound the realms together. The once cursed crossroads, the forgotten pact, the shadows of regret, the echoes of eternity, and the astral convergence merged into a cosmic tableau. The Seeker's journey, an exploration of the supernatural realms, became a vital thread in the cosmic tapestry, a tapestry that wove the destinies of the enchanted woods into the very fabric of the universe. The cosmic entity, now a guide to the astral realms, spoke words of cosmic wisdom. Seeker of the unknown, you have become a steward of the cosmic balance, a witness to the cosmic dance that transcends mortal understanding. The enchanted woods, now an integral part of the cosmic tapestry, acknowledge your role in the supernatural realms. With a final surge of astral energy, the cosmic entity bestowed upon John a cosmic revelation, a profound understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. The astral vortex dissipated, and the Seeker found himself back at the edge of the enchanted woods. As John Hastings stepped onto the moonlit paths, the astral energies lingered, guiding him toward the final leg of his journey. The enchanted woods, now a nexus of cosmic significance, awaited further exploration. The moon, a benevolent witness to the Seeker's odyssey, cast its glow on the enchanted realms where each step unfolded the secrets of the cosmic tapestry that bound the living and the departed in a dance of celestial significance. And so, with newfound cosmic wisdom, John ventured into the final chapter of his supernatural sojourn, where the moonlit paths promised further revelations, cosmic encounters, and the exploration of the mystical depths that awaited the Seeker in the heart of the enchanted woods.